स्टार्ट किया है भाई.
Exactly how this is all going to shape
क्या
out.
टाइमिंग है
Kind of a different look here for Gen G on this pistol round. 3 right down to B. And I think they have a pretty decent read on what PaperX likes to do. You're going to see this.
Perfect time to start or what? Let's go, bro.
The fade, the raise, and the omen. The combos here
Hello.
really devastating.
Hello.
You know, the
What's up?
paranoia,
Welcome to Watch Parties. सीधा गेम में स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं. हेलो. देखो मैं कैमरा आई थिंक ठीक ही है मेरा.
Yeah, I mean he's really grown into one of his own, and it's going to be a read, but Jing's going to get the first shot and leading in numbers as well.
Let's go guys. Hello. स्टार्ट हो गया? हाथकश हाय जलपरे. हेलो. I'm really late यार. मैं लेट उठा भाई. 12 बजे तो 1 बजे तो उठा हूं मैं नींद से. उसके बाद याद आया कि भाई वॉच पार्टी था. व्हाट्स अप? हेलो राज. हेलो जॉर्ड. व्हाट्स अप? IPRX फॉर द विन. लेट्स गो ब्रो. देखते हैं क्या होता. मेरे पास पानी का. अक्षय तेरे पास पानी है क्या? अक्षय पानी है क्या? देना. भाई गला सूख गया यार. दे दे यार. हाँ? देना. मारोगा एक पकड़ के. पेंडेंट चुपा फाड़ दूंगा तेरा.
क्या बोला? पेंडेंट फाड़ देगा.
हां तेरा
भाई क्या हो रहा है?
दे
जल्दी पी. जाना बस चालू करना.
बोलते हैं ऐसे हाथ में लेके पिएगा.
Taking their post plant positions 3 spread apart with crossfires all the way through. But a nice headshot from Meteor. Kicks things up, and before he catches the trip, he's going to get the second down to a 1v1.
He didn't know bro. लास्ट वाला कहाँ पे है? आए तो जल्दी because of the watch party रे. Bro when you play BGMI मैं BGMI नहीं खेलूंगा भाई. क्या? ये क्वेश्चन कितने बार पूछोगे मुझसे यार? Hello afternoon streamer. Hello. What's up? Hi boss. ভালো তো? নিশ্চয়ই. তুই বলো. কেমন চলছে? Hello আশিস. What's up? Hey PRX win. Will you give me PRX bundle? Depending on PRX result, I will buy the bundle. I'll show it to you. Okay, बोला she was asking for you. मैं उसको मैसेज कर दिया हूँ कि मैं DC पे हूँ. She'll come. वो आएगी. ये क्या कैम है? ऐसा ही कैम है यार. मैं क्या करूँ? थोड़ा सा zoomed in है. I know because मेरे पास ट्राइपॉड आया नहीं है. ट्राइपॉड कल आने वाला है. एक तो नवी मुंबई में डिलीवरी से तो लेट होती है ना भाई. क्यों नहीं पहनते? मैं अभी पहना नहीं है. बस जब स्ट्रीम करूंगा गेमिंग तब पहनूंगा. मैं तो भाग के आया हूँ भाई. मैं नींद से उठा सीधा कुछ खाया ठूसा सीधा यहाँ पे आया हूँ. लैंड गया हूँ यहाँ पे. Don't eat me please. देख लो इसको. पगला हो गया है. इनका ये रीमैच है ना गाइस. इसके आगे वाला क्या रिजल्ट था? What was the result of the first game they played against each other? क्या हाल है? हेलो तुषार. Good morning अनुराग. एक बंडल मुझे भी. हाँ बराबर. I'll contact you on DC or WhatsApp.
They're going to try to make an entry of it. And Karan, knowing that he's all alone, just going to back off. Yeah, it's really smart of him. He knows that this is likely a
I'm gonna Sheriff Dhar.
coming at him.
तीन शरीफ है वैसे.
Especially with PaperX and Texture not going to greet it either. They recognize the push has come through. Karan just going to look to hold close quarters with a Spectre stuck on tree. But look at this. Gen G already aware of the possibility.
Even Gen won. अच्छा.
He's been blinded, but now he's got his sights back. Lucky in there, but still a 1-for-1, 2-for-2 trade for PaperX.
Good trades. Gun ले ली ना? हाँ एक गन है. दो गन है.
Now it's all the moves of Gen G pinching onto the site. Karan takes care of one. The double of PaperX.
Upper control है, but उनके पास 3 एंगल से आ रहे हैं वो लोग.
Until his teammates are able to pinch in.
शॉट में दवाई.
Gets a kill on the drop. Karan hoping for backup from Texture, and they'll both get a kill each at the same time.
यार गोली करो भाई. 3 मारे इन्होंने.
Great patience at the end from Gen G.
Aye. Should I go for Asus G or Strix car? Spiky noob, इसका specs मुझे देखना पड़ेगा. I can't even comment without seeing the specs मेरी जान. Shout out to you अनुराग. Hello. मैं दोपहर में मिराकल. Bro watch party तो इस समय होती है. सुनो अमेरिकस की watch party कितने बजे है भाई? Dude अमेरिकस की watch party रात के 2:30 बजे होती है. वो कैसे करूँ? 2:30 बजे कैसे करूँ watch party? Scout love bro. Scout love. Obviously.
Well played by him, buying time as well.
Hi Vivek.
Very nice for Gen G. So they get the expected win, but still a decent amount of damage done here by PaperX. Leaves it on only a couple guardians, some ghosts, ghost and 2 sheriffs.
Important by round. ये किसका है वैसे? ये Gen का pick है ना?
Right, bought triple guardians there to try to really snowball things forward as both teams trying to have a bit of a skirmish to control rubber. It's going to be a late delay from Gen G. We've seen a lot of teams adjusting to this. It's going to be a high-low from Karan as well, off of all the util masking the sound. And that is Rubble taken over. No weapons dropped on the side of Gen G. Just said upgrades coming through, but Forsaken.
Let's go, bro. एक और चाहिए फिर second.
from Baby Door. It's
Oh, nice
be a
bait.
triple. Can he get yet another ace? He seems to do it every time here on Lotus.
उनका ये वाला
Now,
कंट्रोल बहुत सही है.
GENG spread apart, having to fight solo on either side of the map, while PayPRX.
हाँ 2:30 बजे से bro.
They don't want to make
2:30
mistake
man.
mistakes.
Is
They
it even
wanna
a
make
time
sure
to
that
watch
they're
party? Holy
trades.
shit भाई.
But Meteor
Gaming बंद हो
is a
जाएगी.
bit of a wild chase all the way
Gaming
around
नहीं
the
कर पाएगा
site.
भाई.
Texture gets spotted by the
इसमें
cam.
watch party
Looks
करने
like,
जाएंगे.
I mean, GENG, they may not have time to really activate anything here with the remaining timer of the spike.
Texture able to upgrade the gun. Cannot win the duel against Devi though.
And it's just
तो
Meteor.
बता मोनियट का है bro. Jing is back ना. मोनियट तो उसी.
Oh,
nice.
oh, I thought he might be able to get two. Of course, the
भाई
spike
Meteor
still taking
danger है
down.
भाई.
It's going to be the round win for
क्या बात
PayPRX.
आज तू बोल सकता है that you are way before time. Yeah man, yeah I am. But still I'm late. मैं थोड़ा और जल्दी शुरू करना था. But ठीक है चलो, it's fine. It's fair. तो रात को स्ट्रीम होगी देन. रात को कर सकते हैं, but थोड़ा लेट होगा. थोड़ा लेट होगा. समझ रहे हो? चलो जिम भी जाना पड़ेगा ना. After bus party I'll go gym. Gym के बाद उसके बाद I'll come back.
The combos they used here are a little bit different. Karan
Hi.
is rarely getting up on top of Rubble. It's usually allowing Texture to work
Hello,
the
hello.
backside of
आवाज आ रही है?
Rubble, while Karan smokes for him and paranoias for him. And then the phase
चुपचाप
there
आके
to
बैठ
grab
गए रे
a one
बाबा.
to try to get a reveal for Texture. Very different look. This is much more like what they usually do on these takes. You can see a boombot this time to clear that space. Really well read here by PayPRX. This was something Talon never really addressed, and Karen's going to go to try to get up top again. PayPRX doesn't want to mess with this right now. They're going to wait things out, spread the map a bit.
Again, tries to
nice
reposition on a timing there, and something will get the peak. I mean, Munchkin recognizing that he didn't really have an
कर
exit.
सकते नहीं
Want to
करना
get
है.
close to one
कर
side or the other, but he will be
रुक
picked
जाओ
up.
तेरा
That
शेड्यूल तो
forces
देख लो
GENG
भाई.
to
समझ रहे हो? रुक
reinforce
जा.
your B site, and that's just going to leave something here as a distraction on the side of PayPRX. They'll even open the door to make sure that backup does not arrive onto the C site. Meteor, can he hold on to this alone? But it's going to be a perfect paranoia, and he's been surrounded.
Oh,
He's just trying to stay alive, but it's too many members.
तो जिंदा
And
कैसे
now
करेगा?
the flood of GENG that used to be so perfect has been broken apart into just a couple drops. PayPRX
सीधा सेव करने जा रहा
all
है.
alive,
Contest नहीं
spiked
कर रहा
down, and looking forward.
बुढ़ी बाबा ये क्या देख रहा मैं? Hello, what's up? Thank you for the 109 Reuben. Sen versus Lev 5:30 AM. Watch party करोगे? 5:30 बजे सुबह भाई. 5:30 बजे. भाई शावर लिया जरा. कुछ नहीं शावर लिया भाई. नींद से उठ के सीधा यहाँ बैठ गया भाई.
Uncharacteristic from what you saw in their
Hi
previous
Bisterio,
replays.
what's up?
They're kind of
Bisterio.
shifting
Hello.
how and when things happen with
Gen
them.
versus PRX, T1 versus
Paranoia might
DRX.
come a little
Yes,
bit later.
there's the
The
two
guy
matches
might
today.
come a little bit later. Things like
अरे
that.
पूरा तो लिख दे. हारू की
Really
तरफ
difficult.
सिर्फ एक मैच
Meteor,
लिखा
they
है.
had no idea to do in
Gen
the
PRX,
CC.
T1
Trying to
DRX.
find some kind of safety, and there was
Yeah.
none.
Yeah, and I think a lot of something that PayPRX has learned as well is that GENG will oftentimes be prepared for those trades, right? So they don't want to take any chances. If you're going to go into the site, we might as well dump everything
तीन
we
लोग एक साथ मिलकर
have.
hunt कर
Make
रहे हैं हम
sure
लोग
that we are coming out on top, because that is something that plagued them both times where they made up against GENG.
आज दो
so
chapter
far in
किया and आज
2024.
mood एकदम
Take a
मस्त.
look at some of these replays.
Retreat कर लो.
They
इतना बड़ा
just
सा मैच देखो
barreled
नहीं.
into
Retreat
the
कर लो.
C
ठीक है.
site. Now, as we see the adjustments coming in on both sides, it's going to be
ये
GENG
सही
who's
लिखा
going
है
to be
तब भी.
lacking the credits.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying. कीरत भाई कभी PRX को सपोर्ट करोगे? हैं? Always Gen G side हाँ? ठीक है देखते हैं. रुक जाओ. We'll see. When the locket get delivered? Very soon, right? Very soon. अब तो सब stock में है.
Never count out.
हो जाएगा. Just expected to win in 1 week, I guess. Max to max.
The deeper paint shells this time. No space taken off of it. Just trying to bully them away a little bit. Although the cam did go up here for PayPRX, so they know that they can push a little bit further. They could take advantage
देखिए बाहर कितना
of
भीड़
this
है.
site, which maybe GENG is expecting them to have backed off a little bit. Now, Forsaken over towards B as well. Really important.
अब rotation आ रही है.
PayPRX, they
Jumping पे
recognize
दिखाओ.
that if no one's pushing Rubble after that utility, somewhere else there has to be more info, and they're going to start to combat for that space, and Forsaken is going to have a great time to take over B side.
उन्हें लाकिया ऐसा हीरो भाई ना. अच्छा लाकिया and Karen के पास भाई
A
है.
lot of utility from the defending team. During this, Forsaken on the minimap, checking out the entry points into B.
Should
Will
only
he have
have
a
a
timing?
Zeref.
Meteor has his eyes set, but PayPRX, they just want to pinch in. They realize with the number of utility flying into A, it's going to be a safe bet. Now Jing
Bro,
going
वो
all the way
ultimate-
far back, perhaps way
Jing
too
थोड़ा
far
ज़्यादा
ahead of
push
his
कर
team.
दिया.
No backup there. A rifle drop for GENG to pick up. This could be a bit danger. PayPRX recognizing that, they'll start to push out.
That was tough there for Jing. Couldn't quite get his aim under control. Maybe see a
Waterfall
little bit of that
control,
rust
fully.
on him. GENG gonna realign.
But तीन लोग आ रहे हैं
This
4 second पे.
retake 3 gonna
He doesn't have
pressure
anyone to trade it.
Forsaken here. They He's
Oh,
gonna cross
आजकल ठीक है, cross है.
It looks like Gen G, they just want to make sure that they're able to pick up
Good
a
पर
couple
ना
more
है.
buckets.
Oh
They're
fuck
gonna
भाई
go
3
in,
लोग
look
एक
at
से
that,
मिलके
a
मारे भाई.
triple peak. High-low crouch as well, but now it's back to a double from the side of PRX. They're not letting this go.
Nice
yet.
one, Ray.
Will spray down the remaining members, and Texture all alone with a
Nice
sheriff. Can't make the magic happen this
Good
time.
kills.
PRX
ऐसे रात को आना प्लीज क्योंकि तुम्हारे स्ट्रीम के बिना रात इज लाइक डिप्रेशन.
Really
Okay.
sharp here today
Okay.
on this Omen.
But a little
Not
late.
only with his utility,
A little late maybe.
Chris
है ना?
attack, 7 kills
Little
so
late.
far for him. Showstopper for Jing. A little bit
भाई
late,
ये
but
सरलॉक
Jing
एंड
was
वे भी
taking a
तो
little bit
है
to get it
बट ये
done.
लोग
We
कुछ
already
बात
seen
नहीं
that
कर
after a couple
रहे.
maps he felt pretty
क्या सीन है?
comfortable in the first go around against
ये लोग तो
T1,
बातें
so
चाहते कुछ कर नहीं रहे हैं वैसे.
certainly expect him to pick up the pace. And are we going to see one of those
कल मेरी आवाज आ रही
quintessential
है.
off the
तुम लोग
rip
की आवाज नहीं आ
baskets
रही है
from
कुछ सीन है.
PRX? The double
Oh,
satchel,
मेरा
exactly,
output
double
device is
satchel
shit.
into the
Hello,
shot,
अब आएगी
into the
आवाज. Hello.
showstopper. Definitely
हाँ अब तुम्हारी आवाज आ रही है.
considered for
हेलो.
GG for sure.
मुझे तो तुम्हारी आ रही थी, तुम फिर म्यूट हो गए वापस.
नहीं नहीं मेरा इनपुट डिवाइस था, मेरा आउटपुट नहीं था. मुझे लगा शायद लाइक कुछ बात कर रही हो तुम, तो म्यूट कर लिया उसके बाद. फिर मैंने ट्राई 2 किया.
इसका कौन सी वीसी में आएगा वैसे बोल नहीं पा रहे.
कौन सा? Oh, okay. यहाँ पे आएगा. है ना अभी? आवाज है?
Yes.
है ना? Perfect.
Still Karen couldn't quite get him in time. So tricky to deal with. Showstopper.
Another 40 Mysterio. Thanks for always entertaining. Love you. Genji for the win. ए तुम भी Genji. ठीक है रुको.
मुझे मेरी
But how's boot camp been, bro? It's smooth. अबे टाइम मेंटेन होता है भाई, अच्छे से नींद होता है. मैं कल स्ट्रीम करने के बाद सीधा सो गया, कोई टाइम वेस्ट नहीं. समझ रहे हो? घर पे थोड़ा सा समझ रहे हो, थोड़ा सा होता है रे घर पे. दोस्त दोस्त रहते हैं, अड्डा मारने का सीन होता है. Bro. It's okay, save it man, save it.
And it's just the lone Vandal saved up, Forsaken on the hunt.
पोल डांस मैं अभी ये वाले अभी नहीं छू रहा हूँ because it's very hard because ये 2 मॉनिटर्स है ना, मैं मैनेज नहीं कर पाता. देखो
T1 के गेम बहुत मारा था.
ये देखो डीसी आ जा रहा है ब्रो,
तो याद आ रहा है.
बहुत मैनेज करने में प्रॉब्लम हो रही है 2 मॉनिटर में. तो मैं करता हूँ, रुको ये वाला गेम हो जाए फिर करता हूँ.
बचपन में एक्सपेरिमेंट मारता होगा उसको, बड़ा भाई होने के नाते बदला निकालता है.
तुम्हारे पेटे हाथ लगा के चाहिए इसको पूरे. बॉडी हेयर फील कर. এই বাড়া নিশা করছিস নাকি মারা? ওই কি বলছিস ভাই? ঠিক নেই ভাই. ये टू घुरे आए, एक्टिव घुरे आए भाई. हाँ PRX for the win ना भाई. हाँ बराबर.
Having learned from their previous matchups, understanding that Gen G will always have a plan to provide backup. If not, the site's going to be left empty, right? They have things like the lockdown. So PRX
ना मतलब नहीं बताएगा उसको, वो हर चीज का मतलब नहीं जानना होता. वो थोड़ा नशे में छोड़
really
दो.
understanding the habits of Gen
नशे
G,
में
and I
उसे
think
छोड़ दो.
this is
उस
one of
लिए
those maps where Gen G is starting to
यार
get
जिंग
tested all
मोस्टली
the way
यही
through.
खेलता
It's
है
a
ना,
much deeper.
रेस ही खेलता है ना शायद.
Baseline
कौन?
fundamental
रेस
playbook
रहना.
go, right?
जिंग
It's not
जिंग.
about the set plays
Yeah,
anymore,
बस.
it's about
रेस
the
रहने ही खेलता है. हाँ मोनियट तो मेरे ख्याल से कंट्रोलर भी खेलता है इनके लिए शायद.
how much their work has been done.
यार मोनिये ले लो.
Round 7, the econ once again.
वो तो थोड़ा सा मतलब उसका भी कंट्रोल खिलाया गया था. वो कंफर्टेबल है नहीं वैसे, मतलब वो डुअलिस्ट ही है. But he can play, yes. जिनके पास वो ऑप्शन भी नहीं है.
These wins are so huge for PRX because they keep
वही
those
मेरे को लग रहा है
cycle.
जिनको तो रैंक में
Not
अगर
able to
फिल
really get
करना
those
पड़ता
down
है
and
बाय
start
चांस
cycling
उसको
them back
सदमा लग
again.
जाता है.
So you're just essentially eating through alt orbs that you would love to
पैसे
have.
की रैंक डीमन.
Instead, they're not able to really get like the
बट
nightfall
भाई
there, the
मुझे तो
lockdown
जिनका
as well
जेट भी
in play in
बहुत
that
पसंद
previous
है.
round.
ऑल्दो प्रो सीन में नहीं
Find
खेला
any
है.
availability to use them.
They-
That works.
They have
nicely
something.
in PRX's
हाँ,
favor.
exactly.
By the
Even
way,
if not something, they have
told
Forsaken.
on Twitter.
other side usually.
हैं? अच्छा वो स्पेलिंग.
Has been really stalwart in their defense on this. Now they're going to overstay.
मोनियत ही बुलाते हैं क्या?
Expecting that this has been where
मोनिये.
PRX feels like they have a good
मोनिये होगा ना
read
शायद.
onto Meteor
पता नहीं
and his
ट्विटर में बोल रहे हैं
positioning.
कि मोनियट बोला है उसने, मतलब
All
मोनियट.
arrived, right? And this is even
नहीं
with
यही
that
आया था
snake
कि
fight trying to
मोनिये
bait
है,
them
लोग
out away
मोनियट
from A
बुला रहे
side.
थे
It's
ना,
going to be Texture
तो
who's trying to make sure he
कास्टर्स ने
busts back,
बताया
but he's
था
a
कि
little
Oh!
bit
जैसा बताया गया हम वैसे
close
बोलते
to
हैं,
line
ऐसा
about,
कुछ
and that
आया
gives
था.
time for Jing to turn around for a double.
हाँ ये
ठीक है
Uncharacteristic
जिंगने.
of
जरा
the
था और
star
मोने
duelist of Gen G to hesitate on the trigger.
और মনে হয় জেগে গেছে. ও বাড়া ওই সকালের ওই মর্নিং হয় না ওই মর্নিং এ উঠে গেছে ও. ঠিক নেই ভাই.
अब आएंगे टाइम आउट वाले सेटअप्स.
The timing and the coordination, you can already find here. You know, you just gonna dive in with the shorty.
भाई उसका मूवमेंट देखो बे,
You have Jing up on the box.
टॉप लेके शॉर्टी लेके कैसे घुस रहे हैं?
पता नहीं भाई, the confidence in the movement भाई.
Munchkin there.
बट समथिंग
Even
ऑफ
if
पे
he
बहुत
had
कॉन्फिडेंट
maybe
है
gotten a
यार.
kill on Jing or something like that, didn't even
हाँ
matter.
वो तो है यार.
Still,
मुझे लगता है इनको ऐसे बोलेंगे 1 2 3 और गो और सारे घुस जाते
जेंजी
हैं.
फॉर दिन बोल तो रहे हो, ठीक है, जस्ट देखो.
बट भाई इसके
ठीक
लिए
है,
बहुत
it won't be that
coordination चाहिए,
fine
सब
easy, मैं आगे से बता रहा हूँ.
तेज.
to do what you were talking about earlier, Will, that they're just dumping utility when they know they can get value out of it. And that's been really powerful. Big hit. Trade. Oh,
got a
meteor
trade.
hit
W
here.
है?
as well.
Hi.
Mindfreak trying to save
ये
it.
push कर
Genji.
Eventually goes down and
Genji
PRX
paper
is
है
able
कि
to
नहीं?
stand fight.
सब
Yep.
कुछ
Forsaken wondering if the Prowler would spot him. It does eventually, but he's on duty now. He has to lead the forces as something's still sticking with the operator for the time being. Both trying to open up the right side of the map.
वो लोग ये छोड़ के
In
खेलते
B
हैं.
site and rubble,
One to come.
something's going
They
to make
won't
a
go.
lot of
Lead
noise,
आएंगे.
waiting for Forsaken to gain some intel in the middle of the map. And Gen G, they don't want to fall for this. They're trying to make sure they group
ये
up all the way to
round
defend their
निकाल
spawn
देना
and make sure they don't let
Okay, 4
Forsaken
second
know
late
if
lurk
they're
आएगा.
अरे
Spike
ये
plant
सही में
for
खेला जा
early
रहा है.
here.
हाँ.
Going to try to drop it. And
Please.
भाई
Forsaken
साहब.
situation, even with the night
और
ball to
प्लांट भी
make
नहीं दिया,
sure
बात ये है थोड़ा.
does get tagged right at the end.
ना
Has
audio
no
है ना
audio.
video,
A little bit of that
बिना
decay as
vision है.
well.
4 सेकंड बहुत दूर है ब्रो.
नहीं आ पाएगा.
ओ मां अल्टी लगा दी.
I mean, Gen G, they really want to make sure that they don't get
भाई उसका मुंह नहीं लगने वाला है भाई समथिंग के लिए भाई.
prepared for everything and
Oh,
Lakia
very
was
good.
slam on, but something with a flick to answer back. And now the lockdown
But round
goes
नहीं,
time
through
नहीं है,
still.
time नहीं है,
Not
he
enough
knows.
time though. The defuse already started.
भाई क्या रेस्पेक्ट दिखाते हैं भाई इस बंदे
But
को.
a desperate round win for Gen G.
and I mean,
हाँ कसम
honestly,
भाई.
Already
surprised, I
lead
suppose,
में है
for
ना,
Paper
फिर
X
वो
is you
और
got
नहीं
to
दे
use
सकते.
2 big ults in a 2v3.
अक्षु कुछ बोल रहा है तेरे को. अक्षु क्या बोल रहा है?
For Paper X, yeah,
हाँ?
he used the round to that early aggression essentially.
क्या बोल रहा है अक्षु?
Great change of tempo for Gen
तू कुछ
G.
बोल रहा था?
Just kind of
और
push
कोई
out.
गेम
चैट बोल रहे कुछ बोल रहे थे.
वही
कुछ बोल रहा था.
Ready for it, at least on the C side, but the B side
बट ये
caught him
पुश
enough
अच्छा
off
था यार
guard.
इनका.
तू एक काम कर.
हाँ कैसे भाई?
नहीं करना.
Get a much
पता है
नल्ला
और
है.
कर रहा है, बाकी
round
इधर
win,
आते
especially with
default में
rifles in
उनको
hand to
मारते
bank
हैं.
up a little bit of extra
Shut the fuck up,
economy.
bro.
It is deep pockets for Paper X right now. They've got some ults again. Showstopper once again.
पांचों आए थे, 2 बी पुश पे, 3
You
सी
have
पुश
the
पे.
Viper's Pit.
Yeah.
Munchkin. See how he wants to use it, but I think he's going to be a little bit patient for it. You want to
Yeah.
be,
Take
you want to make
control.
sure that you aren't going to be cleaned out early. Maybe if they get a spot on you and the Showstopper in the right place.
भाई इन पे पेपर एक्स पे वाइपर नहीं है, इनके लिए हार्ड है टैग थोड़ा. एरिया लेना भी दो.
आज मूड एकदम मस्त है क्योंकि पापा ने बोल दिया मार्क्स से फर्क नहीं पड़ता. अबे ऐसा नहीं भाई, तुम करो अपना काम तो करो. योर EMs are for 14k. No, these are for 5k, 6k.
Whereas Paper X, they've got their options even with the operator. Now Texture waiting on the C side for Gen G with his own operator that
We
allows
are
his teammates
supporting
to be
PRX.
ready with a trap
Obviously
play on
PRX.
your
Let's
baby
go.
door.
GENG is back.
वही ना.
Already
Hello.
spent though, so Charon just gonna have
अभी यहाँ गन नहीं दिखती क्या उस एंगल पे?
ना डीप कर दिया वो इसका.
फिर PRX वाले को भी मारने होती थी.
आगे तो ये एंगल था भी नहीं.
Second dose
Nice
पे
one,
मारता.
Jen.
Sends it, uses the showstopper as an extra boost to move forward, dodge all the bullets, and the
चलो.
sight
Bro,
is
से
just
actively देख रहा है भाई.
broken open.
Bro, but he's watching the
You
left.
see a bit of a trade near baby door.
हाँ.
Something is the
ये
guard.
पीक लिया तो मरा
Can you
समथिंग.
get through it?
Oi, 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 oi.
No idea. Lakia still hidden
इधर
right
जा
by
रही
it.
हो.
They snipped
Lakia
something,
4 साल
but
तक
not
hold गया
close
वहाँ पे.
enough it was. Now the retake.
ऊपर से
Gen G,
retake आ रहा.
3 members
इनका
ready for
Viper
the
है,
flood. Lakia
retake.
just trying to
नहीं
draw
होते
a lot
क्योंकि
of
उनके
aggro
पास हमेशा
towards that
दवाई
baby door side.
होती
Draw them out
है.
into the open. Mindfreak going for
Oh,
a bit of a
भाई
nail
बढ़िया
biter
ult है bro.
from the shadows. Meteor going to stabilize the shot first, but now the pitch.
God.
Gen G
Oh, shit.
can hear his shots. And it's going to be a peek
Nice.
for Texture, but he gets
Smoke जा
taken
रहा है.
down. Mindfreak
Oh.
तो मार्क नहीं कर रहा उसके लिए.
already done by Munchkin. The defuse, they just want to try to
Bro,
stick it,
Mark.
but the spam's coming
How
through. It's
done.
ticking down. You have to
Oh,
stick
nice.
it now, and he's pinpoint on for the headshot.
Woo.
And Divide will clean it up. A
Wow.
Sexy
two
round,
for
wey.
Paper X.
Sexy
Before
round,
निकाल
wey.
दिया.
Mindfreak been
इनका तो
so
economy
good
भी
for
है.
Paper X on this app.
ये
Using
लोग
his
पे
ult
नहीं है बट
at the perfect time.
है ना.
Putting himself right in drop. Little
I would
easy
Mindfreak
spot
पे
to
TP
go.
goated था भाई
Not
उधर.
expect as Gen G that he goes a little bit
Position
deeper
पे.
with it. Have to invest the
वो ये वाला टीवी बहुत सही था, मतलब पूरा एकदम पिंच हो गया
दो
दोनों साइड से.
Crossfire good. Texture just
ये
not able to
Mindfreak
find
भी
that
monitor
shot.
में घुस के
Was picked up
खेलता है.
operator off of something. Now something
अबे
is
Havoc
going to
ने
grab
भी
that.
थोड़ी
That was a good fucking round, bro. हक दिया? No, it's not हक. कैसा? I'll take a leave. बस WhatsApp देख लियो. Fancy मेरी जान. I'll see it.
Nobody
Not sure है
from
मेरे.
Paper X is even going to be in that destination.
Oh man, I love this from Paper X. Anytime Gen G is weak on their buys, it's going to be Meteor who's targeted.
Hey.
But you can't count this guy
भाई
out.
ये क्या साथ में?
He'll take down.
Oh,
अरे
shit.
bro, इसका शरीफ अलग ही लगता है भाई.
Something also taking
हाँ
a big
Meteor
hit.
भाई.
That will slow down Paper X. So Meteor, a bit of an adjustment there. Instead of waiting in the site, pushes out towards Mound to challenge them early, allows his teammates to come for backup. And now B and C site have been flooded. They will be found through the neural theft.
And now they're going to change ideas. Saw too much pressure. Try to make it work onto B. Forsaken looking for the pick off the ping, but not quite able to find himself that kill.
Instantly flank पे जा रहा है.
Going to be able to come down. Switch to the Vandal.
Oh, what the
Good
classic! Oh, takes him down. That's a rifle upgrade. Now Forsaken's lurk. Are they ready for this? They have no idea. Forsaken
but he doesn't know kick or hai.
He's happy to buy time to try to bring home this round victory. Tries to flick up, but that's a tough one. Lakia will be able to find that kill. Mind Freak dodges, and he will be able to get to the second one. Munchkin picking another with the Sheriff, and it's going to be the third.
अगर Forsaken वहाँ पे वो kill hold कर जाता, दोनों को एक साथ मार देता ना, that would have been one thing.
Thrifty, so good at this, and Meteor.
वो एक चीज होती है भाई, वो मस्त चीज होती है. G versus PRX में PRX 13-0 win था. Bro, G versus PRX में 13-0 win था क्या PRX का? G versus PRX में PRX का 13-0 का win था. चार्ट बता रही.
अभी थोड़ी हुआ
नहीं, मे बी आगे हुआ होगा.
पहले हुआ होगा, 1 साल पहले.
ये कब का है चार्ट? अच्छा होगा बोल रहे हैं. ओह ओके ओके.
अच्छा वैसे
स्पेक्युलेट कर रहे हो भाई. हुआ ही नहीं. हाँ भाई, मैं तो आज ही स्टार्ट किया पैसिव वॉच पार्टी स्टार्ट करना. किसका की है क्या वॉच पार्टी? हाँ? अरे मेरा ट्रैवल कर रहा है.
जिसका 4 दिन बाद रिप्लाई आया था.
I'm here. I will do it now.
Guys,
But America's, huh?
कुछ हुआ क्या? अभी क्लिप में बैन मिस कर दिया.
नहीं.
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
Bro, look at this shit.
Oh shit.
No idea what hit him. And now
Yes,
2
तभी
members
तो
of
देख रहा है.
GENG still on the A side. But a lot of risk. Tries to take the
पहले
shot.
वो तो
कुत्ता ले लिया shot.
He hits the Trailblazer. And another swing out, but texture good for another. Oh, that's
ये कुछ नहीं कर सकते bro. Oh, कैरन भी मार दी उसने.
Draws the crosshair
बाप
away.
रे.
And PayPRX seems to have good control of this A site once again.
The reaction protocols
It's always
for
on
PayPRX
Meteor.
are so good. Right on the back of that Trailblazer to try to set something up. Yeah, he dies, but immediately Jing satchels past the operator, knowing that he's stuck in place without using satchels of his own to get out. There's no quick out for texture there, and Jing and Forsaken take perfect advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean,
अमेरिका से कैसे करूँगा भगवान जाने bro. रात के 2:30 बजे.
Was it a Burr? Was it a plane? No, it was Jing.
भाई बहुत मुझे लगता होगा, but
Texture was
I
down
don't know.
मैं
now.
सिर्फ स्पेसिफिक कर रही
Now
हूँ.
it's going to be the
क्योंकि
7th
मेरे को मेरा
round win for
शेड्यूल नहीं खराब
PayPRX.
करना.
Finally
वही
bringing
रे,
some
comfortable है वो.
meta balance to the attacking and
और रात
defending
तक
win
गेमिंग भी
rates
बंद हो
to the
जाएगा भाई
7th.
अगर अमेरिका
Yeah,
करने
it's
जाएंगे
about
तो.
time. I mean,
We haven't seen this in
no, I
quite
know.
so often.
I know. But Lomas has
ओए
been
हट
a super
हट
defender.
एक मैच में सुबह 5:30
This is
होता
going to be
है.
the team ace
Yeah.
for PayPRX.
सेन लेवल 5:30 बजे.
Stay
भाई
positive.
हाँ
जी.
सेन का
No matter
मैच
what
वही.
happens in the last
अच्छे
one.
मैचेस हर
Gen
बार
G
पता
can
है
make it
5:30 बजे
7-5.
हुए हैं. मैंने इसलिए देखे
Money
ही नहीं.
should be just there.
Why not EMEA? EMEA is the prime time I play man. अगर मैं पैसिफिक देखो, मैं बता दूं रीजन व्हाई. मुझे गेमिंग वाले स्ट्रीम्स तो बंद नहीं करने. 1 सेकंड है कि अगर मैं दोपहर को वॉच पार्टी कर रहा हूँ पैसिफिक का, बिकॉज़ पैसिफिक आई विल डू. पैसिफिक इज आवर
भाई
रीजन.
देख के सीखते तो सब रोनाल्डो नहीं होते.
सही बात है.
8:30-9 के अराउंड मेरा खुद का गेमिंग स्ट्रीम रहता है. अमेरिका करना बहुत टफ
शायद मैं
है.
बेस्ट प्लेयर होती हूँ.
कुछ और कुछ.
क्योंकि मैं
भाई,
बहुत
Make
अच्छी
sure
स्ट्रीम देखती हूँ प्रो
that
प्लेयर्स.
texture
सन का
is
चाहिए.
an operator. Just so
I
we're
don't think
clear,
इससे
he
ज़्यादा
hasn't
कोई
fired
देखता
too many
होगा.
shots with that weapon.
देख.
In this first
Agree.
half.
No, it is quite the mixed bag here for Gen G. Try to see if they can
What?
shut this down. And look at PayPRX kind of ping-ponging here, and it's so fast. They're
ये
already
PayPRX का तो अलग ही मेटा चलता है.
already trying to see if they can clear this open.
भाई अलग ही.
डबल डुलिस खेलते भाई जिस मैप पे लोग खेलते नहीं
Seeing that
डबल.
the weapons probably all over the place. We just have to make
Gaming
sure we don't
for
run
the
into the
win.
operator nor any of
और उनके लिए
the
सही, उनको अच्छा सूट भी करता है भाई.
हाँ.
Crack team
भाई
से
ना.
two members. Will dash out,
Just- 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 just look at him.
Doesn't need audio when he's up in
Nice,
the air, and it's going to be the showstopper trying to keep the rest of PayPRX at bay. But Jing jumping
Arre.
forward gets a lot more kills, and now just Meteor
Close it
left
down.
alive. Picks up the operator. He's always been good for 1, but can he be good for 3? Not
same.
even a single kill, as it will be
Good
an
On the FNC matches, देखो FNC matches मैं कर सकता हूँ, but उसके लिए देखो मुझे
भाई,
perms लेना
Gen G के
पड़ेगा. I have the
pictures
email
Sure.
जिससे perms लेते हैं,
There was some
है
really
ना?
good ideas here early on.
जरा हिमालय का mod किधर है?
Kind of baiting utility, trying to figure out
ये हिमालय
exactly
कोई
how
और
it's
ID
gonna
है.
एलेक्स तो बड़ा
ये
चिल
हिमालय
लग
का
रहा
ओरिजिनल
है.
आईडी नहीं
some of
है.
that
It was not Himani
Either
073.
from Gen G towards
It was just
Rumble, they
Himani,
were
right?
जिंग आ गया ना वो सही हो गया वो।
देख लिया है।
You know, a lot of times
हाँ,
Gen
मेरे
G
को वही
would
लग
see
रहा है।
the Omen and the Rays all taking that robo control
है ना?
early and then using that to kind of box Talon in.
Hi,
However,
Rachel.
Yeah, thank you, Manav. Thank you for
getting it
saying
out,
that,
they'd say,
man.
okay, we could
Thank
send
you.
something forward a little bit.
Nice
Okay,
up.
they don't like what they see,
Yup,
they're
bro.
gonna pull back.
Nice
and
up.
they're really brutalizing Meteor on that C site early and often.
मास्टर
And that
शंघाई
kinda
स्टार्ट
set
कब से है?
things
डेट
off
ध्यान है?
kilter for Gen G. It didn't really feel like they were ever comfortable. And then a lot of times, Gen G's been really good so
आज तो
far this
यार
year,
अभी
with
आज नहीं आ रही।
anticipating like some of those deep pushes after a play.
हाँ, second ID to avoid blue. हाँ, ये सही है.
May
That's a better thing to
23
do.
से start है।
I mean,
सही है.
it's because it's Paper X,
Okay.
because they stagger so many things at you.
May 23 से June 9 तक चलेगा।
कौन सा?
कौन सा?
वो मास्टर शंघाई
May
23rd से June 9।
उसका तो पूरा करेंगे वो तो not failing.
तब हम शेड्यूल खराब करेंगे guys।
हाँ, मास्टर्स के लिए वर्थ है.
और इस बार तो 3 टीम जा रही है भाई, अब बढ़िया
हाँ,
हुआ।
वही मुझे खुशी हुई। बट T1 गंदा खेल रही है, मुझे खुशी हुई कि शायद अब T1 का चांस है जाने का।
I just want Fnatic भाई, Fnatic पहुंच जाए बस।
वो तो डाउन बैड है।
Like every league से 3 टीम आ रही है, ऐसा क्या बोल रहा है?
हाँ, पिछली बार 2 आई थी, इस बार 3 आई।
Oh, it's a match within 12. वो सही है. Pool बढ़ेगा, सही है. I think that's a community review. ऐसे लोग बोल रहे थे ना, अच्छी टीम्स आउट हो गई. And that's a take on की
ये तो
slot
है।
बढ़ा दिया उन्होंने.
right at the front of B.
कितने वो हुए थे, सेटबैक से कितने हुए थे?
It is going to be
Yep.
anti, and there's a paranoia, counter paranoia as well.
Oh,
Do they
boss
recognize
ने check
where it
किया.
came from? No, they're going to
Okay, check.
spot Mind Freak a little too late, and their crosshair is shaken up by the boombot as well.
भाई,
Double kill for Jing.
बेचारा
He
Oh,
is
nice.
back from the door
अरे यार,
from
side
something
होगा.
as well. The backup is there for Paper X. Now a 3v2, but of course the battle still 2v2 as Forsaken awaits the approach on the A
जी
side.
जाएगी, डोंट बी अ हेटर। मैं अपनी फेवरेट टीम को सपोर्ट
तो आप
करूँ
लोग
तो
पूरा
मैं
leave
हेटर
करो
कैसे
इसी
बन गई, बताना जरा।
भाई क्या स्केल कर रहे
What
हैं
do you
भाई,
think will come as a
फाइट
champions skin this year? Me, I think it will be a that thing operator. They should do operator, man.
He's afraid of the
They
flames
should do
now,
operator.
recognizing that they're pushing him from behind. You gotta be afraid of where is Forsaken coming from, because surely it's going to be a
Hey.
pitch and a wide
कोई नहीं
swing,
भाई,
something
आंची
but
कोई
loving
नहीं.
those.
What do you think? अच्छा ये तो पढ़ा मैंने. नहीं, first master 2, second master 3 and champions में 4 ऐसे होता है.
शांघाई तो आई थिंक शेड्यूल खराब नहीं होगा।
Oh, chat says the system is there. The first masters will be like 2 slots, second masters with 3 slots, and champions will be 4 slots. Per league.
Okay.
That's the system.
हाँ तो 4 तो आई थिंक बहुत बेटर होगा, 16 टीम रहेगी ना,
हाँ भाई.
सारी बढ़िया टीम रहेगी।
By the way, guys,
किधर कान पे आएंगे वो लोग?
फाइनल्स पे आई गिव अवे 3 बंडल्स ऑफ
really
द
understand or
विनिंग
anticipate until they play
क्या
against
बात है.
it, especially
शांघाई
when
मास्ट
Jing is
भाई तूने 2
full on
महीने 3 महीने आगे का
confidence.
निचोड़ अभी कर
He
दिया.
does not care at all what
Yeah,
you're
2
doing. He is
महीना
going
नहीं,
to take
एक
the
महीना.
fight too when he
अरे.
feels
No,
like it's
ना.
time.
June.
I mean, Jing is quite frankly over.
Finals ना, June.
अच्छा आधा ही हुआ है क्या
Work
अप्रैल?
really
मुझे
well with it,
लगा
doesn't it?
अप्रैल।
And it also gets a
बहुत
lot of
बढ़िया.
views at the same time, so it's a bit unfair sometimes.
I
Right.
can't
But we'll
keep
see
up.
Gen G. It's not going to be this
आधा
round.
साल भी होने वाला है
It's
बस।
singular sheriff,
वही
but
बात.
can they stabilize in the upcoming
कोई बात
rounds?
नहीं,
'Cause they
पहले
don't
से
have
बता
too
देते
many
ना,
left.
सबको पता रहे।
Paper X are only 4 rounds
नहीं.
away. We've been seeing the outlaw a lot from Jing.
Tang,
He misses
tang.
the first,
ओए
he misses
दोनों
the
मिस किया.
second,
भाई
and
बढ़ जाएगा.
now he's gotta run
Okay,
away,
नहीं.
but something is
Backup
there
है.
with a vandal.
Nice,
Gen
nice,
G
nice.
did
Aim
not
labs.
account for this one.
मर गया वैसे बेचारा.
लॉल।
पैसा है बड़ी बड़ी बात है। पैसा होता तो 50 बंडल करती भाई, पैसे नहीं है, टीम
Something he's
करती।
trying to draw aggro.
Oh.
It's going to be Meteor who's just checking. There's the jump peek, but it's going to be Divide who
Oi.
swings out first. And now just trying to spray down the close members. The classic
close,
comes
close.
into play
Nice.
as well. And Divide doesn't
Right.
need
वैसे
the
जिंगी
big
मारा
burst
सर.
buff. He'll just
जिंगी आती पेरिस का अलग ही लक आ गया है.
Mind Freak.
It's not about luck, bro. They are very comfortable with how
अभी तुम्हारा अपने आप पीछे हो जाते हैं, रिफ्रेश
Jing
करना पड़ता है।
plays, man. It's just how they are very comfortable in his play. और उनका coordination ही अलग है, bro. तुम सोचो ना, the amount of time they have spent playing together. चलो वो events बोलो, चलो वो ranked बोलो. These people are, bro. समझ रहे हो? There is on another level भाई with Jin. Think about यही team अगर Masters में होती तो, Masters Madrid में होती तो कैसा होता?
There's an extra layer there for Paper X.
I mean, of course, also the fact that they're double duelists, right? Both of
है
them
ना?
have
Synergy.
capability
That's the
to
point, man.
continue to
Synergy, like
extend
एक
that
awesome
fight
fucking
until
synergy they
Divide
have.
or Mind Freak, other members of
That's
Paper X
very
arrive.
impactful.
And
for all
Gen
these
G,
teams.
if they can't get
ये सब
the
games में तो
kill
बहुत
right
लगता
away,
है
if
bro.
it's not a headshot one tap,
बस Ben का ही
you
नहीं है.
gotta
हाँ मतलब
question
ठीक
whether
है.
you
I
wanna
think
continue the fight or not. As
ठीक है.
PaperX,
That's a
they
good
love
trade-off.
to drag it out in that mud fight. And now it's going to be Texture
भाई
planting
उन्होंने
the rubber
5
for
ही
this
stack कर
round.
लिए
Gen
defense.
G, they've taken
Yeah.
over that space, but at the cost of quite some big util, like the Paranoia already being spent by Karon. Now
Didn't have
planting
a
the
retake
Lurk
ult
into
or
B as
something.
well.
Oh, that's
Classic
easy,
Gen
right.
G coming
It's a
out.
gamble,
Classic
actually.
default with this composition. Spread out the Lurks across the map. See if you get a reaction.
They assumed I think
Now,
B
for
A
seconds,
आएंगे
they
and
still
फिर
have
उसे लिंक तोड़ के
Cypher
B
setup,
जाएंगे.
though,
So
on
दो
C.
वहाँ पे
That's
रखे
gonna be
हैं.
their
But
next
ultimately चलो
obstacle.
C ही हो
Yeah,
रहा
that's
है.
going to be the kind of go
No.
signal
Oh C
for
नहीं कर रहा.
PaperX
Oh
to start
fuck.
नहीं
pushing the
जाएंगे
rest
मेरे
of the
को
map.
तो
ये
I
फेक
like
कर
the
रहा है,
Cypher
A पे
shooting.
आएंगे.
Really trying to hide.
Uh-oh.
Their setup
Bro,
Stunned.
घुस गए थे मुंह पे.
Ooh, they got
Nice
it.
one,
Trying
भाई.
to creep
अब
forward,
नहीं
but it's
जाएंगे.
just not
आपका
enough.
घंटा अब तो
C
C भागेंगे.
Gen G
But 4 seconds is
भागेंगे.
close.
They wanted to plant something in C, but now they'll have to just start to walk in and clear all these traps.
Another
They
one
have no
trap.
idea where Forsaken might
वो
be.
लोग को
They're creeping
लगेगा
forward.
side पे
They
है.
thankfully will clear out the Cypher.
नहीं.
Now
मर गया
taking
वो.
over the site. It's going to be
ये
a
खेल
quick
रहा.
surround by
Timing,
PaperX
timing,
for
timing.
all.
Nice
And
one.
something now from Defender Spawn as well. Trying to clear the angles. He
Hey,
draws the side of
something
one,
aim
and
duel
that's
is
going to be the
different.
cue for the rest of the team
Right,
to start
different
pitching
way.
it forward. Divide trying to draw aggro, but he goes down. Now,
ओए
a
नहीं.
2v2. Gen G, can they win the duels? It's going to be Munchkin who wins one. Now a 2v1. Mind Freak, he gets one. Can he get the second?
Oh,
This straight out?
my,
Not
almost.
quite.
और almost.
And Munchkin
Almost.
finally
Almost,
gets
आज भी पीछे है
one more
मेरा.
on the board for Gen G.
मेरा भाई सब मैं तब मुंबई में हूँ.
Almost.
We almost had that. I think you
मुझे
got
क्या
to
पता
not-
wall
भाई.
there. Absolutely.
कुछ तो hacks है भाई
bombed
मेरे पे.
stuff
भाई.
from Mind Freak. I mean, he is.
मैं भी
playing
चला
some
तो
of his
Twitch
Valorant
मेरे
FC.
पे लीजिएगा.
Solman stuff. This is a
I
huge win
know.
right there. If Forsaken gets one before he's traded, now, if you want to fault PaperX at all there and say
Nano
that
heart
Forsaken
आता,
gets
nano
a little
पे
bit ahead of
दिख
things, but Forsaken is trying to see if he can catch him off guard a
Think
little
about this
bit.
was a bonus round.
Fortunately for Gen G,
Yes,
they
good
know
bonus
they're
वैसे तो.
wise to the trick
Yeah.
of PaperX. They know
मेरा भी आ गया
you
0
never
पे.
know when
Off
one
नहीं
player is going
निकाली
to be
क्या
pushing
इसने?
ahead of the rest, trying to see if they can find that extra value. Texture out
Something is
ahead,
not offing.
grabbing that orb early again, but a three-man stack here. Got Jing, Devi, and Mind Freak ready to
और
rumble.
सेकंड का पीछे चेक होना चाहिए
Available
डॉट एक्सी
for
भाई
lock-in.
जेरेफ
He's
का
set
होना
up
चाहिए
for it.
आगे
Now,
कैसे
are they
है
ready for the close
मैं-
hold though?
Bro,
So
मुझे
audio
नहीं
may
पता
not
यार.
matter as much. The DK is
और
gonna
मैं
be
तब से
something
ये
they're
on
looking
करके
forward to
start
trying
कर
to
दी stream
hold
में
them,
छुआ भी नहीं
bottle
है.
let them in tree, and so far PaperX succeeds just a bit.
Issue है
Divide trying to bounce back and forth. He gets sighted
Oh.
first.
Bro.
And Texture with a nice
तो
flick
अच्छा
back
मारा.
around.
Oh,
He
fuck.
clears the entire site
ठीक है,
on
ठीक है,
his
ठीक है,
own
nice.
alongside his trusty Boombot. And that should be a
ये
quick
तो बात
round for
खत्म
Gen
कर
G
बढ़िया मारा
as they look forward to a 6th round win. Only 2 members left alive. PaperX, Bulldog, and Vandal in hand.
Yeah, gonna have to be a save now. Although Forsaken has taken a
कुछ तो
position.
भारी कॉल दे रहा है.
He's gonna try to find cheeky
का
exit
eco आ
frag
गया रे
potentially.
PRX का.
Something going on a bit of a look about. Just seeing
ए
it.
आज किसका मैच है आईपीएल में? ये मुझे नहीं पता यार.
10-7 होगा.
I was in Villain Saga. No
Gonna be
man,
given
I've not
over
seen
there.
Villain
Great
Saga.
execute from
पर
Gen
No
भरोसा
way
नहीं भाई
in my
PaperX
life.
तो इको में
I
मार
like
के.
what Divide
What's
did
fighting
there,
Drusky?
where he kind of sidestepped the Boombot and was going to hold the angle, but Texture just so fast.
तो आज ही
And the
वैलो
transfer over
खेलना
to
शुरू
Mind
किया
Freak
है.
as well.
आज
Absolute
वो
nuts.
बोर हो
Ready
गया.
for the
ऊपर से
third,
something
and
पे
that's-
Vandal
आज ही बोर हो गए. आज ही खेल के. कैसा?
Seen it
हारे
time
हो.
and time again this year that Texture can pick up these big multi-kills for you. and
15th
just
April
quickly
G versus Talon
things
4:30
around,
मतलब
and Gen G back on
the
track
second
to
match.
potentially make this a competitive map.
And that's
और
something
एक और
that
मैच
really
कौन सा है? उसके आगे
carried
कौन सा है?
Gen G forward
हिमानी?
and impressed a lot of people
Before
around the
G and
world was
Talon?
that they could take turns having those moments. And very truthfully, we haven't seen too many yet here on the first map of this best of 3. But Texture will put one into the highlight reel to make sure that Gen G's
यार
not out
बहुत
just
बढ़िया
yet.
मारा है.
PaperX
क्या मारा रे?
not close to map point. Only
Nice.
10 rounds. They can't sit on
Bro,
their
तो बूमबॉट
laurels.
का डबल यूज हो गया बे.
There we go. The replays are coming back.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Texture. Trying to loosen himself up.
Yeah, he's getting the feel of it now for sure, and that'll help.
And he's like, oh, yeah, where is that? Oh, there's the tone. Here we
Nice.
go. This is how we start that song. He's back in tune.
मैं प्लेटू से गोल्ड 3 आया हूँ. लगातार 13 में छा रहा है. अंशुल भाई.
He's a joke.
अंशुल भाई.
He is. It's great to see. So
It's just
now you gotta kind of
the pain
think
which
what
will
you're doing here,
transform you.
because that extra space
समझ रहे
you're
हो?
giving up at Rubble.
PRX NHK लीड में है.
Sure, from PaperX.
लीड में है PRX. क्या बात कर रहे हो रे?
Get these contact reactions, but the Nightfall in particular really challenging, even with the paranoia and all those flashes.
मेरा बर्थडे में
and
वॉच
stuff
पार्टी
that
करोगे? क्या बात है मेरे
PaperX
वॉच?
throws
वो आपको
out.
बर्थडे
Isn't enough
उस
to
दिन है
really
April 15 को
stop
है.
the momentum of
Oh,
Gen G when they're doing that
भाई.
execute.
पहला
So,
बोईशाख के नेक्स्ट दिन, you know
gotta
पहला
rethink. I
बोईशाख.
think we're gonna see
पहला
some more
बोईशाख is
Rubble
kind
control.
of
I
you
think
can
that's something
consider it as
that
the
obviously
Bengali
worked
New
out
Year. It's on 14.
in their eco round
Yeah, that's
win,
tomorrow.
when they
Poila
had the
Vaishak.
extra advantage of having an outlaw and a
PRX खत्म है PRX हाँ भाई
PaperX, which was just
एक सेकंड
weaker
नो
buy for Gen G. So
मैं गलती से हाँ
certainly,
बोला ठीक है आई डिडंट फोकस
certainly you gotta be
नाम
thinking
देखा
about that. You also gotta be thinking
ना
about these alt orbs. You know, one away from the showstopper.
do not
Lightstorm in the opening, not as
underestimate
important,
PRX
but
think
that's
about
something
कि
you
ये
gotta
मैप
consider
किसका
here
है
as
ये मैप
Gen
Gen
G
G का है
You know,
ठीक
the
है।
round
चार
hit, I
लोग
think
push
this will be
कर रहे हो
showstopper
उधर।
given over to Jing.
Yeah, yes, session. Quick and
Eco में
easy
कुछ
warp.
try
Of
कर
course,
रहा
this
है।
allows you to set up Forsaken in a bit of a trap on A with the Cypher setups. Now, really just trying to make
कॉल
sure
चला
that they
गया
cannot take over backside too
कॉटिया
easily.
अरे
Trying to
कॉटिया
look
कुछ
for
नहीं
the
कॉटिया
peak,
गलती से बोला
the
भाईजान
pegs,
कैसे हो
rather,
व्हाट्स वाले
upon the entry. Now, PaperX will try to funnel them towards the A
भाई
side.
आले
It's
मुझे
all
उर्दू सिखा
going
दो
as
यार
planned. But whether they can arrive in time is the big question. Texture goes in. Does he send it?
Really
The
quick.
showstopper. It's not checking drop
वो
just yet.
पिटपेल नहीं
He's
मारा
not wise to it
मुझे
at
लगा
all. His
मारेगा।
teammates
मुझे
are
भी
going
ये
to start
लगा।
to funnel in.
यही
One
obvious
gets seen,
spot
it's a
होता है।
burst, but only one has Forsaken wonders
good
where the
for
double
one.
peak will be.
1 for 1
Gen G thanking their lucky stars on that one as they haven't taken too much damage just yet. Texture holding close from heaven, but I'm not sure if he was spotted by the
Donkey,
trailblazers.
देखा
Not
नहीं?
at all.
उसको
He's
spotted
got
नहीं
the
है।
unstuck screen. He counts for one. That's one
अरे
down.
रे।
Tries to hide back into it. Jing goes way
जिनका नहीं लगा।
Not finding its target. Texture still alive. He's
Bro.
stabilized for another kill. Divine Freak is short. He won't find its targets just yet. The Nano Swarm keeps
Hard
them
fight
at bay,
कर
and
रहा
Gen G, they've got the
No
post
way, bro,
plants.
no
They've got the
way।
ये तो
angles. The
बहुत
Nano
tough है
Swarm will
भाई।
be cleared by Jing. He's quick on that.
Very good post
But they
plan.
have to push. They have to get kills. It's a 2v3. The spike is ticking down, and they are just getting pressure as
Impossible.
Meteor
ये तो
gets
tough
yet
है।
another kill. The paint shells, but
नहीं, ये नहीं
Jing,
HP है।
18 gets one kill. Can he at
नहीं,
least
तो
drop all the weapons? No, it's going to be
Jesus,
Lakia.
ऐसा-
Who will get the last
Anti,
kill, and
anti.
Gen G
Nice try।
follow up.
भाई वो वाला वॉल कैसा एक स्पेस बना दिया था रे उसके लिए टेक्सचर के लिए
हाँ।
Again,
Wasn't it
Texture
spotted?
with just positioning this time, not just great entry, great gunplay.
बट डॉगी जब
but
कूदा
just a
तब उसको
positioning
दिखा नहीं क्या
thing.
मुझे
Is it accounted
मैं वो
for?
वाला सीन
That, you know, you
सामने
can see on the
दिख
map
रहा
if
था
you're
वो।
watching. Device sends a flash
हाँ
towards the
सामने
to
देख
get
के वो
in
जंप कर
contact.
दिया था
So then they throw the
Yes।
Trailblazer, but does not see Texture.
Yes.
They're trying to set up Jing to find
Just
that
imagine the
player.
same texture
It's a
version
little
G at
too
one
close
point.
that he
I know,
blast
man, I
back
know,
into,
I
get
know.
that free pick.
बोलते हैं ना
Onto
you
what
cannot
will take.
like
The one player that
जो प्लेयर
probably
जिस
would've
टीम में
liked to
खुलता
have
है ब्रो
out
जब
of that
खुलता है
round.
ब्रो ही गोज ऑल
भाई
आउट
ये राउंड
टेक्सचर प्ले सुपर फकिंग गुड
बहुत
सुपर
सही
एक्सपर्ट
है।
उसके लिए तो भाई कुछ हुआ
अबे टेक्सचर कैसे आ रहा है उड़ के
Beast one, maybe both members as he's throwing the paint
Oh, by
shells as
clearance.
well.
There is।
Trying to make sure that they don't have an exit. Now, baby door
ये भी
broken
चाहिए भाई ऐसा
open.
रेस
So they have an idea of where the exits might have happened. Gen G
Okay,
now
I think
stabilizing as
too।
Meteor clears Mound. On the other side of
ये
the
तो भाई
map, they're really spreading their control of this attacking round.
क्या मुझे लग रहा है शांघाई में तो क्लोव बहुत स्पैम करेंगे लोग ओमन से ज्यादा
हाँ
मेरे ख्याल
yep.
Tripwires, it looks
और
like
ये टीम सबसे ज्यादा
Close
स्पैम
guy।
करेगी
something sliding
हाँ
over.
क्लोव तो
PRX
बहुत
तो
है
ले
Pressure at
लेगी।
ace, and
मैंने
it
टेंस का भी देखा
starts to
टेंस
assume
सिर्फ
that
ग्लोव खेल रहा है
maybe
प्रैक्टिस कर रहा है
might be being thought
अबे
about.
ये
Might
कौन
still
सी
be a
ट्रिप है
spot
बे
for Gen G, so they're
वो नीचे
trying to
पत्ते
figure
में
out
लगी थी वो
what PaperX's
हाँ
Yes।
bigger change up after that timeout was going to be, right? The previous round was a little bit of an eco, so you expect that this is the round that really
भाई पत्ता ट्रिप
maybe
ट्रिप
there's
लगा
gonna
रहे
be
हैं इनसे
no
क्या है
response. Maybe there's going to be a crunch out of Baby
ऐसे
Door
ट्रिप
or
भी
something
होते हैं
like that.
साइफर
Instead,
ठीक है मैं
Well
साइफर
foreseen.
सीखूंगा भाई
Yeah, but I
मैं
love
सीरियस
that
बता रहा हूँ मैं
from
साइफर
Devi,
सीखूंगा
right? They're aware that Gen G could rotate to either side, so on a timing sends a Trailblazer that brings Jing over
Omen
just in
smokes are better,
time
हाँ, but
before the execute
देखना है
happens.
ना
Is
flow
3
यार,
going to be
मजा
enough
आएगा।
for PaperX as we do see the spray coming in through the smoke? Nobody close. They 7 clear the second trip, but it's going to be something that draws the
Oy
air first.
bhai,
We're seeking to hit for a double.
oh।
Jing still alive on the site.
That's
Something
one last.
trying to bounce
आराम से
back.
please
Jing plus
bro
one
भाई
Texture.
टेक्सचर
He's
ब्रो
just
क्या
going in through aim training as all
ये
these
बंदा।
targets fly at him. 1v2. Can he get the clutch? He's already been spotted. He's
Done,
going to
done.
plant
Pick,
with
pick,
the
pick,
help of
pick,
the
pick,
paint
pick.
shells. Finds one. Doesn't have time though. He has to stick the
What
plan.
the
Will he
fuck?
have it? He stops it. Divine knows. And he goes for the peak. Texture
What the
with
fuck?
the ace.
मैं उन्हें राउंड निकाल दिया भाई
Once
जी
again, drags Gen
GG
G
भाई
out from the depths of hell in this map 1. What are
भाई
you
टेक्सचर
supposed
की
to
बात
do
कर रहे थे
against
अभी
that?
अब हम
That's
टेक्सचर की ही
unfair.
बात कर रहे थे
He's
fuck
just
Too
insane.
cracked, boy.
PaperX does so many of the right
भाई
things
ये
here.
Texture was forced to another role so that Rossi can duel,
Something
which was a
Jing
blunder, I
all
think.
year.
Obviously, it was a
They're trying to cover
bundle.
for
Like
this.
bundle बोल रहा
Then,
हूँ,
yeah,
blunder.
he gets forsaken.
Bundle.
You know, Jing does a good blast pack. Try to
But
find
yeah,
a
man,
little
look
bit
at
of
this
bait,
guy,
but
man.
gets up on
He's
top of
too
the box.
fucking good, man.
Texture's
भाई
just
वो
there.
वो वाले
एक करके क्यों
Plays this
गए
time perfectly.
पता नहीं माइंड फ्रीक का पिक थोड़ा सा रिस्की था
Divine might be trying to push you
3 महीने के बाद
with the
2v1 में
timing
तो ऐसे
after
नहीं
that.
करना
Of course he's
Holy.
fired up.
I mean, you see
Alex table
Lucky's
तोड़ना
face
क्या
there
कर
too.
रहा
His
है
teammates can't believe it either. I mean, yes, he's your star
अभी भी
player.
अरे नींद से उठा फंबल हो रहा है,
This is not
ब्लंडर,
normal.
यस।
अभी भी
उस समय
lead
दो
है ना,
भड़वे ड्यूलिस्ट
56
सिलसिला करता, किल्स नहीं करते, फिर बोलते आरआर करते।
हाँ वैसे तो पहले स्टार्टिंग राउंड में हो जाता था।
Duelist on Gen G.
mind-blowing. I mean, the way he plays that time at the end of it too, just absolutely brilliant. You can see Defy a little bit befuddled, not maybe expecting that last.
I think ना जिंग ने थोड़ा सा विफ किया था वैसे हाँ जिंग बॉक्स के ऊपर क्लियर उसको देख रहा था उसको देख भी नहीं रहा था आई थिंक विफ्ट इज बुलेट वहां पे थोड़ा सा इफेक्ट हुआ है
फास्ट मारा मेरे को तो ऐसा लगा
Okay, the first match is GENG versus Detonation, that is Japanese team. Okay, उसके बाद है वो G versus Talon. ठीक है. 15th April 15th.
Now he's up to a positive KD after that ace.
Yeah, it's been a rough going so far on Lotus, but he's back on top, and now Meteor finds a pick on C as well. That will slow things down for GENG. They know they have
पूरा score balance हो गया bro. If something pops up this round वो अलग बात है.
They've been spotted and something.
Okay, that's one.
You have to watch out for this. PRX, when they see an opening, they will not let go. They will track you back. And Meteor says, "Welcome right into my arms." 2 down with the Outlaw. Tries to peek around the boom bot, not going to find an opening. Now he's just trying to play for time as the rest of his team is creeping into the site. Guiding light comes out. GENG has to make a decision. The call comes out to try to reinforce.
बैठे snipe कर रहा है बैठ के
assistance as he gets another. Still only half armors on the remaining members of PRX as well.
Yeah, this is not the fight you want to be taking with just stingers in hand for PRX.
Bro, imagine GENG जीत
back off and try something a little bit different, but GENG hot on their heels.
ये कौन से आउटलॉ स्किन है? That's a default one.
More contact. Love these outlaws coming
out. Skin थी मैंने ध्यान नहीं दिया मैंने स्किन थी क्या?
वो भी ना वो जो बंडल नहीं आया था प्रिज्म वाला.
ओह हाँ वही तो है हाँ हाँ ये रेड वाला है.
ईगो और कौन सा आया था भूल गया.
Yes.
Ego outlaw, prism outlaw.
This is just so good. They know that the Cypher was gone from C site, but instead of waiting to see if the rotates have already happened, you don't know if PRX is split or not. They decided to just deathball it into the site, playing with the advantage of numbers.
सस्ती ऑपरेटर है वो.
मुझे लगा कि उसी ग्रुप में एक टीम ही जीती है. अच्छा मुझे ग्रुप से पता नहीं मुझे एक बार देखना पड़ेगा पूरा कैसे चल रहा है ये वाला इवेंट IL1.
You won't get a reaction.
Like what is the exact system
going on? They are just patient. They know they are so close to trying to tie this up. On Lotus, their map pick. This best of 3 in stage 1. Tapping the spike, mind free.
साथ में 3 वैंडल चलिए.
Now Outlaw picked up for GENG. He'll try to do what he can, but it's only one shot left in it. He can't go for the double. And Munchkin will clean things up.
शेड्यूल है पूरा जून तक का भेजे. हाँ हाँ भेजो मुझे. नहीं जून तक तो कहाँ है?
तुम उस पे देख सकते हो
कौन सा? ओ गेम में ना स्पोर्ट्स वाला सेक्शन.
गेम में भी देख सकते हो. मैं तो विकिपीडिया से देख लेती हूँ या VLR.
कोई नहीं तो लिंक भेजो. कोई नहीं प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. थैंक यू 100 पक्ष. किस किस ने किसी के महफिल में किस किसी को किस किया? रिपीट एक. किस किस ने किसी के महफिल में किस किसी को किस किया? एक ज़रेफ था जिसने हर मिस को किस किया और एक मैं था जिसने हर किस को मिस किया. ओह फक. कोई नहीं यार. You'll improve by the time.
But he's not going to land the shot. Devai will stop it, and that should stop the advance from PRX entirely. As GENG will slow things down just enough for something. He's thinking about peeking out.
Just the balancing round निकाल दिए. Nice one. ओए उसने मार के मार के दिया.
Right back in form for PRX. As they
क्या
will
बात
get another
शायद
round.
something flash.
क्या बात है पक्ष क्या बात है?
PRX finally got a round back.
See, basically the teams are divided into 2 groups, Alpha and Omega. Top 3 will be selected for the next upcoming rounds, I guess.
का इकोनॉमी तो पूरा है.
It is a very
It's still not clear. मुझे थोड़ा सा देखना पड़ेगा.
Wasn't exactly used at all that round.
Didn't matter. But it was there. That's all.
चश्मा लगाइए. चश्मा मेरा है कहाँ?
GENG there gets so much air.
Yes.
Then the
Where
fact
the
that
fuck
he's
is my
able to
chashma?
again, nobody recovers faster from landing after blast packs than GENG. He is just
मेरा
unreal.
चश्मा कहाँ है मेरे
His
को?
ability to stabilize his aim. It's tricky to do.
Raise
Now we're
the
going to see that Oda come into play as the doors being pushed by GENG. Forsaken somewhat aware.
चश्मा में नीचे रख के आ गया चश्मा.
You know, he found a little bit of damage on Hector, maybe.
वो मैं खाना खाते डाइनिंग टेबल पे रख के आ गया.
He's definitely had to play GENG a couple times before, but Kara
Bro,
goes down.
aye, the reply.
Took a big chunk earlier as well.
Perfect reply.
Now you wonder, is it even worth pushing for this
This
Soda?
pick,
Gonna
this
try to
pick.
draw that aggro over to the B side.
Bro,
This
bro,
is all
bro.
set up for Texture.
Oy!
He can get a kill.
अरे blind लगा नहीं था उसको
Back
something
as
something को
well.
मार दिया उसने.
But it's just going to be the neural theft, and Texture knows there's no way out. You have to push the B site. The post plant, they'll have to worry about that afterwards. They will look to push everyone out. The pit used for one side. Texture takes over heaven. The rest all choosing to stay inside the pit. So Texture's gonna have to buy a lot of time before the
Mind Freak कहाँ से आ रहे हैं इतना देर?
This is tricky for
Oh, they're not
PRX
going for it,
because
क्या?
There's no money left for Forsaken. Got enough.
Why is Mind Freak so away?
Over that Odin. Jeez, he knows he's
Ah.
so well.
I mean, barely just scrapes the cap.
कहाँ पड़ा बॉल में?
Raises head.
कहाँ से मारा?
वो टावर पे
But
मार रहा है
overall,
ना
Gen G, they get the read that with the Odin spam and no approach, that this might be a save. They read the credit situation here for the potential Odin.
Oh हाँ, उसका wall बहुत
Do
close
some
है.
damage.
मैं अभी देखा
It's
मैप का
not
टेक्सचर
entirely
वो.
necessary. Lakio, of
lines.
course, has his Nightfall as well. Other members sitting with enough to buy into the next round. So Gen G will let the round pass.
अच्छा अवराज, हाँ मैं
10 to
समझा
11 score line. We'll have to
Soul
take a
House
look
win.
how this
Soul House
impacts the next
मतलब?
round as Odin saved over by
जहाँ
Forsaken.
टीम सोल रहती
I want
है.
to ask you, Will. Did you feel like
Are you
PaperX
telling
was going
that?
to try that retake anyway? Like, did you have it in the back of your
क्या
mind?
ये बोलना चाह रहे हो?
Somewhere in my mind, until I really saw Mind Freak
अरे रुक जाओ
really
ना
sit
रुक.
at the other
Yeah,
edge of
yeah,
the
yeah.
map. I'm like, well, they might.
Yeah. It's in your mind, right? I mean,
Because they've done things where it's just Forsaken spamming and everyone sprints across, masking their audio. Like, they've done some crazy things with weapons they should.
They make the wall intentional like that.
exactly.
वो line वो
That's
space
why
छोड़ती है
Gen G was
intentionally.
a little cautious, but now, round 22, this is going to be the big one. Gen G continuing with their default opening to take over Rubble. And PaperX, they want to punish it this time. It's going to be a fast push out. Meteor, he's good for one. He makes the dash go away from the other. And now the back
Meteor डर लग बड़ा डरावना है Meteor bro. Not even
forces
kidding.
pushing out of B main. And Meteor, if he can get that kill, if he had gotten it, the map opens up for Gen G.
मुझे Meteor देख के Imperium Brand खेलने की मन हो रही है.
That was close for something. He's going to have just enough time to get out, but he still has no help. Everybody's leaning towards A. The read a little bit off kilter. Finally, with that Prowler coming through, now they're starting to shift back over, and it's immediate change in direction from Gen G. They're working the map so nicely.
Yes, it's still a
Map
full
अच्छी pick
minute
हुई है,
as
हाँ.
well. Now the big
I
benefit is
think
of
मैं
course Cypher
PRX
set up
को
on A,
पहली बार
and
देखी हूँ
Mindfreak
Icebox
understands he can't give
Hi,
up
Natrix.
space
Hi.
on B main. They need to get that
मेरे
information
को नहीं
nice
याद
and
है मैंने
early.
कभी आइस
And
बॉक्स
so
लिया हो या
PaperX, they
खेला
will
हो तो
hold
मुझे नहीं याद आ
2-1-1
रहा
spread out across the map. Trailblaze no clear mound on that timing. It's going to be the Odin pressuring, seeing if there's a reaction to smoke.
Oh, fuck.
मुझे लग रहा है
Oh,
जिन
okay,
लेना
The boom bot will take the hit for that one, but the Nightfall is going to force
मजा आएगा.
Forsaken out. Does he stick around? He tags one with the cam. Makes sure that they don't approach, and that buys him just enough time
Bro,
to try to get away. Still no audio, and he
Bro,
has no
कितना
idea.
दूर
that
भाग रहा है
he's
बेचारा.
Busy
बट
with
क्या
उसको
करेगा?
आना चाहिए था reload
Mind
करने
Freak
पूरा
takes
तो
over
Yeah.
drop.
चाहिए था.
Spike already
Audio नहीं था
planted
ना,
on
वो
Gen
problem
G,
था
set up
उसको.
for the postman.
बट
Texture
Sorry,
वही तो
कहा नहीं था.
सामने वालों को है तो वो पुश
Something
करेगा
might have
उसको
seen
पता
him because
उड़ेगा.
he catches the barrel, chases him down,
Nice.
immediately swivels for a second headshot. And now it's just going to be
ये थोड़ा
Meteor and
left-handed हो
Munchkin
गया.
2v2, but the health not on their side.
That's a good molly, हाँ. Box के ऊपर गिरती है.
One has to be launched right away.
ये तो हाथ से
It's a
फेंका.
lot of time bought. They couldn't clear it in time. Half not
तो
done.
वो spam
Now
पे ही ले
switching up that
जाएंगे.
position, trying to push it. They actually just get it with the spray, and if Munchkin
Spam
can't get it, it's going to be
पे ही
Meteor,
मारते हैं.
who's just buying time. Still enough for Mind Freak. He tries to turn away, but Munchkin
बेचारा.
finds a sliver
नहीं.
of an angle. They are tied up 11-11 after what
What's
seemed
the
an
economy?
insurmountable 10-4 lead
जी
for
के
PaperX.
अगेंस्ट लिया था.
Yeah,
अरे
I
तो
mean,
एक
PaperX
साल
trying
पहले
to
की
get
Bro,
बात
aggressive.
नहीं
this is an
कर
OT.
रहे. की बात
Trying to see if
OT
they
है.
can win some of those duels, but it's actually Meteor. The sidestep, something with an
You see this?
impressive
OT है
double.
ये.
But still, Gen G able to get into those post-plant
OT है,
positions,
ये लग रहा है
hold
मुझे
those
OT है.
angles just long enough.
हो
Trying to
सकता
play a
है.
little bit of game of tap the spike and dance around his PaperX, and it
Okay,
doesn't
ये
really
clash important है.
fool Gen G
उनका eco है वैसे
at
मतलब
all,
eco
but
नहीं
it's
मतलब
all that early game
light buys.
kind of anticipation of the pressure.
Two bulldogs
dealing
and
with
light
it,
shields.
And working the map nicely. Here we go, fast hit now.
Texture
Up
too
the-
hard, texture too close, boy.
For Texture to pick up a triple. PaperX, they tried to adjust, and Mind Freak's holding on for dear life. If he gets a third, it's a totally different story.
Bro,
Now
इसको
a
भी ले
1v2 for Forsaken.
यार.
Can he do it when PaperX needs it most?
You should expect कि उसे पीछे से आ रहा है.
Set
Fuck
up
उसके
all the
पीछे
way
ये
to C
Meteor.
site, but the lurk from Meteor, it's faster
Dude,
than
timing.
Forsaken might expect.
Link
He
angle
has
घुसा.
no idea, and it's going to be the kill. 12-11.
यार.
Map point for Gen G as the crowd goes wild in Seoul.
मुझे तो
I
लग
mean,
रहा है
again,
नहीं है OT.
PaperX tries to challenge a little bit
Hey,
sooner
ये
than
एंट्री
they
अच्छा
have
है.
been.
तू डिस्टर्ब किया था मैंने याद आया. Yeah, obviously यार यार.
He's so ready for it.
तो
He gets
चिंता
enough
ना करो.
comfort
तुम
with
याद
that
है.
initial hit, and no real bothering by the utility there. He gets ahead of the Sky Flash.
Bhai, crazy,
The reveal
bro.
from Lock
Bhai,
is
wo
so
control.
good. And then Mind Freak gets even deeper than Gen G's ready for, so he
Crazy
picks up
control,
3
bro.
huge kills, but still the round win comes from Gen G, so it's either going to be Matt Gen G or
OT,
overtime
OT.
forced by Paper X.
I
This
expect
attacker
OT.
side,
Something
both
to
teams have been
judge.
really good, but so far Gen G's maybe just slightly
This is a
better, especially
left.
with this showstopper coming into Texture's hands.
Yeah, and they
This
know
wall also
Paper
उनको
X,
वो
they
orb
failed
farm
the
करने भी
fight
देती
on
है.
Rebel the previous
बहुत
rounds.
easy
Gen
orb farm
G
है.
just calling them out on it, trying to pressure it once again. Takes the orb as well, sees if there's a reaction. It's a classic setup, and Paper X, they might have to go for a bit of a Hail Mary here. Just make sure that you stick to your guns and say that Gen
मुझे
G, they
feeling आ
will
रहा है
try
लोग
to push
siege
and pull us,
आएंगे,
but
you
they
know.
are set up on Rubble. That's the current
Can
call
they?
for Paper Rex.
But I
Now
think
you're
after a
worried about
pick
some
on
kind of
A, right?
counter
But A पे अगर pick नहीं
developed
मिलेगा
by
तो will
Paper
they
X
leave?
in between rounds on this A side.
Then also
I think
depends on the
something's
call.
looking
Okay, they are going for
potentially
it.
to get not just a pick, but maybe get an orb as well. Get that
Oh, they
blade
checked
storm
C.
going.
Rotation होगी.
Clear on the
Yeah,
side
rotation
of
coming for A,
Outpost.
but late
Now
है.
Paper Rex, they know
They'll
for
flood
certain
in.
as this door is open. That's going to be an A
Portion
hit.
भी side छोड़ के खेल रहा है.
Forsaken, does he look for a timing? He
Something
creeps
पे
in.
तो
He
है
hears the
भी
Cypher
जज.
Cage,
No,
but that's just
bad
bait for
timing.
Munchkin. The absolute 200 IQ play
जरूरत
beats out
नहीं
the
था.
Cypher Jing, trades for something. But they've already lost quite a few. Divide trying to clear the site. Spike still not planted. The showstopper will have to be used by Texture to make sure they have enough time. 3v2 for Gen G. Munchkin holding from afar by Rubble. Tries to cover their bases. The showstopper
OT आ रहा
set.
नहीं आ रहा
Okay,
OT.
Munchkin का pick बहुत important होगा.
Now Spike planted.
Mind Freak has to kill him.
Mind Freak, does he use the Cox screen against them? The smoke to see if there's a peek, but not quite just yet. Drop going to be filled up by Jing. It's going to be
Clear
a
the
pitch
default.
from Paper X.
Please clear the
creeping up
default.
with the
Oh,
barrel
he knows.
shoot,
He
as
knows.
Lakia turns his head. Texture gets the kill onto
Nice,
Jing, and Mind Freak knows he has to
Jing,
get it, but not in time.
Bro,
And
almost.
Fuck, bhai.
Gen
Nice try,
G
nice try.
will close out an insane 13-11 map. on
भाई
Lotus.
fucking भाई advantage पे थे क्या crazy भाई पूरा comeback कर दिए.
Comeback.
ना
from Gen
Gen
G.
G भाई अच्छा खेल रहे हैं.
It's that determination
Texture,
they've
bro.
had all year, that never give up
Texture
attitude.
meteor.
So many of their
भाई
games
वो
have
Fucking
gone
good.
to
इस राउंड की
three
वजह
maps,
से
they've gone the distance.
हाँ भाई वो
Ace
सुन पता नहीं
Played
टूट
an
गया पूरा.
insane
हाँ.
amount of
Confidence
games
आ गया.
already here in
पूरा
2024.
बरोबर.
confidence आ गया इनमें.
You can see that they are not
Well
breaking.
played Gen G
They're
bro.
holding
क्या खेले भाई.
fast. They're
मस्त
holding
खेले
firm.
bro.
बट वो थ्रो तो था यार.
Crazy है.
Team's really good.
टेक्सचर ने अच्छा
I wanna
मारा
mention it's
बट
been
थ्रो
the
तो
better
था
side
थोड़ा.
action on this map that's
हाँ
been
मतलब
really kinda
वही
outright
momentary
advantage.
1v1 लेने के decision innately वो अंदर है ना कि
Adaptations.
Absolutely.
ये क्या लिखा है
Paper X
जापानीज में?
came out swinging with a lot
sorry, I
of
mean,
new ideas with a lot of good reads, but they
मजा
ran
आ
out
रहा
of
Korean
steam
में?
near the end, and we'll have the analyst desk coming on to the show to break down the action a little bit further.
कितने खराब टाइम पे.
मोनेट बोले काहे रो रहे हो?
And just when you thought maybe Gen G
By the
was
way.
going to lose their map, they said, nope, this is our
Nope.
map pick, Lotus, and they
Nope.
bring
Yeah.
it back. But it didn't look
Kuch
like
bola
it was
kya?
Gen
going
G
to
won,
be
bro.
that way.
It looked really dominant in the first half. I think like
Yeah.
all
क्या कहते
of
400 हाँ भाई
Gen
जिंग
G
मिंग
को
लिंग
जीतना
से
है.
कुछ नहीं होता Gen G for the win एक गेम हुआ है वो भी Gen G का ही मैप था कैसे कैसे ऐसा बोल सकता हूँ रुको किरत भाई रुको wait until the next match see your Gen G getting wrecked by PRX just wait
सेकंड लास्ट राउंड की एंट्री मारी है भाई.
Just
team
wait.
से डिलीट कर दी.
am I readable Jian yeah you are Dipali hello
My
Making
guys,
a bit of a note towards me on the cast, and I'm saying
Just
this
you
because he's
wait.
walking past the moment. Yeah,
Let-
like,
let
they
the-
were over
let
Odin,
the
and I
competition
seem
happen.
to recall that Gen G didn't use the Odin too much, and
This
they
will
seem to
take time
win this
Jing
map,
वापस
so
join किया है that's
maybe
why
the Odin just
हाँ मतलब
caused
but
you
still
to
they're
lose.
doing very
I
good
don't know
man
what it is, but
It's not bad thing,
this
that's
was
doing
a
good.
hell of a
है ना?
banger opener, and if this is what we can
मैं
expect
चश्मा
from
का है
Xbox as well, with the confidence of PRX to pick that map coming in,
मैं सच में नीचे रख
oh
के आया
boy,
हूँ
it's gonna be one
बट मैं तो
hell
हर
of a
समय जब मैं
series.
पहन
Yeah,
लेता
both
हूँ
these
बहन
teams definitely did not let us down. 12
पता
first
नहीं,
kills
मुझे
on
याद नहीं आ
both
रहा.
sides, and I think you're right, Achilleos. The moment Texture got that insane kill, everything started to turn around.
Instagram ID of the
Started
girl
to see
taking
Gen G's
interview. कुछ नहीं
confidence.
होगा, पढ़ाई
Kojats
करो.
was saying that just now. Once Gen
पढ़ाई
G gets
करो.
that confidence, that's
सक्सेसफुल
actually the most
बनो
unstoppable thing about them.
फॉलो उधर से आएगा
Yeah, I mean, it's that confidence for sure. I mean, at the start, you know, they were starting to struggle a little bit. Paper X started to push out against it. Paper X won
Himani Black with the blue ID
at the start of
बरोबर
the second half.
thank you the 200 किरत भाई 410 से win यहीं हार गई PRX Gen G better than PR
With Lakia.
मैप ही उनका था देखो let's on the very bottom line map was theirs ठीक है and texture overperformed ठीक है minus these 2 points if it's a balanced thing it's tough ठीक है let's see ठीक है next round देखेंगे next game देखेंगे what is the next map chat
Kills to where he ended up is absolutely.
वो खाना खाने गया हुआ था
It was just
क्या?
yeah, it was just
Oh, तो थे था नहीं यहाँ पे?
turnaround from him, but Meteor
अरे कमबैक हो गया भाई,
consistently felt
जिंजी
like
कमबैक कर
Meteor
दी।
and Lakia were really the ones like
जिंग नहीं खेला, हाँ, जिंग उतना परफॉर्म नहीं किया।
impact from Carol,
Not
from
that
Munchkin, from
well.
Texture, and all that we're really used to seeing.
मतलब impact kills की बात होती है ना, वो उतना नहीं।
I think that
On the other hand, Texture wrecked it.
the Texture ace
Texture impact kills and over performance में तो बहुत मारा भाई। Multi kills bro, every time it's a multi kill.
good God, from the, I mean the whole map across, he was absolutely on point.
Yeah, he's consistently getting kills and just kind of anchoring down a lot of spots. Sometimes even in those clutch situations like that one that we just saw, he's able to pick up a couple of multi-kills here and there just to bring his team back from the brink. And that really gives them the even odds that PaperX needs to see
looking at the right.
round sometimes. The only thing is just that, you know, although everyone from PaperX was chipping in, we didn't
भाईजान आपकी होने वाली जोजा का नाम क्या है? जोजा? अबे जोजा भी एक टर्म होता है क्या? क्या बात है बे? You back home? Yeah, I'm back home.
Nothing quite as like magical or as highlight worthy as what Texture did.
Yeah, and I mean again, I think that's
हाँ
just
मतलब
something
वही
that's gonna take a
रही
little bit
टेक्सचर
more
ओवर परफॉर्म
time
ब्रो
for
देखो ना
PaperX to get
आधे
back
रिप्ले में तो
into
तुम्हें
those
टेक्सचर का किल दिखेगा भाई
just the
ये वाला क्लच हो जाता ना मजा आ जाता
play
ब्रो
that we were seeing from them so
He almost
consistently
did it.
throughout last year. And I think that that's perfectly fine. All ready for them to come in, and then, you know, Alex, he was saying that, you know, okay,
मतलब शंघाई तक जब तक शंघाई इज शंघाई ना anyway मास्टर शंघाई तक I think Jin will completely get set with the team
going to the event, playing with this 5-man core,
है ना?
and then coming back and
Wife को कहते
training
हैं
with this one. So I still would give them
Zoja.
the edge in preparation for
Zoja.
that. So for PaperX to still make that
वे मैं
as
धीरे
close
धीरे
of an
सीख रहा
opening
हूँ
map as it was,
Zoja.
I think is a
Any idea when the SL pendant will be available for delivery? I think it is already up for orders. Delivery hogi. Consider it to be like just give it 1 week time. थोड़ा तो होगा ना. थोड़ा तो होगा.
From this first map loss.
Well, if anything, I think Gen G gave PaperX a taste of their own medicine. You know,
वो जब बाल ना
coming back with
अब
a
काटने
hero
चाहिए.
play like that and just turning things around.
Yo Prasad bhai yo.
Their own version of their hive mind.
Dude,
and
Texture
I know
went
my Brave
413 in
Deborah has a
defense.
girlfriend buff right now. She's here in the audience. Yeah, you
He
can see
popped
her
off.
with Auntie Jing's mom. Now,
He popped off.
Icebox. We have not seen PaperX play this in a long
Zoja
time.
के साथ
And
सो जा.
Gen G, the last
हाँ मतलब
time
जब होगी तब उसके
they
साथ ही सोऊंगा ना.
notably played
What do you
Icebox,
mean?
it was against Sentinels. It was the map they dropped to Sentinels when they were so close to getting that Master's
Genji
trophy.
bans Sunset, PRS bans Breeze, Genji pick Lotus, PRS picks Icebox. Okay, the next is Icebox. Okay. Gen ban Split, PRS ban Eason, Bind remains. Okay, Bind is the decider. Okay.
been the cleanest map.
Bind
Similar
must
to,
आएगा.
like Zeta with Ascent in the past, where like you go to this map, you get wins on
I'm
it.
good.
It's
दीपाली आप
always a
बताएं.
struggle. It's always
मैं तो अभी
so
जस्ट
damn
आधे घंटे
close
1
when
इंच
you
से
go
उठ
to
गया
these
बट
wins.
एक बात है
But
ब्रो
PaperX, I mean,
कल
clearly they
6
have a lot
घंटा
of tape that they
स्ट्रीम
have
किया
studied, that they will
कल
have
3 बजे तक हमने
studied
लीथल
coming into
खेला
this one. So for
उसके
them
बाद
to
हम लोग
not
सोने
show
गए
it for the
भाई
longest time,
मैं बता रहा हूँ मैं
it's
बिस्तर पे
into Gen G,
ऐसा लेटा
they have to have a
ऐसा
pretty
आंख
solid
बंद
idea about how to counter
ऐसा आंख खुला
It is a
सुबह
bit
के 10
worrisome, though. I mean,
फिर उसके बाद
still, you
चलो
know,
मैंने फोन घाटा थोड़ा
we know
फिर उसके बाद
about
फिर से
PaperX,
सो
they
गया
prefer some of these, like, wider open
अरे सीधा 12 बजे
prefer to be able to work around the
मतलब
map.
इतनी
Icebox, it's like
कड़ाके की नींद हुई है ना
heavy, you might
कि
be
मैं अभी
able to
पूरा
work around
पम्प्ड अप
mid
हूँ
a
मैं
little
वॉच
bit.
पार्टी करके
Other
सीधा
than
जिम
that,
जाऊंगा
mid has been opened up so much more because of that tiny little window around tube. And, yeah,
किरण पे 200 पेंडेंट सोल्ड आउट की बात करोगे क्या अपना प्लान
they're gonna run. We
So-
had
sold
Jing
out नहीं
battle
होगा,
Siege
sold
before
out
in
नहीं
the past.
होगा.
We had CGRS with the
अरे उसका तो हमारा उसका तो हमारा बैक एंड से हो जाएगा
I mean, so far, you know, 9
हीरत
days
भाई
of prep.
हम जब लोग वो
is
चीज प्लान
just
करेंगे
situations, I
कि
guess.
कब करना है वो चीज
You
तब
could.
तो हम
I
बैक
mean,
एंड में
they're
बैन
so
कर लेंगे हम तो
solid.
बात कर लेंगे ना
On Icebox, I think that, and there's probably
समझ
even
रहे हो
more
जो भी
out. I
वेंडर
can't
है
really think of any
तो वो
crazy
तो मैं बात कर
performances
लूंगा
that
उससे
we've
प्रॉब्लम
seen
नहीं है
widely on Icebox since
जस्ट
the
वो
Jing
दिन
League.
अच्छा
There's
एक
probably a
प्लान
lot
होना
more
चाहिए
that you
बट
can
दैट्स द
do.
टारगेट
There's
राइट
some
नाउ
crazy line you can
दैट्स द
do.
टारगेट राइट नाउ
Completely land in a window, you know, you come
है ना?
straight up and then hook your way
इसलिए
left into the window and just
मस्त करेंगे
annihilate anybody that's there.
और
Catch it
इवन
too, but,
आई वाज थिंकिंग
I
अबाउट
think
इट आई
you're
also
seeing
thought
what
कि
they are
लेट्स
gonna
डू
do
इट ऑन अ
together. If I had to
वीडियो
guess, I think it is
I was
probably
planning to
gonna
have
go
a
back
video
to
let's see देखिए
things that they had
मेरे माथे पे कंटेंट आइडियाज तो आ रहे हैं फिर कंटेंट बनानी पड़ेगी
I think you're right.
हाउ टू
though.
फोकस द
We-
ग्रोथ ऑफ चैनल टू
I would be surprised if we didn't see something a little bit crazy, a little hair-brain idea like we saw in Sunset.
Hey,
with
कुछ
that
ना होगा,
sage
हिमानी.
ball and, Onyet
नहीं.
going
Sure.
up on the Omen. You know, little
Yeah.
little fun things that you see the rest of the Valorant ranked community start using afterwards. I'm sure we're going to see some
मेरे
of
को
that.
थल भाई का पेंडेंट
probably
चाहिए
could find decent
अच्छा,
value running
okay.
something like Sunset Comp on Icebox. I think that you
Will you come at Comic Con? No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
initiators into the mix there, have something play the Gecko instead of
Is there your
Jet.
views on
And I think
VCL
it's
SA?
actually
I'm not
relatively
watching it.
successful doing it.
Challenges League में
I
नहीं
feel
देख
like they
रहा
still
हूँ.
probably
कौन
wanna
जीता?
keep that Jet in, especially with something playing.
Genji.
But, you know, that's the thing. You got this idea
have-
of a Gecko now.
What the hell is
Still
that?
game.
So, before we talk about that, we're going to talk about agents. Like, there's more to talk about
God,
agents.
our ranks.
But we got to do our game where we will adjust our ranks. You saw this at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
I'm currently at Diamond. These guys are at Gold. This is not our in-game rank, but our Pacific rank based on this question. I feel like we need to clarify that. Because these guys are definitely not
Viewers'
gold.
vote is on GENG more.
They're better. They're much better.
Which player will record a higher kill count?
Yeah, so Texture or Jing will get the higher kill count on this. I think this is a... Do you want to talk to the process or do you want to share your vote first?
I go for
let's
Jing.
go for it.
Let's just go for it.
Okay. I got mine.
I got mine too.
You guys
Are
ready?
you ready? Wait, he's
Let's go.
showing
Let's show it. Let's show it. Show it. Show it. All right, you guys are all
Okay.
picking
भाई सब Jing
Texture.
texture बोल रहे हैं
you not?
कोई नहीं Jing is not alone I'm
amazed.
supporting
I
Jing
thought for sure.
धार्मिक भाई thank you the 100 जरा भाई pendant sold out नहीं होना चाहिए मैं next weekend purchase करने वाला हूँ अगर खत्म हुआ तो आपका pendant लेके जाऊंगा ओके भाई good luck going through
I just said,
दुबे
how can
दुबे
you
पाजी
not? After watching
दुबे
like,
पाजी आपको उठा के
how
पछाड़ देंगे
smart, how like calm he was, how zoned in he was, that has to say everything.
But what if he's playing a Sentinel? Then we're screwed.
Well,
Sentence
no,
best team in the
because
world
he
right now for me yes
dropped some big
yes
value kills on GE last year, so even if Texture goes to play Sentinel,
let's
He's playing
go
Omen.
ओ भाई
But,
सेज खेल रहा है.
Jing Sage
Jing is on.
my
no
God.
ring.
what the fuck
Okay, so we're not seeing a double.
texture भी
kill.
चलो Omen है but Sage
What I expected from PayPRX. This is not what I was expecting from GENG.
Duelistless comp?
So they're doing,
We're not diving in anymore.
yeah, they're doing what I said PayPRX
Is he okay?
would do.
अबे
Um,
क्या?
we have a no duelist comp
Perhaps from the coach?
we have Jin on Sages
okay.
yeah
You're trying to cook for each
मैंने वही बोला
Lie, though.
texture
This-
Omen
मैंने देखा ही नहीं.
this has gone on no duelist comp
We have seen
at least they have a
lot
double
of
controller they have single
shift
now
over to playing Omen and looking
PRX ने एक duelist में invest किया है
the biggest
This
example.
they do not
You get somebody that's
fuck,
very
अजीब
smart
है.
about their movement, about the
This is
decision-making moment, the
हाँ
moment
ना?
you put them on Omen, they can absolutely thrive.
And GENG starts out on defense.
और PRX का attack है ना
We're gonna
PRX
have
has an
first
attack
ever seen from PayPRX in
Attack,
a
okay.
long damn time. Let's go to our casters, William
Let's go.
and Paperthin.
Well,
भाई
everyone
PRX का
wondered
perma
what
ban नहीं था
Texture
इस
was
बार.
doing last year, but
उनका
now
pick
the
है ये.
question's back as he's no
उन्होंने
longer
pick
on
किया
the
है.
kill list.
ये
Picking
साल
up the
पहली बार
Omen, and the
खेलते हुए
desk
देखा.
is
हाँ,
talked
वही,
about, you
इनको
know,
तो perma
shift.
ban था,
Yes,
मेरे
we've
को
seen
दिया
it,
है तो.
obviously. Omen
इन्होंने पहली बार
oftentimes
खेला है
used as
इनको.
a sub-dive agent as
Lol.
well. But a very
But
new
इनका
look
पहले के
from
time में
GENG,
बहुत
where
strong
they've
हुआ
always
करते
had
थे, इन्होंने
some sort
जब
of
आया ना
hard
इसलिए.
dive
ओए मैंने चीज
with
ध्यान
power
दी
compositions.
This is
भाई Intel is sponsoring
truly shocking.
Intel is a
the way-
sponsor
I
क्या
mean,
बात है
Texture is
Intel
so
for the
good
win
at Jet.
बहुत slow
Typically
खेलने
very
वाला है.
reliable with an operator. Probably still going to see him pick it up
वो
anyway,
defense है
but
पहले.
you can always shift it over to Meteor as well.
but that's nice
On this
bro
defender side, really taking a ton of space, leaving the A side open, just a
Bro.
little bit of the KJ
कैसे
utility
team को
cleared
step up है.
by PayPRX.
as if A exist नहीं करता
Now, let's see if
हमारी
they
वाली
can
में
allow
exist नहीं होती.
for this
हाँ
retake
ये default में
for
तो
Nano
मॉल
as
ही
well.
फेंक के रखी है that's it
Everything open here for PayPRX. Using that wall. Make sure that this play is safe, but GENG trying to figure out exactly where they're going to come from. It looks like mostly from their side.
Yeah,
No,
I
no.
was just gonna cycle
हाँ,
back
बढ़
through
रहा है.
screens now.
I'm
Something
here.
about the stage, well, obviously very good in the pistol, but in
वो
general
मुंडी
as
घूम
well,
रही थी माइक
it
के
should
उससे.
be very good against the double flashes of the Gecko KO, as you still won't be able to fire through all the angles. Something just going to get a blind kill through the smoke. That'll dwindle down to numbers, and a lurk already in action by Divide. We'll keep our eye on that on the middle of the map. As he's
भाई
already
मैं तो ये
cycled all
सोच
the
रहा
way
हूँ
through, but the wingman's
कि
still
जेंजी
going.
पे इतने
That's
सारे
Snake
मौलिया
Bite
पोस्ट
taking
प्लान भाई
away little
4-4.
bro anytime soon.
Exactly.
And we've seen this too many
Ah.
times for it to happen again. As GENG will
bro
get
they
the
left A
views.
open तब भी post plant bro
पूरा
Yeah, I
rotate
mean,
This
कर
shit-
लिया.
PayPRX, they were able to get what they wanted, get into their post-plant positions, get the lurk, but Munchkin just too good on point. He's so confident on this map in the KO. He's just going to take that space, trying to get into your lines, trying to make
by
very difficult
PayPRX
for you to
with
get
the
those
force
post
by
plants that
highlight
you want to get set up.
अब तो W आ
The texture
जाएगा.
with the outlaw, in fact, kind of curious exactly
फिर से ये
who's gonna
W कर
grab,
रहे क्या?
maybe some
High
of that
five,
long-range
Himani, high five.
sniper weaponry.
Well, yeah, it's going to have some good value too, though, as this
Yeah.
force spike
Oh
comes
shit
out.
भाई ये
But they
knife
have
तोड़
armors
पाएंगे.
with
Yeah,
PayPRX.
full
Surely they suspect an outlaw when it's
Nice.
GENG with Texture and Meteor. So we'll see what ideas they have. It's going to be a high pop flash from the KO.
Flash हुआ भी नहीं है.
Paranoid to buy more time.
बाप रे.
Allows him to reposition a little bit. Something with the hard dive in. With the dash, but Munchkin already
तो देखा ही नहीं है. चलो Jing निकाला. Fade it off.
Mindfreak's already close.
Oh, nice shot.
And he's going to be able to kill Texture. Not able to stabilize in the smoke. And the spike will be planted. It's surrounded.
Oh, नहीं देख रहा.
What smoke of one. Mindfreak going down. And Jing all alone. Stinger in hand. Judge and Bulldog to work with for Gen G. It's going to be the Dizzy that's used to clear away from heaven.
Get up the roof.
Creeping in from Karon. The Judge gets the
No,
kill
Judge.
from about me.
भाई को ना मुझे बच्चे उड़ गए भाई.
अरे पहले
सीधा
अभी
3-0.
राउंड के स्टार्ट में इतना दूर कैसे मार के आया वो जज पे बीमेन पे घुस के मारेगा उसको.
I mean,
I
it's
guess,
an
वो लोग push हो
interesting
गए
idea
होंगे.
from PaperX. You
वो
send
देखो
them
ना
out,
बीमेन के बाहर कोई मरा है और वो भी राइट हैंड साइड में रहा वो लॉबी भी नहीं मरा.
upgrade
वहाँ पे जज पे मारा उसने इतना आगे आके.
PaperX opted for, but he just
ये
loses
देखो.
out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, भाई.
कर क्या था उतना.
Some early aggression, able to use that against them. The rest of the
Damn,
guns
भाई,
not
तो गलती मारा.
really revealed until they get on the site, but it's not.
मुझे
managed
hello.
very well by
Hello,
PaperX.
Nisabeh.
फिर से वुड्स में.
Avoiding the dizzy,
No
picks
one-
himself up, gets the dink, and tries
अबे
to.
क्या कर रहे हैं पागल लोग ये क्या?
फिर से वुड्स कर रहे हो.
हो गया
It's a
प्यार
judge
इसका.
that he's going to be facing.
इनका मेंटल हो गया भाई अब
Now
तो जीत
Stingers
के
and a
रहे.
Vandal and half buy. So this
ये
is
हारे ना सीधा
Salva.
टाइम आउट मारेगा
A
एलेक्स.
ton more value is
नहीं,
on
ये
the roster on this end.
एक्चुअली इन पे लॉस बोनस बहुत आया है अगर ये जीते हारे भी तो.
All going as planned for Gen G. The
इनका
lead
बाय
is
होगा
taken
अगले
over
राउंड.
Alex ने अभी
very
टेबल
nice.
नहीं
Quit
तोड़ी ना
1
तो
point away
मैं
from
नहीं
that null command.
इन पे देखो ना हजार क्रेडिट बचे सब पे बाय हो जाएगा अगले
Gen
राउंड.
G know that this is an execute onto the site. Texture's holding close. He
उल्टा
gets
इन
spotted by
जेंजी
the
पे नहीं होगा.
dash.
जेंजी बाई चांस हार गई तो
Time
2
as
राउंड
Munchkin
जाएंगे.
will take out one of the paranoia for support, but it's going to be
वो भाई हो गए
PaperX that just
ट्रेड. लोहल.
absolutely overwhelmed Gen G. So we'll go for another plant. This time, no Sage left alive, so no wall to block off the lines of sight.
ये सब फाइट
Eager
जरूरत
takes
नहीं होती है
advantage of the long
ना.
range.
जी फाइट जरूरत.
Off the Viper.
भाई बहुत रिस्की है, मर जाएगा वो चल.
With the nanoswarm is ready for the trade as well. For
Okay,
Zane
जी
eventually
जी
moves
वहीं
out.
पे जा रहा है.
That gives
Something bro,
Gen
no
G the
HP
rest of the
completely.
forces to push through the thrash. Will clear out all the areas. Finds him.
GG's,
and
man.
he is detained. And forget
करेंगे भी
any
नहीं, उसे छोड़
sort
देंगे
of
bro.
disrespect. They will just
छोड़
be
ही दिया,
going
वो
for
knife
the
करने जा
deep
रहा है.
Slugya barely lands in time to get the kill without taking any damage.
और
It's going
भाई
to be the third
क्या
round.
प्रॉब्लम पोस्ट प्लांट से कैसे बैठ रहे हैं ये लोग? It's always the post plant.
Saw it a lot.
और एक्चुअली इनको एडवांटेज भी मिल गया वो दो.
Able to find some value
Yeah.
early. Yeah,
Breaking
PaperX gets
news:
the plant
Alex
down,
went
but
to market to buy new
losing
belt
some
for the team.
pieces
What
of
the
the
fuck,
puzzle
man?
along
वो
the
फिर
way.
से बाय करा है
Buy
भाई.
that started with the rifles this round. That's so
बाय तो रुक ही नहीं रहा इनका.
You're so good with that gun. It's not even fair. There's good
भाई,
trades
वो
here for
इसके बाद हो
PaperX,
गया
but
इनका
the weaker rep.
हाँ मेरे को लग रहा है अब तो भाई.
And a good start.
अब
Yeah, let him know,
brand वाले
Lockett.
players
It's a
आ
good
गए हैं
start.
बाहर.
For sure for Gen G. The
बाप
force
रे
buy, of
फोर्स
course,
बाय पे
making that
उनकी इकोनॉमी
third
वो नहीं हो पा रही.
much
जेंजी
easier.
की बेचारों को
Lockett
लड़ना पड़ रहा है.
taking the orb, but not going for it. Gets slowed up.
फिर से पुश. अबे ऐसे लग रहा है रिपीट देख रहा हूँ मैं लूप पे.
वही सिर्फ बेटर गन्स लेके आ रहे हैं.
Paranoia at the ready. This is a trap play set up by
Hey
Gen G.
Taki,
They're gonna
thank you for
push
the membership
forward.
and gifting me 10
They're
gifted
ready for
membership.
build push,
Thank
but Texture
you.
Nice one.
Thank you
तो
bro.
पनिश
Thank you.
हुआ है.
Thank you.
टेक्सचर पनिश हुआ है बहुत ज्यादा.
Really appreciate it, man.
Dash in, but something he's been surrounded.
Oh,
Lockett
yeah.
tries to push him, but
Oh,
something's
तेरी.
just waiting for that opportunity.
How does it
And that
work?
allows the rest of PaperX to try to
बहुत
storm the
अंधा
site.
fight कर
Munchkin
रहे
and
हैं.
Meteor holding true in the
Overheat
back
हो
of the
रहा है
site,
ये तो.
trying to isolate the 1v1s, but they can't get in. The node command
का जीत
will
गया.
just go down.
At last a round on the board.
Bro,
Karon
Karen
not
जिंदा है.
able to
जब
rest.
तक Karen
Munchkin
जिंदा है
eventually
राउंड
gets
खत्म
taken
नहीं हुआ
out.
है.
A
No, ये क्रॉस नहीं तोड़
3v1.
पाएंगे.
Karon, the rookie star, quiet at the first map. Can he find an opening
Yeah,
in the
Jing.
second?
For the timing.
Gets pinged, uses that against them,
Oh,
isolates
bro,
one.
ये कि why this 1v1?
Don't have Jing, sorry.
अबे ये तो उसकी गलती है भाई.
Wide away from the corner.
हमेशा क्लच करता है हमेशा.
Tempo in this match certainly
वो
feels
जिंग के अंदर का भी शायद वही चल रहा है.
for both
1v1
teams. Wouldn't think so
लेने के लिए
without a
पीक कर
duelist
रहा
on
है.
the side of Gen G, but
अभी
they're
इनका
happy to
इको है
try to
क्या?
take space. They're trying to catch PaperX.
बेगल
तो रहा है.
250 प्लस आज 10 मेंबरशिप एक भी नहीं मिली मुझे. It's a luck thing man. ऐसा कुछ कर नहीं सकते मेरी जान.
Lakia who goes for it wisely backs
can't
off.
be
I don't
saved
know how
about
someone
it.
wins that battle, but
बट
then
क्या
something
डब्ल्यू है
keeps
एक ही
angle.
चीज
There's two
करेगा
players
रे
for Gen G
एक
there.
तरह
He's
से
taking
You're
out.
watching
On the other
PRX,
side,
my friend.
the trades are much better for
सिर्फ एक
PaperX.
पे
They
रश
swing
करेगा
around towards
रे.
the box.
पूरा रैंक कॉल है ब्रो. पूरा रैंक कॉल. अभी
Down, but
अभी रश.
Be split, be split.
very
और मिक्स
chaotic
में
उन्होंने
so
रीड
far.
करा है उन्होंने
Obviously,
रीड
we
करा
haven't seen
है.
Icebox
पूरा हाँ बे पूरा
from
नाइफ में
PaperX
सब
पूरा
पकड़े
छोड़
हैं.
दिया.
some time. This push out forsaken.
अरे फिर भी
One.
मार.
Out
Okay,
we go.
equal.
Munchkin is nuts.
Hey,
How is he
gun
always
ले
so
लिया.
good with these guns? He's one taps.
Especially on Icebox as well, right? There's something about him. Turns that switch on.
Something
Tries to
मारना
stabilize
पड़ेगा.
a
They have one
4v4.
gun.
Texture will recover that weapon
Shoot!
now. That could be the deal breaker, but no, No, Jing just shuts down right away. And GENG, despite having a 3-1 lead, of course, the econ very low. Munchkin gets the kill from afar as we see extra damage coming in from Karon with the right click. Now just trying to retake some space, but with the rifle recovered.
थोड़ा सा low composure है उनका.
कीबोर्ड में ना एस बटन है ही नहीं.
Once again, he's ready for it. Sees the leg, and he will swing right back.
They are getting punished और कुछ नहीं bro. अपने ego के लिए punish हो रहे हैं और कुछ नहीं.
Karon eventually goes down. Munchkin,
इनके
does
left
he get
peek
the
है.
call that someone's close? Might have caught a glimpse of him, and he's going to get 4
मैंने teams का भी
on
सुना था.
the ace, but he needs to defuse the
He
spike
doesn't
as
know.
well.
He doesn't know the
Not
position.
sure about the position, waiting for Divai, who's oftentimes lurking, but not going to find him just yet. Divai will tease him with the timer. Munchkin just wants to take away the weapons one last time.
Almost an ace,
Divai
man.
will secure the round.
Almost an ace, man.
I mean, what a round for Munchkin, though. Yeah, you get
Jing
the
का
win.
sage खेल रहा है. I'm not sure. This is the first time seeing him playing Jing.
Lose a
I
lot
don't know why Jing is playing so aggressive. I'm not
Actually अगर ये
sure.
round पे हारे
Sorry,
GENG
it's a
फिर से reset
mental
great
thing.
opener. But
नहीं करना
Munchkin just so
भाई क्या
good.
टॉप मार रहा है something में भाई
They're
क्या
using that
sweet
wall
लगा
to
दिखने
get up
में.
top. And just barely, they're able to get through it. Jing, when they used to play this map 2 years ago, was playing on the Sage a lot, so kind of going back into that comfort pick here for PayperX. No Divai on Chamber. I was kind of curious to see if we were going to get to see a repeat of it, but
different था.
certainly in this current meta, Killjoy
कहते रहे लोग हेवन आ रहे
running
हैं
so much
शायद
space,
वापस.
especially on your defender side.
हेवन
Keep so
अभी
much
लास्ट में
information
गया
under
और
your
वापस आ रहा है.
control.
हाँ,
अच्छी बात है, आ जाए भाई.
Xbox भी तो ऐसे ही किया था याद नहीं? Xbox जाते ही आ गया था.
Be tasked with that.
जाते ही थोड़ी आया.
मतलब एक act बाद
दादा next में ही आया था वही बोल रहा हूँ.
हाँ, कि next rotation में सीधा आ गया था वापस. Actually scene क्या मेरे को लग रहा है Pearl या Faction में से कोई एक नहीं आएगा.
And the null command comes through though, so it's not going to be allowed.
Oh, but still मारा point fit में nice. I didn't expect him to kill.
Backs out just to hold an angle.
अब Jing aggressive नहीं हुआ. अभी होना था aggressive
Will
इसको.
get planted, but it's going to be GENG who already has so much space and a numbers advantage 4v3. Now the alarm bot goes off. They know that they're still bouncing around the entry from green into the site. Yellow not cleared yet for GENG. All of them grouped up. The paranoia goes all the way through. Should have hit something, but they can't find it right around the edge just yet. And Meteor, he's still running and gunning when he swings around. Something will barely get that kill with 28 HP. The snake bite clears it right at the end at the pit, but it's right up against the wall. The spike should be easy to spam through. Little bro tries to go for it, and Lakia swings out to assist the little bro, and it's going to be Wingman going for the defuse once again, 4-2.
उससे हर बार एक aggressive angle ही लेना है bro. As if he's not playing a Sage.
For this post plant, so they're going to send Divai on alert. He actually does find a kill, but by the time he gets there,
वही.
the pit's already in. What are you going to do against this? And it makes it so
एक बार कर
challenging.
लिया
नहीं ये तो खराब है. They are not playing good. Even if the score is like 4-2, बहुत early है बोलना, but PRX is not playing
Feels
good.
like he has to go for it. Had the lockdown, didn't really have time to commit it.
पता नहीं बहुत
हम तो करेंगे.
Hold on,
बड़ा
is
दिल में
GENG
दर्द
fighting
कैसा
for
गेम
fourth
खेल
round
रहे हैं.
win. Now you've got a ton
ज्यादा
of
टीम में झगड़ा हो गया कि मैं तो किल नहीं मारा चलो.
set up for kind of a stabilization, seeing if they can maybe get that lockdown into play right around the corner. Texture,
भाई.
watching for that belt.
ये कौन सा मेटा है? बस स्टिंगर मेटा, वो भी इतने लंबे मैप पे.
Not sure if they
PRX, bro.
Hey Dipali, thank you for upgrading your members too. Zeref Stars, thank you. You'll be added to the WhatsApp group. Yes, now. एक second, you were not in the WhatsApp group, no? Yeah, you upgraded it, na? You'll be added. Yes. आपका number please रियम या तो इनुसुके या तो हिमानी किसी को भी दे दे, वो आपको ऐड कर देंगे. ठीक है? हारुकी किसी को भी दे दो. Okay? Thank you for the upgrade. Thank you.
Itself, Munchkin ready with a flash drive and the dizzy. The double flash is being prepared. Can they clear out the lockdown? The lineup, is it going to land? And it should just be
अबे स्कल भाई आप नाइट बॉट से काहे बात कर रहे हो? Haruki has my number. It's always Haruki has everyone's number. Interesting.
बाप रे इन्होंने तो पहले ही वो कर दिया अंदर घुस के.
But they don't even have the side control, bro. Just डाल दिया पिट को, dump कर दिया.
And it's going to be an all-out brawl
कैसे
right
trade हो रहा है
outside the
back
pit
and forth,
as we
back and
see
forth.
GENG continuing to get the kills.
क्या चल रहा है?
Forsaken
क्या
not
देख
able
रहे
to
हो?
pick up the upgrade to the
भाई
weapon.
बहुत shit हो रहा है.
अरे ऐसे लग रहा है कोई स्ट्रैटेजी नहीं है, बस घुसे ही जा रहे हैं.
Outside his
वही.
comfort zone.
एवरेज रैंक लॉबी जहाँ पे दोस्तों का झगड़ा हो चुका है और सब ऐसा अपने तरह खेल रहे हैं.
मैं यही बोलने वाली
Hail Mary
थी.
push
अरे
out
इस बार
as
नहीं
the
होगा,
pit
अब होगा,
goes down,
चलो
trying to recover, trying to isolate the
घुस जा रहे
members. But Lakia is still
मैं
around
भी
the
अपना
corner.
अभी
No
जो एक गेम
time
खेला
left.
अपन ने वो याद आ
And
रहा
it
है
will
मुझे
be the
देख के.
round for GENG
Okay.
as Mind Freak will get a consolation kill onto Lakia.
It's everything in the kitchen sink thrown at this round by
Bro,
PayPX.
it's just
And they
ego
still can't
battles,
get over the
bro.
line. They still can't get that win. Perfect
हम
placement.
थोड़ा
on
सा
that grab
added
bet
नहीं
by
है
Munchkin on the lockdown.
किस चीज में added
That's a
नहीं
tough
हो
one to get sometimes because they
Members
have to
group
land it
में?
so perfectly because there's
Imani,
only a
you're not
small
adding in the members
circle
group?
that the frag
मैं तो
can
जब ही add
clear
करता,
just by
आज ही add
itself
करता।
on that
कहाँ
lockdown
है
that's
तू add
right
नहीं,
next
आगे
to
क्यों
where it
नहीं बोल रही?
lands. So really nicely done by him to get that, having just a phenomenal map for Gen G is Munchkin in so many different ways, setting him up really nicely there, and certainly Alex trying to get them back on track, but with all those
Actually,
ultimates
इनका
used
lineup
there,
Gen G का
Will,
बहुत strong है attack में.
now you start to worry
Yeah.
about
Attack पे
PayPX
इन पे इतना
because
util है ना
even in
side
a
लेने
round
के
where
लिए.
you
इतने molly है भाई
feel like
angle
you've got
clear
that
out करने के
opportunity, you
लिए.
can get that pit down, you can use that lockdown
इनके लिए
okay,
बहुत
gets
hard
cleared,
होगा
so
defend
what?
करना.
You have the Blade Storm, you have everything you need
It
to
still looks chill.
get a thrifty win, but it doesn't come through. Gen G's just too good right now,
उनको
controlling
भरोसा है
the
ना
edges.
कर
I think
लेंगे.
Forsaken gets a little greedy, trying to go for that rifle.
ये क्या
They're
है?
on top of Nest
मुझे
there.
अच्छा लग रहा है
I mean,
PayPX
again,
अंदर
like,
pressure है पता नहीं
that
क्यों.
costs them, you know, maybe
मुझे
it's
लगा
safer to
PRX
just
को
play
भी
the
नहीं
pit at
पता
that point,
actually
make sure
कि
you
क्या
get
हो
the
रहा है.
plant.
Yeah,
किसी को
thought he
नहीं
had a
पता.
moment,
अंदर
but of
pressure लग
course,
रही है यार.
I mean, this is something that they were
बहुत
so
वो
good
कर
at
रहे
in
हैं
the
hasty
first
खेल
map
रहे
on
हैं.
Lotus, was recognizing that
Extreme
Gen G will
controller,
also
हाँ.
never let go of the pedal once the fight starts. The
ये
trades
हमारा Alex
always
नहीं है ना?
continuing to flow
Duplicate
in.
बिठा है.
But as you mentioned, the ult's gone, but it's going to be a force up into the rifles. Only a
Seems
sheriff
like
for
our
Forsaken
rank
on the
games,
side of
exactly.
PRX. Meanwhile, Kieran still happy to pick up the judge here.
कैसे
as we've
privacy
seen
चाहिए
that
इसको?
PRX is
घर
going
बना
to
ले.
keep up the pace to 11. Really push the sights in. That's going to be the trap play set up here on green. Mosh used to push him back, allows Kieran to set up close by the door.
इंडिया की कौन सी वाली
Caught
टीम
a
है?
glimpse of it on that jump, but not quite the weapon just yet.
इधर नहीं है.
Just going to be holding that angle. Actually, he's going to try to push it.
G के अलावा.
Oh no,
So
the pop
dangerous.
flash.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and he baits out the weapon sound as well.
पता
So
चल
gets the
गया.
information he wants. Meanwhile, Mind Freak was already all the way up tube. Meteor takes a bit of a hit. Divide there. They didn't quite suspect two members in mid already. Munchkin wanted to get him on the exit. And that gives PayPX the idea to try to push back up.
Oh.
Meteor's wise to it though. Dwindles down
Okay,
his
let's go.
numbers, and Mind
Okay.
Freak now another curveball going under tube.
Who died? Who died?
Forsaken
Davai
back
died.
to
Munchkin
tube as
died.
well.
Okay.
PayPX, they're
कौन
continuing
जीतेगा
to
ये
keep
map?
control
GENG bro.
of mid. Now
PRX
Swarm
is
used
lost.
to allow for Lakia to hold a little bit safer on the side of yellow. Resurrection by Jing.
अब थोड़ा संभले हैं. See, now they are started thinking now.
You have a Thrash, so you're a real big piece of this puzzle.
Well,
Never
as you
mind.
say that, the
Now they are
Cassicker
playing a
strikes,
little
and he'll
थोड़ा
go
सोच
down
के
without
खेल
much
रहे
of
हैं.
a fight.
Yeah.
The PayPX now
Interesting.
have control of this site, but Meteor trying
तो
to
kill
defend
this
his
guy,
own
अब बस
lockdown
ठीक है
with
जी
his
जी.
life. Can anyone get here to make sure that it's going to be
No,
PayPX
bro.
trapped into this texture?
Oh.
Will clear the enemies, but something pushes out just in time.
Bro, मुझे ये
Kitchen
round कुछ नहीं
taken over
समझ
by
आया क्या हुआ
Divide.
है, but
And
somehow
texture, it's too many angles
कुछ
for
हो
him
गया
to
है.
try to clear with an operator, but he's still going to go for it. Already posted up in Snowman. Doesn't catch something up top. Doesn't catch anybody else up top either, and Divide
ये
will
लोग
swing
ने
out on a
किचन से
timing.
आके साइड ले लिया.
Take
मुझे कुछ
texture
नहीं
with a
समझ में आया
headshot.
क्या हो रहा
हाँ,
है.
किचन से लिया.
किधर है?
किचन एंड मिड से आए. मिड वाला बंदा ऑन साइड बी वाले बंदे को मारा.
क्या हुआ है मुझे कुछ नहीं समझ में आया.
मैं देखा इनको लगा हाफ बाई इको टाइप है तो फिर गया.
3 guy went mid. ठीक है, मिड ट्यूब. एक बंदा अंडर ट्यूब गया. उसने बी वाले साइड को निकाला तो ट्यूब में ऑन किचन वॉल करके सब घुस गए. वॉल किया एंड दे रन. सिर्फ एक पिक पे चुपचाप घुस गया और कुछ नहीं.
End of the day, numbers advantage too strong. Not
उनको तो
exactly
येलो को
sure
पता भी
what
नहीं था. येलो वाला एक मारा भी उसने.
behind yellow, but he got
Was
taken
it?
out
पता
quickly
नहीं.
by Mind Freak. That's a big
Munchkin
piece of
था.
that
भाई
whole
जेनजी ने
puzzle.
इंस्टा टाइम आउट.
That was taken down and immediately a counter
जेनजी का
timeout
अटैक
for
हार्ड होगा.
Gen G.
जेनजी का अटैक में स्पीड नहीं होगा बिकॉज़ दे डोंट हैव अ
Reassess what's
मतलब
going on.
वो नहीं है
I'm
ड्यूलिस्ट.
curious about
वो
this
तो है
one.
बहुत
You see that
slow
you like
लेकिन
it,
हाँ.
maybe it's the
Yeah.
mid-control stuff.
मैं
खेलेंगे
वही
भी
तो
slow.
Challenge it.
एक्चुअली अगर वो साइड एग्जीक्यूट में मारते हैं ये साइड उनसे कितनी मौली है भाई एंगल क्लियर करने के लिए.
Exactly.
Right.
भाई इतने सारे मौली हैं. वाइपर मौली गेको मौली ये सब घुस सकता है.
पाल वर्ल्ड में आ गया पीवीपी. पाल वर्ल्ड में पीवीपी आ गया. अच्छा.
ये लोग बहुत बड़े
Let's
ट्रोल
go.
है. लोग ने आइसबॉक्स में ट्रोल में लिया है.
So hard
Yeah.
to get full control, right? If you
Paul
get sold
World में
on
PvP
kitchen,
आ गया,
something like
बरोबर.
that on the
But
defense,
Roll कौन
Gen G
करे?
might be happy enough for that. So just saying, perhaps talking about not getting wrapped up
PRX तो है
in the
भाई
tempo of
ट्रोल.
PayPX.
Yeah, there's so many angles you
PRX
got
के
to worry
अंदर
about there.
वेंजेंस वो जाग रही होगी भाई उनको
PayPX
जीतना है बदला लेना
didn't
है.
really invest much in the way of smokes to cover that those angles. They just kind of took that space.
फर्स्ट
and
मैप
worked
तो
with
मेरे को
it.
लग रहा था
That
स्टार्टिंग में
covered
कि
that good.
PRX का वन साइड लग
You know,
रहा है.
everybody's going to be kind of holding the proper space. Divide, tries to push up too, but
You out?
Meteor so stalwart in his defense time and time again on this Killjoy. Now,
घंटा है,
something
कहाँ
could
है?
be with the operator of his own. He tries to challenge off that snake bite.
I think a
कैसा बात
lot
कर रहे
more
हैं? कैसा न्यूज़ दे रहे हैं?
It's K, Jing can heal.
Yeah, that's true. That armor gone forever, though. We'll see. It's going to be Sheriff's nonetheless, so Gen G just going to have to look for headshots. This is all really, once again, a trap play, and we've seen Gen G rely on this every now and then if they want to throw a curveball. They're actually just going to try to swing out.
someone
They don't
walked
want to
out.
let PRX approach. They know PRX will check the corners.
हाँ
They
बे टेक्सचर
won't
किल
find
के
the
बूम
kills.
मारा है.
And it's an attempt from Gen G, but it's going to fall flat as they
yeah.
drawn by something. Great
Lol.
teamwork
By
from
movement.
PRX. Wall
Moment,
goes up,
bro.
spike goes down.
पूरा ऊपर भी नहीं गया भाई.
ऐसे शांति से
Sitting
प्लान
solo
करें.
close to the wall
ठीक है,
with a
ठीक है,
sheriff.
W कर ले
See if
तू.
we can get a cheeky kill or two.
कैसा बैठा है बंच.
Hoping that maybe Jing is going to go up the
वेट कर
rope.
रहा है आगे
ये
आए.
वीडियो देखा मैंने न्यू यूनिट आया है नहीं आया है. It will come out.
A rare breed indeed.
ले भाई.
$3K. Attempted it for sure.
Thank you for the $13. क्या हालचाल
Why
एकदम
not,
बढ़िया
right? Like, you
है.
might as well.
All good.
ये चाहिए पड़े और मैच के बाद चश्मा लाया क्यूट लाएंगे आप. ओके ओके आई विल ब्रिंग इट.
Take away from PaperX as much as possible.
समर अपडेट में आएगा या समर अपडेट विल कम
अलग ही वाला रेंज चल रहा है.
Player on his left. Switched over
anywhere
right, with the
close to when the rainy season is
Gameplay
here.
दिखता है पूरा.
second kill.
Considering how
By PaperX.
considering how Palworld developers are getting the update, rainy season के समय आएगा. कम से कम सितंबर समझ
Going to
लो.
be in Lakia's pocket.
मुंबई में तो सब हर
Taken
जगह
as a no
वॉक कर रहे
command,
होते हैं
though.
भाई.
See exactly how PaperX wants to play this.
इनका तो गलत ही W है भाई. या तो W अलग ही है मतलब प्लेस्टेशन मैक्सिमम W है 90% पे W ही मिलता है.
As well. So in a little bit of trouble. They'll command immediately to make sure that there is no utility for backup. And
ये
Lakia
देखो पांच हुए कोई लेयर से नहीं सीधा घुसे.
No one checks Lakia, bro. What the hell?
ये तो punish हो
3 members down on the side of PaperX.
ये revival.
Taking damage on the side of their Gecko. So that takes away the thrash, but it's going to be
Bro.
enough for the rest of Gen G
It's such a shit.
to clear out a site and take another round
Bro,
away.
belt check नहीं कुछ नहीं
Yeah,
पता.
it's
आगे जा रहे हैं, आगे जा रहे हैं.
PaperX just
हाँ दादा स्पाइक्स. लाकिया को भी चेक ही नहीं किया. लाके खड़ा हुआ है. एक फ्लैश हुआ. वही.
और नॉर्मल है चेक करते हैं भाई.
वही ना.
Swing around real quickly. That's going to be one of these cases. Great job by Munchkin. Playing that angle very nicely. Yeah, that's just a shutdown from there. So
Bro, this is like
what do you
भाई
do?
ये तो
GG go
मतलब
next for
disappointing है
PaperX on
भाई.
that round.
मतलब क्या ही है.
Not much you can say other than oops. we
अब
forgot to
का
तब भी ऐसे चार अटैक राउंड जो आ गए हैं ना, ये तो बहुत बड़ी बात है. तब भी चांस है डिफेंस में.
A couple rounds ago,
ये
just
बात तो
pressuring mid, trying to draw out some of that pressure on the side of
Just
the
because ये
map.
लोग एम कर पाते थे.
They'll still have to deal with Texture's operator if
भाई
they choose
उन्होंने
to go B.
उधर भी क्या ही
See on
करा
the
था.
mini map, Texture trying to decide which angle to hold, trying to back out further towards Snowman. As Gen G's made the decision, they're just gonna hold
हिंदी
near
बैल के
boiler,
जैसे
near
चलते जा
mid,
रहे हैं. हाँ.
make sure that they're ready for a flood
घुसे ही
on
जा
either
रहे हैं भाई
side.
घुसे ही जा रहे हैं.
Thrash going to be used to check mid. And
Pawn here,
not going
pawn
to find
here,
anything,
pawn
so
here.
right back towards Lakia's hands it will
कुछ
go.
entertain कर दे.
Just divide
क्या
the
है?
lone lurker. All four other
मजा
members
Okay,
of
bro.
कुछ अलग
PaperX.
देख.
Oh, this
कुछ
angle.
इंटरेस्टिंग
Yeah,
होता.
Texture
हाँ.
aware that something loves to swing out wide here.
आगे
You see
एलेक्स
it all
अपना ही
the
फिर
time.
खोल दिया.
Texture's
अबे,
waiting for it, but he
चला
won't
गया
reveal
है
it
वो.
just yet.
उनकी तो दो है
Pressure
पे.
with the fragment as well. Now the spike absolutely getting planted with the pit as well. What's the answer? Is
It's
there
close
still
to the
alert from
wall.
Devi on the
He
A
tapped it
side?
already.
See if that finds a good timing on the side of PaperX.
Get
Meteor
called करेंगे.
sitting in the pit, waiting for his teammates to pressure everyone else out. As Karan has
तो
eyes on
बढ़िया
the
ही fight चल
Killjoy,
रहा है.
kept him locked up in mid, and now Gen G, they go for the retake. The Thrash comes out, trying to funnel everybody out of the pit. It's going to go
कुछ नहीं
land
हुआ.
with the Paranoia out as well.
Half
Did they even use
defuse?
the defuse with
इतना
the
easy?
Paranoia? Not quite sure. And
Are
now
you
it's going to
kidding?
be PaperX who has to
What the
flood the pit itself, but it's going to be the defuse that already goes through. Not aware of the half being done. PaperX
Bro,
goes
did
out
they
to
even
control their
try?
own Viper's pit.
कुछ वो कर रहे ही नहीं ना कोई मरा.
इनका
What
पोस्ट
I'm
प्लान
curious
किधर
about here for
है?
PaperX is the whole time
Where is the
Devi is
post
just
plan?
watching from spawn down mid.
मतलब उनको पूरा पेन से फ्लश आउट करने का 2 यूटिल लगे. एक थ्रैश की अल्ट और एक वन वे ओमेन का स्मोक. दैट्स इट. खत्म.
So good for Gen G that they're able to clear the pit enough. You know, Meteor just
उन्होंने
sneaks
वहाँ
in
पे
there right
मॉली
behind
मॉलीज
that
भी
box,
फेंके थे
able to
डबल
take a little
मॉलीज.
extra space.
हाँ, बस
मॉली और
खत्म.
और
In case when those taps start coming through,
हाँ,
that he's
येलो
able
तो
to
पूरा ही
play from an
deny
unexpected
करते हैं.
angle, but
क्या चल रहा है पता नहीं.
PaperX there.
I don't know.
Strong यार.
A bit of some of that rust, some of that lack of coordination. You know, with Jing coming back into the roster, Karan, oh boy.
It's going to be a lot, and they check the corner, but
Fucking
not quickly
hell,
enough
man.
as Karon gets 2, and that should be enough to slow things down. Paranoia keeps Jing at bay. Lakia
can't even
already
raise.
under 2.
Has to be
Wingman
pinned
clearing
there.
close, but Texture
Someone got
goes
one,
down from
balance it
afar.
out, 3v3.
Mindful equalize the numbers.
Surviving
Meteor
करना
picks
है,
right
goes to
up
shit.
where Texture left off,
Nah.
and Jing has to heal. They should
Bro.
be aware. The resurrection comes
Pata
in, and
obviously
Divine
रह
tries to
जाए.
go for the trade, but it's a
कुछ कर ही
double
नहीं
stack.
सकता वो
Lakia
उधर.
and Munchkin will
दो
clean
बंदे आ
things
रहे हैं
up,
उधर से.
leading 8-4 at the half for Gen G.
Yeah, trying to use the res as bait there,
भाई
but it
Genji
doesn't fool them
तो
at
पूरी
all.
locked in
Munchkin
लगी.
to
Guys,
Chris,
Genji
to
for the
clean.
win. Guys, Genji for the
Really
win.
solid half.
Genji
PRX
जीतेगा. Genji for the win.
Genji.
पता नहीं क्या हो जाता है
You know,
Genji
even not on the
is
jet,
winning
Texture
this
able to find a bit of impact.
single-handedly.
T1 के
क्या
केस
है?
में इतना प्रॉपर खेल
Single-handedly.
रहे थे, 4 सेकंड लर्न
Shutting
करता
these
था,
rounds
मात्र
down.
मंत्र बोल के आता
टाइमिंग
हूँ. मैं तो
निकालता
वॉशरूम
था,
से
ये
आता
क्या
हूँ.
हो रहा
Not
है?
able to find as much impact as you'd
It
like,
is
but
what
still
it is.
good information
बिल्कुल
control,
ही अलग गेम प्ले
making sure they're checking mid, making sure that they're being a little bit more diligent about one of the few rounds that caused them a little bit of damage. Otherwise, you can see PRX looking a little bit dejected after that first half.
एक्चुअली इधर पैसिफिक का ब्रैकेट भी टफ है भाई, T1 है, DRX है, और ये अपनी PRX तो है, Genji भी है, 4 टीम है, 3 ही होगी.
Quarters combat to go crazy, but not quite seeing it. Lots of parents bringing their kids to watch some Valorant as well, as Valorant's really been taking over kind of the younger generation here in Korea. Of course, with all the Korean teams playing tonight, a lot of fans out in the audience.
Yes, it was getting raucous in the crowd when Genji started stringing those
What
rounds
kill?
together on Lotus. You know, those
What kill?
texture aces certainly lit them afire.
I mean, surely
Right.
around like that, everyone around the world, right? No matter who you're
Yes.
cheering for.
पार्टी बदल लिया.
Some good
पार्टी
Valorant, but
बदल
Lotus
की
both
बात ही
teams
नहीं
really
है.
swinging at it,
Genji
whereas
is
this
going to
time,
win it.
PRX still have to find their footing again after the reset at the half.
बोलो Genji for the win. हाँ बरोबर बरोबर ऐसे बोलो Genji for the win.
A triple stack on B. Could
Genji
even go
for the win,
C,
bhai.
the old Dorp, something like that. We'll see what type of control they want. 0 point at the ready for Forsaken from
They're
mid.
gonna push B.
Well,
They also been the same.
Gonna be
Retake खेल रहे
kind
हैं. ये छोड़
of
के.
very similar again. Both teams kind of mirroring each other in their pistol rounds, just like we saw in Lotus. So Genji gonna get the site for free.
Complete नहीं.
They kind of turned
They have
the
peeps in.
tables.
Whistles on है.
Last time it was the defenders who were able to get this, but it's a much faster retake attempt
My
here.
God,
PRX
nice.
already finding one. Munchkin
Good
down
pick.
the trade from Mind Freak as well.
क्या
Yeah,
लगता
the
है
flank
pistol
coming in
Right,
है?
Texture का
very
position
fast.
देखो
Genji
भाई.
wasn't quite ready for that. They were peeking out,
दो
but it
flag
seems that
आ
they
रहे
were a
हैं.
little bit caught off guard. But a good angle from Texture.
नहीं
He'll still
यार,
alive with
वो
27
मुश्किल
HP.
What is that?
See
Gota
if that's
shot.
the deal breaker as Karon swinging around. He finds one. Lakia's going to pick up the kill. Goes for the trade there. And Jing, everyone solo. Mind Freak's
No.
actually
Get
gonna put
it.
the headshot onto 2. Lakia and Karon goes
He doesn't
down.
know.
Texture
No,
still
no,
at 27
no, no,
HP.
why?
Divide
Plant
at
वाला-
89. He
Whoa!
gets spotted up top. Texture, hear the drop, but he
Just
can't
wait.
land
Chalo,
the
ठीक है, nice
headshot
one.
as there's a
बचा
slight
बहुत
raise
close था.
down.
था.
And Divide will get
Genji
the
for
kill
the win,
and
guys.
defuse.
बच गए
Yeah,
भाई,
as,
बच गए.
as much as the beginning part of that round looked
Genji
kinda
for
similar,
the win.
much faster retake
The
from
last time
PRX.
I
As
had
soon as that
hopes
spike
for
started going down,
12
they were just
chances
like, all right,
easy.
let's go. Let's do it.
सही है आदित्य,
The late
मैंने भी गलती की
late
है.
flank there from Mind Freak catches a ton of value. Once again, having a
So happy
phenomenal
for my
match.
SA12 fam. But
Even
now
though
let's go esports community in
they
India
haven't
super
gone
soon.
PRX's
Absolutely,
way
man.
so far.
Absolutely.
Mind Freak has been
It's not only about
shining
esports.
star
It's
today.
about every
Divide
game out there.
able to just get enough in there and just a yip.
Yeah, Divide's been very calm today. It's all
Yeah.
been yips and uh-huhs and yeah,
Yep.
all
Yeah.
the way through on the replays.
Yep.
Obviously, I mean, not too much
Sab
to
Aman
cheer
se
for
bolo
yet for
Genji for the
PRX. They
win.
got close, but no
Bas.
cigar on map
That's
one.
the code.
And
That's the
now,
code.
quite a few rounds to string together if they want to get back the lead on Icebox.
No force buy from Genji. Things kind of looking a little bit more normal, but Munchkin, these tricky positions, are they going to be accounted for? He gets hit through the
Bro, अच्छा मरा नहीं. Hero
Great,
है, चलो अच्छी
yeah,
बात
the
है.
grade of that fence.
Just barely
ये
stays
कहाँ से
alive.
मर
Had to
गया?
go for the left clicks as the
Nice
right clicks
Meteor.
also would have
Nice.
just hit the
Thrifty.
green as well, but it's going to be Mind Freak. Swings out, well aware of the lurk
Tap
in
tap tap
from
tap tap
Meteor.
tap tap.
And Wingman not even going to get the plan, and it looks like
Thrifty
Gen
incoming.
G
He doesn't know about
losing a
Karon.
lot of that value.
Like-
Texture will pick up a kill. Mind Freak not quite aware
अबे तेरे
of Karon's
बाजू में
position.
Oh boy.
Tries to regain a bit of an
Big
angle.
anxiety
Texture
with-
gets
Oh, Texture
another
उड़ा दिया.
long range around the bush.
Shit.
That is a swing out from Karon. He waited so
thrifty हो
patiently.
गया bro.
And he's
Genji
able to
for
try
the
to
win.
hold control
कोई
of
बात
the
नहीं.
site.
Genji for the win.
Texture
क्या
with
करते
three
हैं
on the
यार?
sheriff. Makes the crowd go wild once again after a few
Jing
players.
तो राइट होगा
Yes.
होगा. करेंगे. लेट करूँगा
दो
बट
साल
करूँगा.
पहले भी तो खेलता
PRX
था,
just-
फिर
I
winner
noticed
पे आ
that-
गया था.
on the other side of the coin, they were being a little bit more diligent about checking for some of those cheeky positions that Munchkin might take. Like, if you give up A space early,
भाई क्या मारा है बे?
Masters Madrid, while Munchkin would
Yo,
push right towards
क्या ये वो क्या? कोई sense है मैंचो? Smoke में मार दी.
Check his PC.
The other end, so Sheriff singing their song for Meteor and Texture,
कुछ भी भाई.
doing a ton of damage, and yeah, just sneaky positions. Something that
Thrower
GENG has
है
been so good at on this map, using just those little micro timings to get ahead of your information.
उस पे आपको वो मैसेज दिख नहीं रहा है मुझे.
खत्म लग रहा है
glitch है.
Dearly for Paper
ये
Rex.
राउंड के बाद जो
Now
हारे
Sheriffs of their own, couple rifles.
अब मुझे समझ आया
GENG,
SG में मेरी टीम में
Spectre,
सारे
Bulldog as
throwers
well.
क्यों आते हैं.
So now
What
Paper
the
Rex
fuck?
just trying to see if they can guess
Region target कर
correctly
रही है भाई ये
where
लड़की.
this is going to go. GENG's been very quiet, very slow.
PRX is
Stack is there.
disappointing.
All the sheriffs
AF
like you
just
targeting
like
a whole
RCB.
region, huh?
3 already on Heaven, 2 by Boiler. They should be a quick backup as well. Flash drives at the ready, so is the frag. When the toxic screen comes down, they were waiting for this moment. Divide picks off one, and GENG, they might have to reconsider things as Wingman will go in for the plant. But is that just enough? No luck, you can't get the
क्या
screen
कर रहे हैं GENG भाई?
through
क्या
the
कर रहे
toxic
हैं?
screen. Something will pick off the kill. Now Nana Swarms
भाई
at
लोग
the
हर
ready.
बार वहाँ ऊपर का
But
प्लांट करके
Paper
निकल
X,
लेते
they're
हैं
ready to
रे.
push things out. It's going to be the Cloudburst, try to draw out a
Oh,
reaction.
I
There's the
said-
Sage Wall, they have to break
okay.
that quickly. But the swing of the wide swing, something magnet works its magic, and that's all the
भाई
time
क्या हो रहा है?
needs for the defuse.
GENG for the
Right
win.
back with a thrifty.
एक तेरा एक मेरा
We're right back
बराबर.
हाँ
to kick off. Both teams just kind of.
Both teams are both thirsty.
नहीं लेकिन तुमने ये वॉल
I mean,
देखा.
this again,
हाँ.
these
जो
timed
सेट से करवाया
retakes
था
from
थ्रो ये
Paper
वॉल
X, where they're
करवाना
gonna wait
था.
भाई
for
मेरे
you to
मन
start
में भी वही
getting
था
into
पर वो
position, and that's when they strike.
इसके मन में कुछ और था.
Because they're happy to play these
Oh
scrappy games.
fuck,
They're
ये वो
happy to
shot
play,
कैसे
like,
लग सकता है?
trust in your own
Bangalore
instincts,
RCB
trust in
ने
your own
2016
reaction
के
type
बाद
gameplay.
कब होप दी.
A lot of other teams are thrown off by it.
तुम RCB को
See,
क्यों
this
तोड़
time,
रहे हो भाई?
Jen's
आज
done a
no
pretty
night
good
stream
job
होगा.
overall handling
Night stream
it,
होगा.
but this time
I will.
does get the
I will.
better of them with those guns. So now Thrash going to be used
Monster
early
on the
by
news.
Lakia. Get a little. It does
What
get
the
chance
hell?
from Mind Freak. He has no help.
Yeah, they're trying to chase through with the shrouded step as well, and Texture barely
हम तो
lands in
तेरे को
time
आगे क्यों
to
रहेगा?
get
सर का
that
plan
kill.
क्या था?
Mind Freak, all he
पता
could
नहीं, और
do
उसे
was turn
सुना भी
around
कि
and
alt आ
crawl
रही है
away
literally.
for his
हाँ,
life, crying
वो
for
क्यों
help.
रहेगा?
डिफॉल्ट लॉक होता तो बाकी लोग
Almost
सपोर्ट
too
भी कर
far. Now
पाते.
Mosh at the ready, so is the Paranoia. It's a brutal trade though. 2 for 2.
Brutal.
Now from the shadows, they recognize that
They
everyone
know
is
about
here.
the
Meteor
mid-lurk.
already
They have
through
no
2.
idea about the mid-lurk.
Does he sense anyone right under him? Don't think they would have heard him just yet.
It's
God की बात ही नहीं है.
Positions. I mean, Lakia
Lakia को
holding
देखो.
way deep in attacker
Ready?
spawn.
ले जा वो.
Bro.
And Meteor trying to hold on to mid. Now hasn't
Bro,
quite
what is
checked out the
Lakia doing
window
here,
just
huh?
yet. Forsaken and him. They will.
Why is Forsaken watching it?
Now they're aware of each
ये
other.
तो OG spot है. कोई
Just
check
one.
नहीं
The zero
होता
point meanwhile pushes Meteor away from kitchen. And Forsaken now he has to find the
Forsaken भाई
remaining
पीछे से
members.
खाओगे गोली.
He
1
has
2
to clear
3.
them out. He gets one on
क्या हो रहा है?
Lakia.
कभी कोई
He's
नहीं.
looking up above tube. But now with Texture already out of the sight, Meteor no reason to rush it. They're just gonna force him away from the spike.
Forsaken gonna try
मुझे
to
पूरा
tuck
information
into the
दे रहा है
garage
भाई.
area.
वो देखो.
We'll get there. But the real question is he gonna
देखो
be
टेक्सचर
hunted
को देखो
down?
टेक्सचर कहाँ है?
A little bit of time. Ping's coming down for GENG. Shots ring out. Forsaken knows that Meteor's over there. And knows that he has to be tucked behind that bridge. Gonna watch it. The turret coming out. Though, not gonna be able to find the kill. I love what GENG does on this round. First of all, they
चुपचाप देखो.
read
GENG for the
that
win
there's
बोलो
just gonna
खुश रहो.
be potentially just a solo player holding down that B side. A lot of attention being paid towards A by Paper X so far. So they're able to use that.
Yes, Gamer Galaxy, I
that
know मैं
thrash
तभी
to
कह
make
रही
sure,
हूँ PRX
excuse
को
me,
first time देख रहा है
the
इस
thrash
वक्त
to
में
get
ये
that pick.
season.
And then
हमेशा बैन करते
it's
हैं वो
just
लोग.
they read the rest of the map so incredibly well. They're trading, and then they see.
एक रिक्वेस्ट है आपसे भाईजान, जब आप स्ट्रीम चालू करें तो पहले
And from there,
शेड्यूल करें
there's
फिर
just
चालू
no
करें.
Paper
समय
Rex.
शुरू की
They're
नोटी
trying to do
आएगी
what
वरना
they can.
जर्सी एंड होने का अपलोड
Holds on
होती
to
है
the
नोटी का
entire
नहीं.
map.
वो लोग
Just
कहते हैं हाँ मैं
now,
समझ गया ये
normally
चीज है तो
we
मुझे
kinda
करना
speak
है.
against that, obviously,
It's
trying to
something
stick
I
to
have to
numbers,
do.
but
आज तो
just
वॉच पार्टी में लेट हो गया तो
understanding
इसने फट से शुरू कर
how much
दिया.
Paper Rex would
वरना
have to
मैं करता
clear
नहीं ये चीज. मैं
to approach the
I will
retake.
do
Now
it.
GENG pressuring A site once again, and this time Paper X, it's a reactionary round. They try to go for a spread out 2-1-2 default. Now scrambling towards A. GENG though, no lurk, just a turret to watch their flank. So they don't have too many options to rotate out. No
सीधा
matter how
फ्लडिंग
much time
करेंगे.
is
इजी
left.
फ्लडिंग है.
Just going to be a set execute, but an immediate clearance of all the utility makes him think twice about this one. The Paranoia to allow Texture to dive in with the Shrouded Step. He's already under, but he
Dude,
gets
this
spotted
guy.
slower, keeps him tied
So
up.
nice.
Oh!
Oh!
Over the trade
कहाँ
for
भाग रहा है
Forsaken with a
इधर-उधर?
quick double,
Ooh.
and another from Divine
ये क्या
and
हुआ?
Jing each.
Gen G for the win, bro. Gen G will win this. Don't worry, guys. Gen G will win this.
Well, now you can see kind of part of the game plan here
यही
for
तो करना
PaperX.
है
Busybody नहीं आई चैनल पे जिसमें चैनल लॉन्च कर रहा था.
They're
कोई
really
ऐसे
good
बुलेट
at
थी भी नहीं भाई.
when Gen G wants to make their execution, shutting them down. You're seeing it here again. But part of that is also because of the fact there's no jet. It makes it a lot harder for Gen G to take space here. And PaperX has recognized that. And they're shutting it down. They're hitting them at the point of attack, knowing that Gen G has to rely on those util dumps. You called it. They're clearing a lot of that utility when it comes out and sidestepping it, and taking really good angles, really good crossfires, making it really tricky for Gen G. So Gen G
PLS को हर EU
wants to
करना
start
चाहिए.
thinking more about this B site, more about using
भाई सामने वाला
utility
गई
to clear
है
these
गई है
angles. Ooh, see if they can get a plant down. Divide does find one towards mid. A lurking meteor accounted for.
Yeah, lock it.
Oh, for a second.
Seeking still holding on.
ओवर
Wasn't
नहीं
quite
ओवर नहीं
ready
ओवर नहीं पीछे
for
जाओ
Texture to swing out, but he will get out safe.
Ah, good check, good check.
nice one.
PaperX starting to get a pulse onto the opponents and their abilities to rotate and lurk.
इसके बाद राउंड बहुत
Now,
इंपॉर्टेंट होगा.
Stuck in that garage area.
Oh no
Yeah, not much to do on this round. Just trying to
PRX
see if
पे
the
ults
opponents
तो है
approach them
वैसे.
for a couple cheeky kills like
What
that.
the fuck, Flick?
Well, they're just trying to dodge all that fire, but eventually Jing is going to find
अच्छा वो
him.
push in था ना.
He is down.
अलग ही breed है
Only
भाई
on
बंदा.
Texture did pick
अलग
up
भाई.
टेक्सचर
Phantom.
क्रैक्ड है
Missed
Like
him all,
you, right?
61 HP. Not looking ideal, and turns just at the last second. Mind Freak good for the final kill. It's PaperX
Crazy
up
ass
to
scenes,
8.
bhai. Let's go.
एलेक्स का क्या निकाला
Oh, we've seen
भाई वो
this
शांत है
before.
बहुत
सब
ज्यादा
PRX
Already
अब
tonight,
Gen G बन गए.
CMC
इतना भी
Press to
पनौती
make
मत
the
लगा.
same
पनौती की
magic
कोई बात ही नहीं है.
happen.
देखो Gen G is playing
Had a
better.
lot of
Gen
PaperX
G will
fans
win.
visiting Soul
है ना?
for their games even since last year.
है ना?
Try to get that side of the arena. Bearing up a little
Hello,
bit of
Kiran
energy, get them something to cheer for.
You're
They're
like,
now
yeah,
only 2
okay.
rounds away to tie things up. Trying to make this go to a map 3 unbind.
Look at that green bar of
Push करने जा रहा है.
Yep.
Push करने जा रहा है.
That's
Oh
so
boy,
scary
ये
now.
push
As
आने वाला.
Gen G
Boom.
finally get into a buy round. There's so much available. They're just gonna go.
Oh, it's the wall up. I've been waiting for something like
Oh,
this.
boy, look at the
PaperX,
flashes.
There's never
Oh,
just a clean game of Sage. It's always something tricky, and it's just a push out across the entire map.
अरे
This Gen G just dropped like flies all near their spawn.
Bro,
Never
अब
able
उनका
to
attack हो रहा है जो work भी कर रहा है.
PaperX shuts the door in front of him.
Yeah. You only have to use one ult there. That's the res. You get your guns back. You keep your economy great for PaperX.
I mean,
Now
they can do the same thing with the null command this time. Res him up
भाई
again.
लोअर ये
Exactly.
दिखाई
Why
रहा
not? He's got reses for days.
PaperX
Bro.
का
PaperX. I mean,
Bro,
it's just
attack पे attack नहीं हो रहा था. Defense पे attack हो रहा
हाँ.
था.
crazy what they do
PaperX कह रहे
sometimes,
तुमने
man.
लिए
I mean, I'm
पीछे
just,
रहने वाला
trying to,
कॉम ले लो हम तुम
talk
पे
about what
आते हैं
happened previously, and I'm like, forget it. They're
Guys,
just gonna
Right,
do
man.
this.
Guys, एक बार please
I mean,
like
yeah,
दबा दो
this
एक
is
बार.
just tempo change,
Please,
right?
sir.
Yes, Gen
ये
G
लास्ट
really
है
like
भाई
Dhar.
इनका अगर ये जीते
I
तो
mean,
लीड
probably
मिलेगी
something that Gen G
Production
thought
change
about at the
करना
start of the
भूल
map,
गए
but the
ना,
fact
इसी
that it
पे
has
हाँ,
not
replay डालना भूल
happened
गए.
at all,
भाई
all the way up to round 19, makes them a little lax, and that's when PaperX
चलो
strikes.
बेस्ट जूलिस बताओ
भाई sometimes कुछ भी shot लग जाता है मुझे लगता है देखते हैं.
It's just such
Yeah,
ये क्रॉसर रखता है क्लिक
great
मारता है.
timing, great thought processes that PaperX is able to figure out. I mean, you see this all the time with PaperX. They lose a map or they go
I
down
support
early
PRX in
a
VCT,
map.
RCB in
Something
IPL,
changes
India in
inside of
cricket,
them.
and
Not just
Portugal
talking
in
about the player,
football.
just the team in
I can
general.
comment
Thought
football. India is best in
processes,
cricket. RCB का तो
their mindset,
चलो मैं कमेंट नहीं करूंगा,
they're so
विवाद हो जाएगा.
unflappable. is
और
PaperX.
उसको बस
That
बोलो कि
they're,
हमारी
you know, they just
प्रार्थना
kind
है
of, they're still in the
आपके
game and they're
Yeah,
not
man.
getting overheated, you know, in the traditional sense where they're starting to push. They find the right timings for these pushes and they can make them work because of how good they are. They've got these plays in the back pocket that can start to change the momentum without needing a timeout or anything like that. These ideas that Forsaken,
भाई आँख नहीं यार ये लोग
typically the
पैसे
ideals
बचा
could
रहे
be
हैं
calling some of the bigger idea picture
जेएनजी
plays
वाले इन
has
पे
in
बाय
his
होगा नेक्स्ट
mind
टाइम भी
that they've worked in a short amount of time. They haven't had a ton of time to
हजार
practice ice
हजार
box,
थोड़ा
just a
क्रेडिट
couple
बचा है
days.
ना हाफ आर्मर
Yeah, and it's just going to be the early
Oh,
pit
look
as
at the
well.
Pac-Man
तो
ult.
नॉर्मल है
Right outside of pipes,
Hey,
doesn't
look at
want
the
to risk
Pac-Man ult.
that pit getting
जब
caught off
economy
guard
नहीं
just a
होती.
little bit. So making sure that he
हाँ,
denies the
solo
entry
खेल रहा है
point, gets the
तुम्हारे
high-low as well. And that allows Mindfreak
इनका
to
तो
set up
आइजल
a
माइंड
screen
फ्रीक
for
है
his
ना मेरे ख्याल
teammates
से
here.
वही
And it
करता है
looks like there's a cheeky Sage wall going on
वो
somewhere
तो कौन ही होगा
near the
Everybody's
B
here.
nest.
भाई
Everybody's
कोई
here.
Oh, the flash gets a big tag.
ओ,
Now just
Info
going
to
to be
me,
a
that's
hold here onto the B site. Now with the pit up in A, unless Gen G takes over some part of mid for a pinch, not going to have too many options.
Yeah, they're trying to get to the corner so they can get the Viper.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
dude.
the crowd instead gets spotted
The
before
flash
the flash.
was
A bit of a
bad.
mismatch. This is not something we used to see from Gen G
Flash,
in the
उसने
beginning
TP
of the
early
year.
मार दिया
But
थोड़ा
now with the
Yeah.
Omen in the mix, They haven't quite cleaned up the timings just yet. And PayPRX will punish that mistake like there's no tomorrow. Wingman trying to get the tag, but it's just way too many members. Best something impersonation, but it doesn't
याद आ
really
गया
kill. As we see
किसने मारा था वो
Meteor
लोटस
last
पे
one
वाटर पे
alive,
स्विंग
not
ऐसे
able to land it onto Jing.
समथिंग नहीं तो मारते
It's
शायद
just right now, PayPRX is starting to read the map really nicely, starting to understand where Genji is having success on A.
उसने लोटस पे नहीं करा था समथिंग सीधा राइट
बहुत होता है अभी भी किया इस
That
मैप
gives
पे
you a
भी
lot
किया
of
something
control over that space, and they use
फ्लैश
it
नहीं
nicely,
टीपी अर्ली था
but
हाँ मतलब वही
Genji
वही अब बट फ्लैश ना हाँ अच्छा बात सही है टीपी वहाँ होने भी नहीं चाहिए थे टीपी थोड़े से लेफ्ट होने चाहिए थी
just a little bit
So deep angle दिखे भी
वही आउटलाइन दिख गया था
and Texture wasn't able to get through that from
मैंने
the shadows
इनकी
correctly.
चीज नोटिस करी जो पहली 5-6-7 बुलेट होती है लोग नॉर्मल मारते फिर क्राउच करते हैं
साथ के बाद ही तो वो हॉरिजॉन्टल रिकॉइल चला जाता है ना वो आना शुरू हो जाता है
और सीधा मैं देख रहा हूँ उसी एग्जैक्टली उसी टाइम पे सबसे क्राउड शुरू हो जाते हैं
ओ भाई he tried so hard
A kill here, Karon down to 5
Almost
HP.
मर ही गया
As
था
Gen G, they will still relentlessly try to go
खत्म हो
forward
गया
with this
भाई,
wingman getting
That's a
spammed
very
with
close
blows.
ult.
He cannot finish the plan.
Plan denied.
Lockdown already committed from
भाई क्या
Gen G,
भसड़ हो रही है
but
भाई
PayPRX has slowed down the
Holy
onslaught.
hell.
And Gen G, they will have to recover the spike and still battle through this retake, along with a lockdown, a potential no command, everything in the arsenal of PayPRX, and it's going to be the
Lol.
classic aggro draw as Forsaken gets the trade, swings out
bhai.
for a third, and
Oh,
he goes
bhai.
for the fourth. And that is
मैं for
PayPRX
second जाग
taking
गया
over the
bro
lead.
now the ego swing man हे भगवान भाई
I just
वो
love
एम ही नहीं कर पाया
the quickness that
Wow,
PayPRX makes
कसम।
decisions to do things. You know, they stick around a little bit for the
जरी अब
lockdown. They don't
बोलो
have the
थर्ड मैप
fragment
नहीं
to clear
जाएगा
it.
if you know what I
So
mean
they're just looking for
obviously
free picks
bro
and other things.
ये
They
लास्ट
get
मैप
those, they
है
back
जेजी
off.
खत्म करेगी
As soon as
2-0
it's
खत्म
done,
है
it's down. You know, it's just going to be something charging through for
It's
Forsaken
ending.
immediately,
अब लग रहा है
holding
कुछ
another
चांद
angle
इनका
off in a
जीतेगा
different direction.
भाई
Protocols there
मुंह
so
बंद
good
भाई
for
ना?
PayPRX on this retake.
मैप से
Everyone's
नहीं
looking
होगा
where they need to,
शांत
doing the right things at the right time. Don't even have to invest that
Yeah,
counter
I suppose
lockdown.
डबल स्ट्रीम हिली से
So that
30
you
सेकंड्स
mentioned,
अहेड है
Will,
बट
they were
पॉइंट
able
क्या
to
है
hold on to it, so they've still
पॉइंट
got
क्या
it.
है
They've still got a no command. Something's got to blade storm. Maybe if he wants to switch to an op, I'm a good surprise.
ये जो समथिंग कर रही है नहीं करा मैंने बहुत
Money,
टाइम
but you
से
don't need it when you're that
Bro.
good.
Yeah, might have even heard that one. Texture trying to scout it out, but something just too good on the swing. And now the flash used from Forsaken to try to put extra pressure onto Garage. Gen G has to keep clearing all of that. Meteor tries to take it upon himself to open the map a bit further in mid, but it's not there, so they continue pushing.
Can't break him.
Something still here.
हाँ थोड़ा सा
They
बट
still
ठीक है
have
ओए दोनों मर गए अच्छा
stabilize. Now a 2v3 for
और
Gen
Blossom
G.
मर
You've
रहे
still got the
हैं
Thrash.
नहीं वही मरा ना उसके साथ ही था
हाँ,
वो
दोनों
As well, they
साथ
do
ही तो
have the
था ना,
tools.
हाँ,
If they
दूसरा
can catch
कोई और।
Divine here in mid, if he can pick up that kill, and Divine knows, as long as I
Oh,
stay alive,
1 HP.
the backup's there. Munchkin takes a lot of hits for his trouble.
Yeah, and they're going to try to
Just
split the
split it
map,
up.
see if they can confuse
ये इधर जा
PayPRX.
रहा
So
है, वो इधर जा
PayPRX
रहा है,
is
क्या हो
fully
रहा है?
committed towards A, especially with that knife there.
Okay.
That's got to be your thought that it's going to be that. Now the Thrash on the other side, so you're thoroughly confused as PayPRX. So which side of the map this is actually going to be? You do get the detain onto Forsaken.
Is he
Gonna use the
dying?
Dizzy as well to check if he has any cover, but Jing is just arriving
याद
from
है
kitchen.
वो कब
Yeah,
आता
they
है
weren't able to capitalize on that kill just yet, so that means Munchkin, while he's rotated all the way back over for his teammate, trying to make sure that they have a bit of a numbers advantage. Now to capitalize on that, and now it's all up to Wingman. The swing off of the flash drive. Jing not able to stop the
भाई
plant.
फिर से
This
इधर
might be
बैठ
the
गया
best
नीचे।
chance that Gen G has had. The drop, the
ये
old white
आगे
chip for
लोग check ही नहीं
unlucky.
करते
Looking
हैं।
for another
पता
kill
नहीं
to get
क्यों।
second.
फिर भी
No, and it's
lol।
going to be
बच गया
Jing and
तो
Forsaken. The duo.
या
They're going to be able to bring home PayPRX right up to a map
वो
point.
W
I already
Hello, बोलो ना।
Maybe that was going to be the round when you lose that lockdown. That maybe Gen G is going to be able to hang on, but
I went for
PayPRX's
dominance and
gunplay
PRX is
so
in
on
lead.
point.
I'll
Something
still
now
join.
getting aggressive on B. Something
Next
we haven't
career.
seen from PayPRX yet. Now they're starting to get really deep into their playbook. You're starting to see why they like
That's
this
on
map.
my
This
command
defender
name.
side has been nearly flawless for them. Just a couple rounds
don't have
drop.
to ally.
Now that Operator is in hand.
Bade
Bladestorm in the
bade
back.
no.
Still the lockdown. The no command available. Forsaken have
आसपास
a whale of a
लाना।
map. Both
ये
KOs
use करता
really
है,
showing
ये
up,
same
especially
to
on their
same।
defender side. You're gonna leave Jing.
बस कौन सी
Old
एजेंट
man
है?
on A with some of that KJ utility.
Viper.
Oh, excuse me. I just saw something now.
Oh, yeah, doubled up.
I didn't see that earlier. He was buried underneath Jing's
कुछ
icon.
लाइन
on the
बोली
map.
थी
I
मुझे
mean,
सुबह.
they are oftentimes all
Yeah,
stacked
some
up
media
against
वाला
each other,
थोड़ी
waiting
हाँ
for
तो
the
आसपास
trades.
बोला मैंने
So we
पहले
shall
कि
see.
उससे सीखा है मैंने
Lockdown and no command, still in the pockets of
बहरे
Paper
हो ना
Rex.
लेकिन समझ कम
Like
आता
you
है
mentioned, something
आसपास
now
वाइपर
peeking
कब से
out,
खेलने
Jing
लगा है
covering
मैंने
him
जब
for
फर्स्ट
any
टाइम
peeks
उसका
out
स्ट्रीम
from
देखा
belt.
था वो
So A side
वाइपर ही
secure
खेल
for
रहा था और
Paper Rex.
मैंने
A
लाइनअप
solid
उससे ही
2-1-2
सीखा था
default.
जो
As
मैं
it's just going
आज
to
तक यूज
Forsaken,
करती हूँ
going for a jiggle. Now
Yeah, like
goes for
important
backup.
अगर खेल
Levi
रही हो
still
वाइपर
watching
important
mid
shoot है
for the
guys
team.
कल
The Poison Cloud not activated
इसका
yet from
information दिया
Karon.
इंटेल का शूट है
Util dump coming through. Still have that Viper's pit. Yeah, let's see if they can get it down this time. Buy a little bit of extra space. Mind Freak re-aggressing.
Yeah, and he's trying to hold close. He doesn't want this pit to come up. He wants to strike when the iron is hot, and he'll try to swing out. They're trying to make sure that Gen.G dumps all their util before they're able to do anything. Forsaken trying to go for a
Well, that's a
long-range
good trade.
trade, but it's going to be Gen.G who still just wins out in the numbers. More angles covered. The smoke eventually dissipates. There is the jump up onto the
बट
wall.
इन्होंने साइड
Wallachia
कंट्रोल ले
Bro, ये
रखा है
angle देखो।
eventually
मुश्किल है
gets the spike down.
बहुत मुश्किल है.
Now something trying to join
लोग ने
Jing in the
control ले रखा है
verticality
बहुत।
as we see a from the shadows from
ओ
texture.
भाई
Lands all the way behind Paper Rex and they
अरे,
have to jump in.
अरे bro,
Lachia sprays down
कहाँ जा रहे
two.
कूद के?
It's
दवाई तो
all into
हमेशा
something.
कूदते हुए
And with the
आता है
Blade
भाई
Storm, it's going to be so tough to try to clear this Viper's pit.
होते हैं,
Skirts
लगे हैं।
around
ये
and
impossible
Karon
है।
will answer back. We still go yet another round.
Oh,
Okay. I mean, again, these cheeky positions.
Zeref
Both
calling
teams
Alex मैं बात कर रहा
finding these nooks to hide in.
I was
This time
doing
they're
my
gonna
part,
use
he
a
was
smoke
doing his part.
to cover Lachia's spot. Device just bunny hopping through there. Jing's like, okay, this is safe. I'm just gonna drop
नहीं
down, and all of a
विश्वा
sudden,
that was
Overtime
like
award. I
down.
2 years ago or
He threw on the
something.
site here. Karon.
नहीं नहीं थर्ड मैच का है नहीं OTP नहीं है
Get
डोंट
that
वरी अबाउट
trade.
इट OT नहीं है
Big part of Gen G's gameplay is
OT
teams
है
have been talking about it in some of their
close
interviews.
to
When you face Gen G, is that it feels like there's always another player there. There's always that trade. Everybody's working off each other so well. It's a big part of why
Guys,
they've
जल्दी
been
बताओ
as
GG
successful
और
as they
OT.
have. Now they're using a lot of utility, starting to take some space. Something not going to invest.
Is
Not
GG
quite
if
enough
you
money in
know.
the bank. I guess. Well, they could have done it, but they didn't. They didn't opt to. I look at it.
Choosing the mobility, it seems, throughout
Yeah.
this entire map. It's going to be the site execute once again. Paper Rex, are they ready for the 5 stack? It looks like it. Slow Orb keeping them at bay. The null command used as well. They still have a lockdown for a potential retake
down
or
किया है।
another push back out that gives
यार
Mind
दवाई
Freak
का
the
ult तो
opportunity
बहुत
now
इंपॉर्टेंट
to
होगा
go for mid.
दवाई has to
For the
हाँ।
survive
They don't
और
see
बार
anything yet. A
फुटते हुए
peek comes
आता
out on
है
the
भाई
B
वो
side for
orange।
Gen G. They have all the
वही।
intention to rotate over. Now with the Poison Cloud going up, Mind Freak,
But
it's
they
his job to
can
hold the line. One Nano
They have
Swarm.
one Molly on the
Disrupt
default.
any
Mind Freak
type
crossed over to
of
yellow.
plant. The null command coming out, but it's not going to be catching
फिर
the
से
kills
टेक्सचर आउट कर रहा है
just yet.
टेक्सचर
Forsaken
नहीं सॉरी
takes down the
TP.
KO and Mind
TP
Freak
हाँ,
just
मैंने।
trying to drag this fight out as long as
Oh,
possible. A
no.
wide swing from
Bye,
Texture, but
swing.
Jing
Oh, no.
gets yet another kill.
Bro, Forsaken
Going to be a
survived.
long-range hold from something, and now it's all down to Texture as Jing takes him down.
GG.
13 to 11 once again.
just खत्म हो गया
But on
राउंड
the other
what the
side,
fuck
Paper
okay
Rex,
GG
they finally
Answer.
Bye, let's go.
Nightmares in Icebox, pick up a victory and take us on
Bro.
the line. And on
Guys,
third
इतना
map
close
it
आ रहा है,
is
13
third
round
map it
हो gया
is let's go
I think Paper Rex
कोई ना
Let's
चलेगा
go.
यार
just trying to
थर्ड मैच
limit
देखने
test
मिल
a
रहा
little
है
bit here
फ्रेंडशिप
on
मैच
this
का
map, just seeing what they're
I'm
doing.
just dramatic.
Yeah, the attacker side has some things to be desired, but this defender side was nearly immaculate.
ना,
I mean,
Gen.G अच्छा
so
खेली,
many
हाँ, Gen.G
good
अच्छा खेली।
decisions, so much disruption,
Gen.G is good.
timings on their execute, things like
देखा
that.
मैं
It
मजाक
really,
तो चलो
really
मजाक से
fun.
हट के बात
And
कर
it
रहा
seems
हूँ
like every time the Gen.G
मैं तो मजाक से
maybe
हट के बात कर रहा
found
हूँ
a little bit of
Fuck,
extra
बहन से पनौती सच में
idea,
लग गई।
it was countered the next round by Paper X.
Well, Paper Rex after 8
वही
wins
सच में
in
लग गई
Icebox
पनौती।
2024, the first time they pick it, they'll bring home the victory. Let's take it to the desk to break down how it all went down.
तेरे पे हॉरर गेम बताओ ना जिसमें फटके
How it all went
फटे
down.
खेलने को आउटलॉस
We
खेलो
almost thought it was over. We almost thought it was going to be a 2-0, and then Paper Rex finally
Bro.
started showing some of their crazy harebrained
मन नहीं हो रहा है
ideas
ऐसा हमें मिल
and
जाए
how much anti-shredding that they did, especially on the
Classic.
defender side. And yes, this
नेक्स्ट
is
मैच में
the
मजा-
कितना पाने वाला है
also
मुझे
by
तो
the-
प्यारा लग रहा है भाई वो
Anyway, we're going to the
Why
third
not?
map, Achilleos.
No, we are, and I mean, we were kind of talking about it. That this is what we wanted. Just given
Yeah.
these two teams, we wanted to see as much as humanly possible. Things look
भाई, एक piece दे दो भाई इधर।
I think going into that ice box.
मैं 50 बंडल गिफ्ट करूंगा चैट को एक पीस इधर दे दो हमारे सबके पास बंडल होगा भाई PRX for the win
Barely falling shy
I mean
of the
Gen.G for the
mark.
win but
Felt like
still
a little bit of a I don't know, just a change up. And I do question a little bit now.
जरा पलट
Texture
अरे
getting
अरे
shifted over
क्या
onto the zone.
होगी?
It's the first time that
But it was
he's
good
played
map
this,
है.
he's never played any
ध्यान दो
player
दोनों
around
मैप
in
का
his
दोनों
career.
टीम्स का मैप्स बहुत
Just
क्लोज
has
जा रहे
never
हैं.
लगता है
That's one
जेंजी
thing.
ने अपना नॉर्मल वाला खेला होता
Well,
तो
I
शायद
think
वो
overall it
better
was
खेलते.
okay. Having the impact from him on
पता
a
नहीं
move
PRX
was
बहुत
something I
erratic
felt
थी
like
भाई,
was very
बहुत
much
erratic
lacking.
थी.
They need that
Starting
dive
में एक
capability,
था,
right?
बाद में फिर
Especially
से
on the
slow हुई,
attacking
फिर से
side,
fast
but on
हुई.
defense, you know, they were
Defense
quite
में attack कर
able
रहे हैं, very
to
erratic भाई.
kind of, disturb
वाले
Paper
force
X's
by
hits
round
very, very often.
Say more Genji for them,
Every time
PRX come
Paper X
back.
tries to dive right in, you know, you got something going through. He's right up there. Texture is able to
उधर
uਧर
हिमानी और केरा तो है क्या चल रहा है?
Gecko dizzy, of course, and it's just that's much more difficult for Paper X on the attacking half. That's why they ended in a 4 and 8. And there were so many of these moments where, you know, sometimes Paper X were just trying to rush in, going with that aggression, but corners weren't quite checked. It's only down to the second half where, I mean, yes, Genji were still able to come up with some good rounds. They actually won the subsequent round after the pistol. However,
किनी तो पेट खेला है क्या? ना ना, तो ये कौन सा गेम है?
what was cool is, you know, you started to see
मुझे उस दिन व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे आदित्य भाई ने एक बड़ा सा मस्त एक लिस्ट भेजा मुझे अबाउट सम गेम्स टू बी प्लेड, तो मैं उसमें गेम छांटना शुरू करूंगा जब तक थोड़ा सा ये शेड्यूल ठीक हो जाए. कल मेरा पूरा दिन तो थोड़ा टाइम रखना पड़ेगा, इंटेल का शूट वो रैप अप करना है. शाम को हम लोग स्ट्रीम करेंगे फॉर श्योर. कल कोई अच्छा मैच नहीं है ना गाइस, कल कोई अच्छा मैच नहीं है ना, मतलब टू वॉच पार्टी एंड ऑल दैट शिट. तो मैं रात को एकदम डायरेक्टली आऊंगा टू डू द गेमिंग स्ट्रीम. चलो कंफर्म करो ना चैट, कल कुछ नहीं है ना ऐसा, बिकॉज कल दोपहर को मेरा शूट रहेगा, तो आई एम प्रीटी श्योर नॉट मिसिंग एनीथिंग.
I mean, they had a 14-12 against T1 last week. It does feel a little bit more comfortable. It's where they're
Chat, hello. वो तो कंफर्म कर दो भाई.
composition as well. But they have shown different compositions.
Morning 5:30 Sen versus Leve, and that is it, right?
Texture on the raise.
अब तो प्रॉब्लम ये है कि अगर वो करना है then I have to sleep early, because मैं ना सो के तो नहीं रह पाऊंगा. I cannot continue the stream at night, not sleep and do the shoot tomorrow. मैं शूट में बहुत मतलब एकदम पूरा डाउन रहेगा एनर्जी, तो वो तो नहीं कर सकता मैं प्रोबेबली. कॉन्टैक्ट फातिमा जा रहे सबको पता है.
Especially with the whole team just knowing what their role is and just kind of watching for the information, mind freak.
सुबह 5:30 को ना.
That's like the Paper X.
ठीक है चलो मैं let me think about it. What the fuck can I do about it? चलो देखते हैं. करना है जरिए. I'm trying bro. कल शूट भी है रे. शूट में ऐसे सब ब्रांड के लोग आएंगे, वीडियोग्राफर्स आएंगे, उनके सामने ऐसा हेलो गाइस शूट करना है, ऐसा तो नहीं कर सकता ना. एक तो भी कंप्लीटली फ्रेश लाइक राइट टाइम. अभी ऐसा फ्रेश हूं तो वैसे रहना पड़ेगा मुझे. समझ लो, तो वो एक सीन है. तो लेट्स सी. संख्या मैच मिस मत करो. आई रियली डोंट वांट टू. मैंने बीच में बोल रहा था कि भाई 14 को वॉच पार्टी करूंगा. अरे लेफ्ट जीतेगी कोई फायदा नहीं है वो मैच देखने का, सो जाओ भाई. कीरत भाई हेलो, सेंड को बोल रहे हो. हेलो चैम्प द पियंस, हेलो क्या?
It could happen. I was not expecting Texture to play Omen. That was one of my bingo card for the year, let alone this series. So they
बस तो मान गए भाईजान, लफ्जों में बड़ी ताकत होती है भाई बहुत. The more you manifest, पता नहीं, it's like the reverse is like the straight. You'll never know.
Well, I have to say,
You'll never know,
I
man.
think I'd be curious to see if there's also going to be adjustments from them going into
समझ रहे हो?
Well, there's another thing we need to discuss, and it's our rank. And it looked like, you know, it was going to be a 2-0 and we would rank up.
किसका रैंक है?
At least with the GENG pick with Texture.
हाँ, सबने जेंजी लिया था है, सतीनों ने जेंजी लिया था ले.
Okay, what's your argument?
I was fairly confident that Jing was going to be playing Sage. So I said, okay, well, Texture on
फ्रेंड्स को अलग मारा उसको लाइव स्ट्रीम में.
I had no idea he was going to be playing Omen.
मतलब as a PRX fan, why do I get a heart attack in each map?
I would have said Jing.
You know it's risky, man. You know it's risky.
But imagine if you could argue your way out of rank to argue your rank. That would be like, Seth would be like
Seth
radiant.
would win, though.
Doesn't Achilles looks like
You're right. I was totally kidding.
Crinacle देखे हो guys तुम? Have you seen Crinacle, that guy?
Anyway, I go down to flat.
Oh no, I'm so sad for you.
Crinacle जो बंदा है पूरा ऐसे तो दिखता है bro. Crinacle.
It's a nice color though. It's very flattering.
नहीं थोड़ा डिफरेंट है. नहीं मतलब या No, obviously. Can I lose like one yet actually?
Oh, the audience got it correct?
That's what's the most frustrating to me.
Whoa, they know, and you know what?
ये wingman कहाँ से आ गया?
Auntie Pearl's not watching this because she's.
वैसे शिरन कौन है? And वो है Webby है Webby.
She is watching.
She's in the audience. But look, on bind.
10 to 15k में अच्छा monitor बताओ ना जरी Valo के लिए. अच्छा monitor, I think there will be ViewSonic 27, 28. I guess that's the model number. 2724 VX. 15,000 में है. You get 180 Hz का 180 Hz मिलता. 1ms response time मिलता तुमको. HDR तो जितने भी वो settings होते हैं सब कुछ मिलता. Color accuracy बहुत सही है. Sponsorship नहीं, मैं सच बता रहा हूँ. 15,000 में तुम्हें और कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. You won't go for like you won't get other brands anyway. You won't get other brands anyway. Trust me. ये तो है. Bro, जब हमारा कोलैब होता है ना, मैं तुम्हें बहुत फैक्ट चीज बताता हूँ. जब हमारी कोलैब्स होती है ना, it's not us being contractually bound by not taking other brand names. It's more about understanding what is the good in your collab. See na? So I have 2 long-term collabs. I have Intel. I have ViewSonic. तो दोनों में जो बेस्ट है ना मैं देखता हूँ. And bro, think about the cost, the price tag at which ViewSonic gives you the monitors. It is insane. Bro, एक RTX 4090 वाला लैपटॉप सही रहेगा कि PC बेटर रहेगा? PC bro, obviously PC. General gaming के लिए obviously PC. समझ रहे हो? वो पैसे में आप बहुत सेक्सी सैक्स पकौड़ा PC बना सकते हो. 4090 नहीं लो, है ना? ViewSonic Omni 27 इंच ये वाला है क्या? Yes, that one. 15,000 का प्राइस टैग है उसका. I think उससे भी कम है. 14,500 है शायद. We can carry the PC anywhere. No, that's your thing, man. If you are into traveling, then आपको तो लैपटॉप लेना ही पड़ेगा. That's a lifestyle thing. तो उसमें तो कोई तो कुछ कर नहीं सकता. That's a lifestyle, man. But if you are someone like me, for example, घर पे बैठ, मेरा तो घर पे सही है ना. तो में लगा है अभी से 12k. See, it's in your budget, Manishan भाई. It's in your budget. मेरे नीचे ना क्या बोले डिस्क्रिप्शन में ना एक लिंक है, तो वहां से देख सकते हो all the offers currently Amazon में. Hi पटेल भाई, what's up? जरा भाई मेरे को सब प्रॉब्लम का अर्ली एक्सेस क्यों मिल जाता है? क्या हुआ भाई? ऐसा क्या हुआ? अब भरोसा है भाईजान. तो वही आई एम बीइंग वेरी ऑनेस्ट अबाउट इट. लैपटॉप और पीसी दोनों ले लो यार, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? कीरत भाई बीइंग कीरत भाई, दोनों ले लो मैच. Refund as well as soon 330k bro. Thank you. I hope so too man. Done Nishan भाई, आपको जो अच्छा लगे लिंक पे जाओ, नीचे में डिस्क्रिप्शन पे स्पेक्स देख लो, प्राइस टैग्स देख लो, जो अच्छा लगे ऑर्डर.
We did kind of see that in that previous map as well, Lakian and Gecko. The Thrash is just such a strong ultimate, and it's very useful for countering.
Pam.
We know that Forsaken, an incredible harbor in his own right. I'm really curious to see how this is going to match up.
But it's portable. वो तो बात है.
Against the Brim Viper, which, the majority.
Let's go, Jing versus Texture. Let's go.
I just want to see Mindfreak staying consistent. I believe that this can go.
जो FPS आता है वो मॉनिटर पे डिपेंड करता है CPU पे. See, it depends on the game you are playing. For example, some games are main based on processors. तो प्रोसेसर बेटर होने पे बेटर FPS आता है. GPU उतना यूज नहीं होता, बॉटलनेकिंग बोलते हैं उसको. तो फॉर एग्जांपल और एक गेम हो सकता है which uses more GPU, your CPU won't be much used. Valo is more processor intensive. ग्राफिक्स कार्ड मॉडरेट होने से भी चलता है. प्रोसेसर अच्छा हो, सुपर FPS आती है.
To Masters Tokyo, where they had
बाकी तुम्हारा GPU है, अगर तुम 4090 भी लगा लो, that'll be bottleneck मतलब पूरा यूज नहीं हो.
We had something we like to call the COVID.
बूट कैंप कब जाओगे? मैं सोच रहा हूँ बूट कैंप और नहीं जाऊंगा, मैं घर पे रहूँ.
I've been keeping my eyes out for it.
सोच रहा हूँ क्या करूँ, बोलो आप बताओ. Yeah, it is.
Felt like it wasn't quite there, but who knows? I like this change up for PayPRX with this agent comp because I think. Maybe against T1 you feel like you have a little bit more of advantage in your skill diff. You could take advantage of that Reyna. But this is going to be a much more chess match-oriented battle, as we've already seen quite a bit. So a hard rotate from PaperX off of just a little bit of utility contact.
Bro, ये rotate is not good.
GENG. They have fooled them mightily.
Yeah, taken over short entirely. However, PaperX will they position for a
क्या
potential
rotation करवाए हैं
TP
भाई?
as well. The teleporter.
Oh, they're calling him for showers.
They're actually just going to jump right on in as you hear the guiding lights coming out onto A site. No fear, clearing out
Bro, they
showers.
still have a retake on their hands, man.
Very good for PaperX. They will take a big hit.
Bro, actually अच्छा
Something
उनके
to
लिए.
hide Dizzy along with the Trailblazer. It's just their
Oh,
own
mind freak
super
bro,
right now.
actually अच्छा हुआ ये.
All
Fuck.
the aggro as Mind Freak's able to sneak out from his own
Bro, it's a
smoke.
easy defuse है.
Now just holding Evan. They know that people are missing. He's just trying to block as everyone's missing the right clicks, but Bunchcom will find
Easy peasy defuse.
something, trying to hold on to the site, and of course, eventually it is just going to be the round.
हाँ, but it was like very late.
As PaperX gets the
बहुत
defuse.
लेट था.
Nope, all according to plan. I take it back. That didn't fool PaperX at all. This was all according to plan. You know, they're going to overcommit towards that B side because everybody and their grandma knows that it's really hard to retake B. And so they're going to commit to trying to stop that plant. It doesn't come through with TP. My concern here is GENG doesn't
Viper की याद नहीं आ रही है आपको.
ये तो हो जाता
I thought they
है
could
आराम से.
plant down
नहीं,
and then
ऐसे वीडियोस में क्यों नहीं आते ब्रो अगर बूट कैंप पे हो तो?
the back part of
आप मेरे
side
स्ट्रीम पे
short,
कितने
and they
कितना अच्छे से
don't-
मुझे फॉलो करते हो आप बताइए बताओ.
commit deep into
नहीं
A,
करता
and
आप
they
फॉलो
don't
मुझे.
account for Mind Freak
वही
being
प्रॉब्लम
up
है
into A heaven
और कुछ
already.
नहीं.
Just
मैं अभी
waiting
आया
to
हूँ
see it
और 2
eluded
वीडियोस
and
ऑलरेडी
their
शूट हो चुके हैं.
detection on that
Actually
tape.
one
And
got
that
rejected.
cost them. That cost them that round. You know, yeah, Texture comes in there and gets some big frags, but you're going to be on a variety of pistols for the side of GENG, even a Frenzy for Munchkin. You never see that. Usually, if he's going to grab something else, it's going to be a Sheriff. One of those guns he can one-tap with.
Give a long control.
Come around a little bit
Oh,
in
boom.
Yeah, great flight path there. Sends it all the way through the window as well as they had already taken
हाँ ना
over
वो
B.
देखो.
Devdeep
हेले भाई.
Dhar just going for a spray off of the drop. Knows that they have to be somewhere near the smoke.
Once more.
Wait for a little backup. It's just
Diga,
gonna
diga, diga.
reset
Ah,
onto
nice,
the headshot
nice.
against Texture. The spike will get
फिर से
planted,
CT
but it's going to be
plant
Forsaken who just puts up the cove, waits for them to
Lol,
flood it.
Stinger,
And the
bro.
Stinger good for 2. Meteor not
Bro,
having a Sheriff out
nice
just in
one.
time. It's going to be a flawless for PaperX.
Yeah, looking good.
चीटिंग चीटिंग स्ट्रीम स्नाइप हाँ बराबर भाई बराबर स्ट्रीम स्नाइप बोलते हैं.
Knows how they want to react to that.
एक वो पाउडर वाला ना एक वो कुछ येलो बॉल था ऑलवेज अ हिटर.
Great timing from Devai.
हम उनकी जगह
ये बैकग्राउंड नहीं देखा मैंने बूट कैंप पे इसलिए बोला. Oh, that's my cabin bro. That's my cabin. I'll do show you the background fully. ये तो चलो छोटा सा विंडो है. I'll show you the full background.
They're trying to obfuscate that position.
This is my cabin in the boot camp.
For GENG. I mean, yep. Good old Uncle Abe. He's very good with it. No doubt about it. Man, what a round. What a round for PaperX. I mean, already very unorthodox playstyle here for PaperX. Nobody plays
Let's
the
go.
maps that the way that they do. With their willingness to give up space like that.
उसे जंगल में डाल देना
Never see that anymore.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of
What is this wall?
awareness.
Warden will be useless. No,
Yeah,
I'll make you
they've been
understand.
doing that for the default here the past couple rounds. Wanted to touch upon the previous round.
I'll
Of
explain
course,
it.
delays
Yeah,
any
Jose.
push into window, but also allows you to control that orb on long. A bit of a perhaps variation, something they might have picked up against their previous opponents T1, who had a deep wall allowing them to push out a window every time on B short.
उसी पे तो मारा उसने वो.
PaperX with their own
मेरे हिसाब से
version
तो
of it.
स्मोक में.
Now GENG, they're gonna wait for that high tide. Oh, and Device just waiting for it. Sights trained, gets Lakia off the rip. Texture not gonna get tagged by it, but PaperX well aware that GENG has not moved an inch.
Oh,
Just cutting
timing.
audio. Texture
बढ़ता
now
भी
been
भाई.
spotted. He has to pick up the tempo. The rest of the team has to come through. The Thrash is going to tag a bunch of people, and Jin's gonna go for the cleanup.
Jing
And
doing
Texture
work,
just has
man.
to hide himself in hopes that he can recover the round.
फिर से
But PaperX, they
Shut down भाई.
flawless GENG.
हाँ ना.
This is a one-sided start to
Missing
map
money yet?
one.
I don't think I am missing money yet. No.
That
क्या
early
मार रहे
space
लोग.
taken control of by that high tide works a treat with the Thrash.
कल मामा वाले वीडियो में भी नहीं थे.
Or something, and he shuts that push
मामा
down.
वाले वीडियो
You know,
में?
an attempt at a pretty decent looking execute, I thought. with
Mamba
the
तो
snake bite,
boot
the
camp
paint
पे नहीं है.
shells in
Mamba
the
कौन सा
back,
वीडियो?
to clear the two.
Maybe Mamba got some people to shoot his video कि
But it's just
specifically
immediately
इन लोग को ये
countered
creator
by
चाहिए.
PaperX. They're
तो
reading
उसमें मैं
this
क्या कर सकता हूँ?
every step of the way so
Why
far.
are you
but
complaining like
Sheriff's in
that?
GENG's hand. These
What's
are rounds
wrong?
where they can really turn a map on its head. We see this time and time again with them. They start picking the pace up after they get a thrifty.
Oh, the boom bot timing is very good from Jing, though. They sense the Trailblazer early.
Oh, oh, oh,
Oh, will
भाई
track him
कितनी
through the
शॉट
wall.
मारता है भाई
That will give him
वो मूवी वाला
showstopper
अरसो आगे
online
शूट हुआ है भाई अभी वो निकला
aware
है
of that possibility. He gets
मूवी वाला अरसो आगे
the
शूट हुआ
trap
है
wire.
लॉल
Not sure if he was spotted on the cam yet.
तब मैं तो घर पे
था।
था
Still
Check
waiting
कर
for it.
उसको ले।
He's not aware of it at
अच्छा
all.
क्या मेरा भाई
Mindfreak
ओके
Nice.
somehow enters the matrix and goes by all the cipher setup. Showers back
Well,
What's up?
for Paper X. And meanwhile, during all of that, something has wrapped around for the B side. GENG is just trapped. They know they have to go. They'll send the showstopper, but they won't find a target. They have not actually gained any more space until Munchkin finally gets a kill to clear out Shabazz. Spike's still not
They
planted.
didn't get
GENG
flashed.
waiting to see if they can gain a
Then
little
even
bit
has
more
smokes
control.
covered and shit.
Cove used for Forsaken to reposition. Munchkin, he's got a weapon.
Oh,
but
he
someone
got it.
wants
Nice
Zero
play.
first, and that's GENG's numbers dwindling.
Nice.
Spike
2v1
still not
seconds
planted as Karon just cannot figure out the exact angles to hold here. No weapons in hand, just a sheriff.
Bro,
It's been a pistol.
PRX
that's
being so
really
calm this game,
what
huh?
GENG can
This
trust
map.
upon.
पूरा
As the spike finally goes down, wants to isolate the 1v1s, but unaware entirely of something's position as he was last
Shower
seen
तो
in A
expect
short.
करेगा ही
It's
नहीं
coming through showers, and
Impossible,
Karon has
भाई।
no clue.
Yeah,
as something
nice.
ये
with a
इतना
triple
डिसिप्लिन
overtake
खेल है
gets
किसी ने
the
कोई
defuse.
ओवरपिक
है
नहीं
ना?
की
That's
एकदम
a big
बहुत
deal.
डिसिप्लिन खेल है
For
वही
Paper X, it looked like it was going to go GENG's way
I
potentially.
heard Monet is studying now,
It's a
focus on
showstopper
career, I guess,
available.
not sure. Maybe I'm not sure,
These
मेरी जान.
timings that Paper X is so
Why are you
confident
deleting his
in
message?
as a player, they know that they can
And
win.
Adi.
They can outthink you
अरे
if
क्या
you
हुआ उसको
just
डिलीट क्यों कर रहे हो
push.
क्या हो गया
No,
हिमानी
cam है।
why are
You
you
expect
deleting
maybe that there's going to be a player watching this, but nobody
कैम
moves
पे मैं
to.
गुस्सा
So now I have a
नहीं कर
Photoshop and
सकता,
After
कैम
Effects
का
certificate.
We got our kill, we can leave. we got our
Adopt
showstopper,
exam
we're good
फिर
to go.
you have a
There's no
Photoshop and
way
After
they're
Effects
gonna try to
certificate
chase
अरे
that
fuck
down, right? We
easy
saw
man
some Lotus a lot
PRX
too.
That's a very good
PRX before.
Where they would
It's
just,
very good.
when there's the rotates coming through from Gen G, Paper X is so
500
confident
साल
that
पहले
it's
इंस्टा
gonna
में
be a
मैसेज किया
pull-off.
था आपने अभी तो नहीं
They
देखे
can just
मैं आज देख
go
लूंगा
right
यार
through
ठीक है
and get those
आज देख
kills.
लूंगा done.
That breaks the round open. Something with a great lurk, doing a good job. Oh, the flash catches Munchkin. He's gonna have to back off, and this is what I'm talking about. They're just happy to start taking this space.
I mean, it's the entire left side of the map. pretty
बहुत
much
space ले रहे हैं भाई
pressured through. Now,
पूरा
they haven't
हुक्का
quite
आउटर
seen
हुक्का
the
ले
throw
लिए
be long, but they do
But
have
over
it
नहीं जा
on,
रही तो
on the side of
हाँ,
A-Short.
वही,
They
वही.
held by the sky, rather, on Divide. And so
This
if
is
Gen
nice to
G
watch.
ever chooses to rotate, that's going to be a rude surprise for them. As Paper X is now stabilized back onto the B side.
अच्छा एलेक्स को
Munchkin
बेल्ट दे क्या है
fairly
तुम
aware
अच्छा नाइस
of a potential lurk here in window. But will they get the clear? It has to be a double swing. Munchkin and Meteor, they were so good on
Rating
map 2,
गलत थी,
but
आदि
they
ने
isolated to
इसलिए
the
हम
1v1s,
लोग
and
end
something
आदि कर
swings
रहे
out for the second.
No,
Munchkin and Meteor
nice,
shut down.
bro.
Thrash used to continue pushing out.
Honestly, if I
And now
review
the
it,
all group,
आधे को
they
थोड़ा
don't
अपने
wanna let
editing
the
से
fights
थोड़ा सा
get
up करना
into the
चाहिए,
advantage
थोड़ा सा
of
up
Gen
करना
G.
चाहिए.
The TP as well, as they look to protect the spike, run down the clock.
Oh, shot
Lakia,
किया अच्छा मारा
a nice
नहीं
peek out.
but they have the
against
spike
operator.
advantage but the
This is
spike
just
control है
so
पूरा
So many more to go. Mindfreak's position unknown to Gen G.
ये spike उठाना उनके लिए भाई
Creeps
दर्द
on the
है
rotate.
Expecting
You know,
G
Mindfreak is
blast out
pinching
of
them
here
now.
at some
Oh.
point.
ये
Just
अच्छा
to try to
कर
do
रहा
them, but he's going to hold the position on top of the
He's
box.
not spotted.
They look
Finally,
stacked
they
shit,
get an
भाई.
inkling of where he's at.
Okay,
They
GG's.
did pick up the spike, but they all run in.
Oh, दो उड़ा दिया bro.
Texture
Oh,
barely
Jing's in.
getting away with his life, but he's got 20
The 1v1 he
and somehow
नाइस
jumps backwards off of the opponent's blast pad.
रेगुलरली वॉच पार्टी होगी क्या मैं पैसिफिक ही कर सकता हूँ ये नहीं है मैं अवॉइड कर रहा हूँ बिकॉज मैं गेमिंग नहीं कर पाऊंगा दैट्स माय गेमिंग टाइम टू मेक गेमिंग कंटेंट मैं वो नहीं कर रहा हूँ एंड अमेरिका इज टू फार ऑफ थिंग मैन मतलब नहीं कर पाऊंगा अब मुझे कंटेंट आइडियाज पे भी फोकस करनी है नाउ ऑन दैट एट द बूट कैंप ना
in those situations, but time and time again, he's been so darn good. And these lurks have been all over the place. Something doing a great job on this Gecko, using his utility. There's one in the previous round that I really like.
लोग पिक नहीं हो रहा क्या नहीं अभी तक नहीं हो रहा
Not the very previous round,
अभी
but
तक
2
नहीं
rounds
हो
ago.
रहा और इज इट इवन
Something
पास्ट
is coming through short.
ओए क्लोव के पैच में ये लोग खेल रहे हैं कि क्लोव के पैच में नहीं खेल रहे ना ये लोग
Because the Dizzy doesn't
हाँ,
get
they are-
the attack,
वो
and
bad
there's
है,
probably
उसका
somebody
कुछ
lurking
glitch
in
था
the
ना?
smokes by
Oh.
the boxes on the site.
ओके ओके
वरना
And
होने वाला
It's
था
things like this. It's these mental protocols, this huge IQ that Paper X actually has.
सिंगिंग प्लेस बेटर देन वॉच पार्टी हाँ मतलब मुझे मजा भी आता है ना खेलने में तुम लोग भाई बकचोदी करते हो मैं भी खेलता हूँ ठीक है दैट्स अ बेटर थिंग टू डू ऑन स्ट्रीम
Of the map, of the
वो
space,
लिटिल विटल करते हैं मजा नहीं आता यार उसमें वॉच पार्टी इज लाइक सी वो तभी हम बंद करेंगे जब इट इज मास्टर्स और चैंपियंस आई वोंट डू इट मच फॉर इंटरनेशनल लीग्स
of this hookah into market area. It's making it really difficult for Gen G to get anything done, and then there's always some player. You never know who it's going to be. I mean, for the most part, Mindfreak has been planting his feet on that A site, hasn't been moving. This time he comes around, catches them at a very unexpected timing, basically shuts the round
हाँ हो
down.
सकता है
Yeah, the lurks really
Can
kind of
be.
trading positions back and forth. You push out from one, and then it's the next runner-up on Paper X. We'll see if that continues this time. A much deeper high tide that will get everyone from Gen G tagged up and be long. And with the snake bite landing, Paper X are going to back off, look to hold at a distance as something cast with holding onto Hookah all on his lonesome. Hit available for Munchkin if Gen G is able to get onto the site. Something they can use to try to get their first round win. But of course, good ultimates on the other side as well.
Good camera placement here by Meteor, knowing that they've been pushing space all over the map. Of course, they're going to try to regress it. Mindfreak going for it. He's got that ultimate in the bag. Play a little bit of defense here for Paper X. Have the Seekers as well.
Oh, the boss
The amount of control something is showing now, bhai, crazy.
Out from afar, and Divide will get one. Something he's stuck behind the box. Can he stay alive? Just trying to live it. And there, it's going to be a kill on to Jing from Kara, but Mindfreak's already way past as he goes for a triple. Rolling out for TP. They were not aware of the re-clear from Mindfreak.
Crazy shit,
starting
bhai.
to lose a grip of this map.
पिछले का announcement आया था ना, पर report हुआ था उसी वजह से निकाल के खेल रहा है, I guess. Okay. That makes sense. सही अच्छी
so
बात.
fun to watch. The way the Paper X plays, the way they
ऐसे लग रहा है पूरा काउंटर कर रहे हैं हम लोग तो
पूरा काउंटर कर रहे हैं भाई.
for that corner. The
और ये सब तो चलो आउट ऑफ सिलेबस है, मतलब अगर एक बंदे को अगर 3 नहीं मार पा रहे तो
Gen G, that Paper X could be out there somewhere. It's just those cabbages gotta take a little bit to turn that angle, and by that point, Mindfreak's already
बेसिक जो लाइक खेल रहे हैं वैसे भी काउंटर हो रहा है और एम में भी हो रहा है. और माइंडफ्रेक खड़े अगर उससे लाइक उसका पोजीशन रिवील्ड भी है, कीड़ा जा रहा है उसकी तरफ, तब भी नहीं मार पा रहे उसको.
Protocol is so good here for Paper X, where this lone player isn't overcommitting, trying to take a trade. They're waiting this out. Now there is a spam, and somehow Forsaken gets one.
Oh, and the code to keep himself alive as well. He repositions. They would have to push it if they want to clear, but Karon waits patiently from afar. Gets the one-to-one trade. The Seekers now coming out from Paper X, leading them back into the site, and there is the Orbital Strike, does quite a bit of damage. Something all on his lonesome. It's going to be a 2v1.
Oh, मार दिया उसने.
And all of this picks up a kill as well.
वो फ्लैश में अंधाधुंध चला है शायद.
Where Paper X was born.
Machine gun जैसे.
Carries him through, keeps the pit at bay. Now the Orbital Strike from the other side as well. Karon just trying to buy time, but something, he's already
something's
into the
position.
pit. Munchkin has to be aware of this. Something snaps on. Already down to 1 HP from the decay, and it's all up to Karon, and he cannot get there in time. 7 in a row.
Dude, what is this game?
It's just brutal.
What is this game, bro?
All at once is Paper X.
Hello. 7-0.
You know, Forsaken does a great job buying time, playing his life as best as he can. Gets the one kill, uses that cove brilliantly, like you mentioned. And then it's the Seekers out, and they're able to trail that Seekers to get another
their aim
kill.
is aiming, huh?
Their
aim is aiming.
So insane. Something
भाई क्या snap करता है भाई?
Something.
भाई something को तो एक
पहले दिखता है.
हाँ something तो 1 सेकंड में डिलीट करता है भाई.
वही.
Reaction time बहुत भाई.
बहुत तेज है भाई.
उसने उसका ऑप इतना भाई मतलब अजीब लगता है उसका ऑप. इट्स लाइक ब्रो पता नहीं. उसका आउटलाइन दिखती है भाई. यार जिसको पता है एग्जैक्टली.
Incredible.
Sheesh.
Peeks out right as the poison cloud lands. Wants to get ahead of it before
भाई ये है
it
Paper
goes.
X
And this has been a recurring theme even since Icebox. Paper X knows that Gen G, if they're able to clear the site where they're util, they are near unstoppable. Wants to get one step ahead. Take the tempo back as an advantage for Paper X. Now audio cut, and Karon will use that advantage to get the angle he wants against GENG, but they haven't quite cleared something.
कैसे clear
We're on top
करोगे?
of the
Oh,
box.
he
It's
was
going to
not
be
watching showers.
Forsaken again with another kill. Meteor with the trade. Something spotted. Karon swings back out, regaining
ये
some
जल्दी मारा
confidence
Karon ने.
that we saw from the rookie. Over at Madrid, over during kickoff.
He'll break the triple. No. Oh, man, nice.
Puts Karon back in his
Will he
place.
snap
Meteor
back?
will swing around, but he can't land the shot.
अरे भाई,
And the
fuck, ये भी
Wizards
गलत
starting
मार रहा है
to come
Mindfreak.
in. Gen G, as they are
नहीं
getting
भाई,
shaken
गलत
up,
मार रहा है
they haven't
Mindfreak.
had a
बहुत
tough
गलत
map
मार
like this in a long time here in 2024.
These are doable, bro.
Everything's just going Paper X's way.
Yeah, these are doable rounds, bro. They still couldn't have it just because they're just out aiming them. But after about exam, I have to have freedom of free whole life for me. You need any help, help you. आप अपना मेरा 3D मॉडल वर्क भी बता देना. नहीं देखे ब्रो गौरव भाई, मैं एकदम नहीं देखना हूँ. मैं किसी का देखो ना, वो भी दीपाली बोल रहे थे उनका DM नहीं देखा.
IGL buff भाई
है ना, मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ। तो मैं श्योरली देखूंगा। आप मुझे अगर फिर उसी चैट में अगर एक और मैसेज सेंड कर दो, मैं आज देख लूंगा बैठ के आफ्टर वॉच पार्टी। I'll sit and see all the DMs and all.
फाइन
They haven't lost a single beat here on Vine. Mind Freak
सब लोग खुश होते चिल्लाते हैं, माइंड फ्रीक अपना स्टोन कोल्ड रहता है।
back in championship level for sure. As we see Munchkin getting chased away. Paper X, they've cleared out A short. Once again, it's going to be something left on the lurk, an immediate cascade, and an immediate rotate in the works. The smoke's coming out from Brimstone just to buy time. This is just to allow them to make sure they regroup, but Devai somehow gets to spam through the wall,
How did
gets the
Lakia
kill
die?
onto the sky. The
Lakia
showstopper
died
won't
in
find him
smoke
just
only,
yet.
lol,
And
bhai.
now, GENG playing with numbers down. Something
वो
will
Odin
have
के
to
spam
hit
से
the
खत्म हो
trigger
गया भाई।
eventually.
Flank आ
But
रहे
during
हैं,
all
हर
that,
round
Paper
flank
X
आ रहे हैं लोग।
setting up and
इसमें
look at
Karen
this.
लिखा है, आपस पे हो गया।
Once again forces him away from backside. GENG, they're not quite sure where to hold for post plant. And there's
Oh,
the guy
dodge कर रहा था
trying to
Texture।
cross his way for the anti and taking swings with it. There's a high tide.
छी
Now
बे।
all down to Karan to try to hold on into the site as his teammates are busy with the flanks. Karan gets one.
क्या
Meanwhile, the
beauty दे रहा है
pushes
something भाई,
Meteor
क्या
away.
beauty दे रहा है bro।
With a trade, but he goes down. Meteor holding on, but
GG's man।
Forsaken's there.
पूरा
बेचारे को
flank
एक-
कर रहे हैं इनको।
String together
हाँ
yet
भाई, उतना
another for
उसको
9 on
इतना
the
एंगेज
board.
रखा कि साइड वाला
This
आके
is
उसको
so
मार दे हुक्का।
incredibly well thought out here by Paper X. They get the space early. They send the
Zero
ball
Dream, I couldn't watch
Yeah,
his
they're
stream, and I opened a
literally
stream, said
storm
free
serving
PVS
look.
ended and watched
They
the
have so
ad,
much
and then
money,
was
their
playing the
max
ad,
buy,
please
and
help.
Devai's like, I'm gonna grab 2 guns this round. I'm gonna
ये
grab an
क्यों
Odin
हो
and a
रहा है?
rifle.
ये
'Cause
तो
he
होना नहीं
swapped
चाहिए।
out after he got that first kill. And they just know.
अरे इनको कुछ मौका ही नहीं मिल रहा GENG को कुछ करने का।
आपने चैट में लिखा था, जब आप देखना चैट में लिखा था आपने।
Time and time
कर
again
नहीं
on
पा
this
रहे लोग,
map.
बहुत सब
And it
against पे जा
works
रहे हैं।
every time. It's such a great game plan here
ये
drawn
मैच
up
देख
by
के तो
Alex
अभी
and
मुझे
Paper
वो
X.
याद आ रहा है।
Because they have so many
SG
answers.
5-man.
And GENG finally
9-3?
feels like, we've got
No,
something. We can
impossible,
get that
bro.
lead
This is
post
done.
play. Yeah,
This
you
is
gotta call the
nothing.
second timeout. What are you
भाई क्या
gonna do?
मारते
This is
हो?
nothing. This is not even 9 to
For as long
nothing,
as
bro.
possible.
भाई वही
But you
तो।
let go of another
अब
round
मैं
here.
EMA वगैरह देखता हूँ, यहाँ पे भाई ऐसे देखो हर बंदा क्रैक्ड है, क्या शॉट्स मार रहे हैं।
So GENG
सामने वो
now
मीटियोर
hoping
ही
for the
सब
ever
है।
infamous
Apex
9-3 score
सबसे
line
cracked
to
players
carry them
हैं
over
इधर।
Yes,
into
लिखा
the
था, I
second
was able to
half.
access chat, but stream नहीं दिख
On
रहा
Meteor's
था।
face,
Something तो
they
बंदा
haven't
दिख- head
pushed this
दिखती है।
far
ठीक है, ठीक
in
है। अब
a
अगर
long
नेक्स्ट
time.
बार
I
ऐसा
don't
कभी
see-
होता है,
even at the
जब मेरे
grand
स्ट्रीम
finals
पे
of
होते हो,
Madrid,
तब
it
मुझे
started
बोलना,
to
ठीक है?
slip away near the end,
तो
but it
I'll
felt like they
talk
always had a
and
fighting chance.
ठीक है,
Yeah,
I'll
until that
talk
last
and
map. I
मैं
mean,
देखता हूँ
that
क्या
was
कर
really-
सकते हैं उसके लिए, ठीक है?
Up until then, you know, the backbreaker was split. It felt like for sure for GENG.
सब कीरत भाई के पीछे पड़े हैं भाई, सब कीरत भाई ढूंढ रहे हैं भाई, कीरत भाई कहाँ है?
Absolutely the most they've been tested. I'm with you, Will. This has been
I'll say
just
it's a 10-2.
absolutely
I don't think
brilliant
so.
the way that to watch Paper X's game plan for this because GENG
I
has
could watch
not
streams
been able
of
to
other
find
streamers, but
answers.
आपका नहीं दिखा।
It's always these
ठीक है, अक्षत भाई,
stab
अक्षय भाई,
pushes
मैं
that
देखता
Paper X is
हूँ।
going to do.
इसलिए इनको
Because they're
प्रैक्टिस का भी टाइम कम मिला है,
दिख रहा है
GENG
क्या?
का अभी भी आया ना।
big death ball battles.
What I
See if
mean
they can
is,
come out, just rely
दिख रहा है
on
आपके
their
मैसेज, बट
momentum
सब
in
आपको
the
ढूंढ रहे हैं,
mechanics
कीरत
to
भाई
get
कहाँ
the
है,
whole
कीरत भाई
line.
हेलो,
Then
गिव
if
अस
that
अ
doesn't
साइन,
happen, they
समझ
start
रहे हो?
taking tons of map
आपको
space,
छेड़ रहे
and they
हैं
have
कीरत
answers
भाई।
before when they get that space
थोड़े
up.
अलग लग रहे हैं GENG।
Whether it's an Odin or just, you know,
नहीं,
good
सिर्फ
play,
सब
Hi,
का
Rakshu.
cautious play by
एक और वो है
Mindbreaker,
भाई,
Forsaken,
तो
all of
फिर
these things
इतना change नहीं
working
है।
so well for Paper X.
So
Same
GENG
rule
this
है।
time, perhaps
Last
trying
बार
to
भी
use this
stage
time out
अच्छा
as a bit of
Xbox
a
को
mind
पहली बार
game,
ही
making
खेला
sure that they don't actually lose the tempo. They're going to pick it up just a little bit. They've already tried to clear Hookah. They take a
Oh!
headshot, but
Oh, भाई,
it's going to
spam
be
है
right
लगे
back
बेचारे
from
को।
Munchkin. So
हाँ।
texture low, but something down.
Almost
GENG
निकल गया था।
leads 5
वो
to
अपनी
4.
मॉलिसी मरता है
First
bro।
नहीं
Texture
करते।
lands right outside
टाइमिंग ऑफ है यार
of
और इतना
that link
रिस्पॉन्स
all the
नहीं
way
आता
to
है,
defend their
तो
spot.
it's
Now
not
they'll get the
worth
spike
it,
down. They have the orbital
उसके
strike.
लिए।
They've got the tools to finally get around, but the cove comes in and tries to
Oh!
fill it again, but Forsaken's ready for
Oh,
it.
भाई।
One step ahead, yet again. The Reckoning will
Bro,
tie up
what
Lakia.
is-
It's
this
going
flash?
to be the
Bye,
pop
bye,
flash.
bye.
It'll be
So, you
good
got
for
him?
one, but it's going to be another cascade
मार देंगे
vision.
इनको।
Now blurred
9-3
away from
होगा
GENG.
मुझे लग
Orbital
रहा है।
strike has to be
तो
used to
कोव
buy
नहीं है ना
time.
बिल्कुल भी।
Spray to ensure.
Ulti use हुआ।
Allows Devai to close
तो
the
तब भी
gap.
spam मार रहे
2v3
हैं।
for Paper X. Devai, can he get the kills he
गिरने
needs to
वाली
protect his
है।
teammate? No, it's going to
9-3
finally
First round on the board,
be
भाई,
a three-man win for
9-3
GENG.
होगा।
They put their
Finally
first
9-1
win
हुआ
on
है
the
भाई,
board.
Yeah, good
finally
tempo
9-1
change
हुआ है।
here for GENG. No longer playing cautious.
GENG का डाउनफॉल
The fact
कीरत
that
ने शुरू
Paper
करवाया
X
था।
doesn't take quick control early this time cost them a little bit. You know, yeah, something gets a ding, but he's caught on the way out by Munchkin. Good read by Forsaken there, knowing that Texture was going to get aggressive into that cove. Shorty at the ready, well well before Texture was pushing in there. Then he's able to find a couple big kills, a good cascade, take a little bit of space, an early tap with the spike to try to bait out that ultimate. Do a lot of good things there, does PaperX, but it's just deeper this time for Gen G, and that first kill.
Rajan,
is
9
huge for them. The fact that they come out of
9-3
that
नहीं होगा.
and are able
I think I'll
to
go for
get into
10-2 or
the
a
much
like
more
safe
comfortable
11-1.
post plant. Look at him trying to hide from mine.
9-3 तक नहीं जाएगा. 3
Not
राउंड
sure if he
निकाल
got
पाएंगे.
spotted or not
Oh,
by that
meteor.
here.
He still gets one. That's the
What a
best that Gen
trade.
G could have hoped for.
trade हो
So now a 1-for-1
Very
trade.
lucky.
Heard all the TPs. Gen G wants to plan here. They're trying to push the defender
Okay,
spot.
man.
This
Nice
spike's already
second.
dropped by Lakia. He's caught unawares away from his teammates. There's the flash towards back.
हाँ. Oh, चलो जिन मार दिया, जिन मार
The
दिया.
one to secure the kill.
ओए,
Texture
दिखा.
noted as well. He's tied up now in a crossfire between 4 members of Paper X, and Jing grows the crosshairs, gets the kill himself,
Ow.
and the judge
Ow.
will not do anything as justice is
Okay.
served by
Oh,
Paper
my.
X.
Eating bodies.
Lol.
The judge v judge.
लेकिन फ्लो तोड़ना चाहिए जेंजी का. There is no
Really
flow.
interesting here. We're
One
watching
round
Forsaken
win, Crystalline Gaming. One round
on
win is not a flow.
अलग भी difference
See,
है game
they lost.
अलग लग रहा है.
his
One
aim
round win is
over
not.
on the other side.
They basically had orbital strike.
Stopper, and he pulls off. He doesn't
लास्ट
want to
वाले
give up
राउंड
that
में उनके
extra
पास
kill.
ऑर्बिटल स्ट्राइक था. तो उसके लिए वो लोग स्ट्रेटेजाइज करके ये वाला टिकट निकाल
अभी
दिए. बट यहाँ
लास्ट
पे क्या
दो गेम
करें?
मेरे को वैसे ही लग रहे थे जैसे पुराने
Between
उसमें
these two
खेले थे.
players, as you would expect,
पिछले
played
जाने
together
में.
for so long. Just the bromance there between Forsaken and Jing coming through.
Excuse me.
I mean, this is unbelievably dominant right now.
Lol facts.
Something that everyone around the world started to
हमारा
notice,
वो
right? It
बंदा
wasn't
था.
about individual player skill
हमारा
level or
तो
anything like
12-0
that,
हुआ था
but
शायद.
these are just soulmates now back in form, playing together, and Texture's trying to tear apart the link
He gave
between
up the
those
side,
two.
and
Jing
then
now
I-
goes down. Gen G trying to take over the site, but they haven't quite cleared Hookah just yet. Something
Oh,
still
they missed
lurking
it.
around with the judge. He finds a site.
अरे अरे अरे.
समथिंग को दिखा कैसे वैसे? उसको उसका सेंस हो जाता है क्या भाई?
Something will continue to
I
push
don't think
the
उसका
way.
frame
Spike's
दिखा
still
था.
not planted just yet. The site surrounded by Paper X.
Sound भी दिया
Something
शायद
trying to
इसने.
throw a
पता नहीं
curveball
उसको
going all the way
कुछ तो
around.
फील आई उसको और कुछ
Heron will
नहीं.
swing out, get two.
Oh.
The
अरे पता नहीं उसको फ्रेम दिखा भी नहीं था. वो स्मोक निकल के उल्टा मार रहा है. टाइमिंग हो गई थी स्मोक की.
Keep the hope alive for Gen G as all
What party
5
Ah.
remaining members will hold on to dear life here on the site. My free
Oh,
gets
मार
one
रही
through the
भाई.
spam, but it looks impossible.
ये वाला निकाल चलो 10-2 है. मैं बोला था शायद 10-2 होगा.
It's just too many targets, and Texture
10-2.
with 3. It's going to be a 2 to
थर्ड मैच
10
है भाई
half.
10-2 bro.
Paper X leading with 8.
Yeah, the only real success
भाई अब
Gen
तक
G
चल रही
finds
थी
in
ना
the
पेपर
entire
एक
half
Something लिया.
is those fast B hits. Everything else just didn't really
अबे उसमें फाइन लगता है क्या?
because
वो जो मारते
Paper
बॉडी
X was
मारते हैं.
reading them
कौन
well,
ये
or at least making their own reads off of the information in the
बॉडी का नहीं
space
है.
that
आई थिंक
they're
बीएम का है
gathering.
शायद.
तो
मेरे
वही.
ख्याल.
Absolutely
क्या हुआ?
mind-blowing stuff that Paper X does in that half. Every step and turn,
स्ट्रीट का मैच है. हाँ इसके
felt
बाद
like
है ना T1 versus
Paper X was
DRX.
reading the
वो
situations
तो I think
incredible. It felt
DRX
like
हरा दे
the
यार.
discipline and the
आराम से.
protocols that they
बहुत
prepared
जिंदा
for
खेल
this
रहे
map
हैं.
were really good, especially when there was
कौन सा?
pressure on that lone
तो देखो
player who
इसे
was
देखो.
left to a site by themselves, whether it be Forsaken or Mindfreak or
किसका
Devi or whoever. They're able
थर्ड मैच में इतना
to
गंदा
play
नहीं
it really cautiously.
पता नहीं
buy
डिसाइड
some
था.
time
वैसे
for the
इसमें
rest of
जेंजी
their
अच्छा
team to
खेलने
make
चाहिए
those
थे
long
बट
plays, make
थोड़ा
those
सा लेफ्ट राइट
rotates,
हो गए.
cut players off,
वैसे
get them in
कैसे चल रहा
unexpected
था?
positions. That's something that Paper X could do better than anybody else.
ये आरपी नहीं खेलेगा तू.
See how it comes into play in the
Aarti
second
खेलेगा.
half. As Gen G will desperately
Aarti
need to win
खेलेगा,
this
बाकी
pistol
खेलेगा,
round
बंद हो जाएगा.
if they want any hope.
क्या? बहुत सारे?
Lots of fans from all across the entire country
वो
here
तो है
in
भाई.
Korea
वो तो
coming
ये
to
लोग भी
watch.
जो
We had a
नहीं
fan
खेले थे वो लोग
earlier
भी चले गए.
coming from Daegu, about 4 to 5 hours away to watch this match.
Ah,
One of the
let's
matches
go.
been so
एक पनौती
far,
ने
but
मैच जिता
win
दिया.
or
अरे कुछ नहीं
lose,
बात है.
the
PRX
fans would
प्रो में.
surely hope for a bit more fight from Gen G here in map 3 on Bind.
Well, it is their defender side, and
But
certainly
pistol
behind
पे
the defender
dependent
side
था
in
दीदी.
map, even in Pacific.
Yes.
So, work to be
मेरे
done.
को तो
by
भरोसा ही नहीं
Paper X
10-2
for
से भी
sure,
हार
but he
सकते
must
थे.
win pistol for Gen G. Or else you're going to have to go for a force buy of some kind. Let's see what they want to do. Looks like some kind of hookah pressure going to be established. Maybe Devi setting up Jing on the blast packs. Something like that. Although there are no blast packs to be found. I take it back. Jing's got the boom bot and a...
Yeah, just a
What's the
ghost.
wall?
Yeah, just a ghost. So hold that thought. Sometimes
ये क्या बोल रहे हैं?
looking to see if there's going to be any
ये
aggression
wall का
here.
कुछ करा है.
Both sides waiting for
They
it.
have a
Paper
camera, they
X,
can see
they've
कि
been
वो
pushing
wall का कोई
pushing
use
out
है
a
नहीं.
lot as well.
It's just a useless
from
wall now.
That hookah position,
अब तो
and of
उनको नहीं
course,
पता ना कि
back at the
कैमरा
grand
है.
finals of kickoff,
तो
Gen
इनका
G
चार
also
पे
playing
कैसे
quite
गैम्बल
aggressive
स्टैक
in the
करते हैं
defensive
भाई ये
half.
लोग.
भाई
Gen
ट्रिक्स
G
बहुत
will
हेवी
put
लगाई है
pressure as
बट
well,
उन्होंने यहाँ
down
पे.
2 to 10.
Yep.
So Paper X will
प्लांट
wait.
की साइड.
They'll gladly wait, and of course, on the pistol, they could always just deathball it, try to win by numbers. But little do they know that the stack is on the B side.
Full
Cypher
five
set up on
होगा
A
भाई
to
फोर
just allow
स्टैक की
Texture to
तरफ
buy
जा रहे
time. Snakebite at the ready. It's going to be a crossfire
They
with
tried to
Heron,
sell
but
the wall बस और कुछ
Heron
नहीं.
has
बट
to
हाँ
make
presence
sure
नहीं
that he's
दिखाया
not
ना.
the
अगर
one that's
डॉग ने
first
ब्रिम को
spotted.
स्पॉट
The
कर लिया तो
Snakebite
फिर
has to
मर
be good, but
जाएगा.
it's a wide swing out.
GG, man.
Everybody keeps Karen alive.
Brim is
He's gonna be
dead.
hit by the paint shells. Eventually has no exit. but time bought by GENG.
But they got a trade for the controller, na? So ठीक है मतलब अब तो mind freak है. Got one controller.
But they're still
Yeah,
not
but 4 hookah is very hard.
could actually be here on the B site.
सही कर रहा है बिल्कुल सही कर रहा है.
Only 30 seconds. If they were to TP away, they'd have to do it on a snap as they run into more members, and they're just looking to flood. The Dizzy goes down, the Trailblazer heads, but Munch gets good for the spam. The pop blast.
Yes, stunned है bro ये बंदा, ये stunned है.
On a rhythm and gets to
Bro.
the concentrate. Okay, there you go. I feel like PayRX actually read this pretty well.
हाँ, read तो अच्छा था.
You know, Munchkin just well prepared with that snake bite, shuts down that push through
क्या हमें
hookah. It was a
force
good
by
idea
दिखेगा?
from PayRX, but
Monitor क्या हुआ? Fifth player? नहीं, Monitor is on a break, bro. इसका exam and all that shit है. So that's what the news I got. इतना ही किस्मत चाहिए.
Through there and okay,
Nami.
a good hold. Now PayRX, mostly classics, a sheriff for
That's
divide.
okay, भाई GENG.
Going to be the only purchase outside of utility. And
Bro हो रहा है? Bro pistol round. Bro हो रहा है क्या
could
भाई?
be done by PayRX. See how much damage they can get. Camera in showers.
Bro हो रहा है
So
guys.
just gonna note this here.
Yeah, not quite clear just yet, but he heard
Alex
all
तो
the
पक्का यही
utilities,
बोल रहा
Meteor
होगा
actually cutting
guys.
sound,
So
not letting them know that he's actually
उसका reaction
emptied
ही ऐसा रहता है.
the area. Now realizing no
Where's
more
the
checks
Ghost
to
of
cam. Realize the
Tsushima?
showers
Ghost of
have been
Tsushima तो
let
old
go
game
by
है bro.
PayRX. They send the
It's not a new
reinforcements
game.
over to B. PayRX this time it's a little bit of push and
Careful
pull.
है.
They put the
नया
pressure
कुछ
on
part
the
आ रहा है
showers,
क्या
now
उसका?
going back to main, but this gives them full control of that TP. They could rotate back to the spike over on the A side any given moment.
Seeing if maybe they could get Meteor lurking. You're gonna confirm.
Trying to just create
Right,
some space
the
for his
wall
teammates,
back
but they
in
can't
the
quite. Oh, Karen does find sight right there in the
सीधा
top
आ गया
screen
अपन
of his own, and now the high tide comes in. Meteor's ready for it right outside of showers. Can he
ये
get
लोग
the
दोनों
kills? So
ready
he's
है.
trying to go through. Waiting for the timing. Texture will push them away with the
Interesting
paint
nade.
shells. Trying to just make
Plant
sure
is
that they clear
denied.
the plant. They do. And Meteor, he's going to land the first one. He lands the second and the third.
ये
And
तो होना
it's
था,
a
चलो कोई नहीं.
quad for Meteor.
ये round up
As
this
they
है.
now
बस.
get a fourth
Let's
round
go.
win.
GENG ain't winning back-to-back 10 rounds. Now that's impossible. और bro something का off भी आएगा ना eventually. अगर something का अभी off नहीं ले रहा, अभी नहीं ले
Where
रहा.
that hit was going to be. Texture perfect with the paint shells makes it way more difficult for that plant to come down for PayRX. Meteor using that high tide
देखते हैं.
against PayRX.
Full defend map है रे. exactly वही. ये मेरे साथ भी पेटी हुआ था रूटर का. फिर लास्ट राउंड लिटिल में हमको लाइव चैट पे ब्लैंक स्क्रीन आ रहा था बट स्ट्रीम चल रही थी. उससे पहले मैं शायद नॉर्मली लाइव से एनी आइडिया यू हैव टू रिफ्रेश इट. द मोमेंट इट हैपेंस जस्ट रिफ्रेश इट.
मेरा वो
तो मेरा भी चैट अटक गया था एक बार. आई रिफ्रेश्ड इट. मैंने बोला नहीं था बट मेरा भी हुआ.
This is a big round now.
What?
GENG start to turn this map around.
Oh, we've seen this at the grand finals kickoffs as well. There's the Dizzy. He doesn't quite find it. It bounces right off the wall way too early. But now they know about the judge. So PayRX not looking to deal with that today in hookah. That'll force him back away.
Even if hookah had a judge यार वो लोग इतना जल्दी क्यों ए छोड़ रहे हैं? Oh चलो चलो coming back. हाँ GENG coming back ना.
The camera no longer giving them free control of showers.
Means he's staying in
Fills it.
CT.
Forsaken goes for a swing and he actually wins the duel out. And that's the cue for
भाई नहीं
PayRX
निकल
to
गया था
start
मेरे मुंह से.
pushing
मुझे
in.
लगा
A
मर गया बोले चलो
long
मार
range
दिया.
kill onto heaven on Meteor
वही
as
मेरे
well.
मुंह से नहीं
Texture,
निकल
he's
गया था.
caught
मुझे
right in the
लगा
middle
आया.
of the site. He has to make sure that he clears his angles,
Something's
but he
dead I
can't.
guess.
Good
Minute
player,
लगे.
Flames already
बच
taken
गया.
over as well.
और
But
second बच गया फिर
PayRX,
repeat
they
में.
swarm the
हाँ
site.
बच गया.
High tide out.
10 HP.
Securing
Barely
more. GENG
survived.
past it. Greeting for yet another kill. Wants to get close to
Level
that
4.
showstopper as soon as possible. Finds the angle. Notices it's
Something का
judge.
मुलाकात होने वाला है फ्लैंक पे.
So tough.
दिखा हुआ वो एंगल है. हाँ बस.
Lakia just
ओके दूर निकल गए. Oh fuck, I was like.
so some damage still could be done.
समथिंग कहाँ जा रहा है भाई? अलग ही घूम रहा है ये मैप पे.
Fishing to see if we can get that
बोलता है
gun
तुम देखो मैं
upgrade
एक्सप्लोर
maybe
करके आता
before
हूँ.
the round is over.
Mike,
लाकिया में
Mike.
उसके पीछे लग गया.
They need to
लाके
scrap
बोलता है
together everything
मैं इसको
possible.
पकड़ूंगा.
Try to continue
Mike,
here. So many
read
teleport
करके
coming in.
मारे.
Lakia's a little scared about this one. Not quite ready for it. Chooses to go for the double
लॉल
triple.
भाई लाकिया के
But
साथ
only
क्या
good
हो
for
गया?
one
बहुत
kill.
गंदा
No
वाला.
gun upgrade. And Charon will die to the spike as well.
Now it's starting to look.
PRX for them in reverse बनाती. नहीं
Get
होगा.
something done, but
और second
वो
के लिए बुरा
नहीं
लगा
होगा.
यार, बेचारे
Kiran
ठीक
bhai,
है.
hello. It works if I say that. It
मैं
works
सोचा
if I
something
say
तो उसका
that.
सही गया है, कहाँ ही होगा.
there's a player behind that box.
I am the Bengali here, hello.
When they pull off and they start winning 1v1s, Jake gets into that angle in U-Haul, but really Forsaken winning that 1v1
एक
against
शॉट
What's up,
मारा,
Ashwin?
हर एक
Hello.
शॉट
so
ऐसे लग रहा है
much
हाईलाइट
easier
है.
because that shower's control lost. Then you're able to get deep into sight, cover heaven from there.
समथिंग को मारना था कौन मर गया?
Moments like that PayRX is so good and so confident in. Every team in the world struggles against that.
Yeah, it's going to be the same cam here for Showers once again. I mean, obviously, gets him a lot of information right up until it's cleared, so we'll see if it ever gets pressured this time. But it looks like just a straight set execute from PayPX in the works.
ये तो कुछ नहीं कर सीधे
Bosch
जाएंगे
will land in front of Showers.
वन वे खत्म सीधा बूम
They're
घुसेंगे
going to wait until the poison cloud is about to diminish. There goes the
Good
Dizzy.
made.
It's going to be the blast back in over the truck. Uses a cove for
Jing
cover.
कहाँ गया है
He lands safely into lamps.
Moment.
Left side of the site taken over. Waiting to see if there's a peek out, but Meteor
Yeah,
not going to wait the
Karen.
fake just yet.
तो मस्त है
Just waiting for backup to arrive as Karan already goes
Double
down.
satchel
Max
में
one,
वो
that gives Meteor
भाई।
the first kill. And
Oh.
Showers Lakia good to cover on lamps as well.
Just
Spike
jammed.
still
Did
not
they do it?
planted.
Oh,
It's going
they're
to be a
peeping
rush
out.
to
Oh
TP
my.
over.
Oh,
Munchkin's
shit.
ready for it. They see the ping.
Shit, checking करेंगे इसको।
That's one. Can he get the
नहीं
second?
करेगा।
Something get
He
him.
wants to buy time.
Nice one, bhai.
Cannot get the kills,
Dribble.
but dwindles the numbers
Fade
down.
में तो
3v2
strong
for
है।
Gen G. PayPX double swing out from Hookah. They will continue to charge forward. They don't want to miss a single beat. Something actually gets one kill. Now with 2v1 on the site, Meteor has
Kill
to come
करना
in
चाहिए उसको
for
simple
backup.
को।
They need to
Shit,
get
बहुत
this
open में।
crossfire. Right
चुप
now
गया।
for Gen G, Lakia gets one. Dizzy
नहीं।
noted
1v2
something. Wants to
Sound is
isolate.
good.
प्लांट नहीं है
Wants to group them together. He's going to go for the far
Plant
ramp.
They don't know कि वो
Sound
long-
दे दिया उनको।
हाँ but elbow है ना long है
To
वो
see
नहीं
if the
पता
push comes through.
फाइट है ना इस पे अभी
अच्छा नहीं पता वो भाग
Where
के
he
ही
is
ऐसे
exited.
जगह पता
Neither
है
of them checking
बताइए
elbow.
कि
He gets
Bro.
one, realizes he's not going to get the transfer.
उधर ही है,
Crash
जीत
at
गया
the
भाई,
ready.
जीत गया, I think।
Sends it on a timing. Doesn't matter if he's... Oh, but he's going to wait.
ऊपर,
Jumps
ऊपर।
over it on the box. And Meteor heads up.
शूट ये क्या play है
भाई
Gets the
Outplayed,
absolute
भाई।
raid to keep Gen G
भाई
alive.
भाई,
Ah, the
outplayed,
big
भाई।
Brain counterplay
उस
from
पे कोई
Meteor.
चांस नहीं था भाई बचने का ये इसके अलावा
well fucking played भाई well fucking
Oh, that's
क्या
something
मारा?
that you expect
भाई ये तो
PayPX to
राउंड
do,
गया
that
बट
kind
देख
of
के
play.
मजा आया
Meteor.
भाई
अरे ब्रो ये इटरेशन तो हमारे माथे में ही नहीं आया कि ऐसा कर भी सकते हैं
हाँ मैं वही तो बोल रहा हूँ फिर इसका ही चांस था राउंड जीतने का
भाई गीगा ब्रेन ब्रो
Something's not one to shy away from a fight.
ऐसा माथे में क्यों
इतना
नहीं
क्लोज था
आता
वो तोड़ भी नहीं पाता कि एक
Punished for trying
हाँ।
to play it safer in a round.
होता ही डिटेन भाई सा
You love it. I mean, I thought something played that great. He
मतलब कुछ ऐसे आउट भी नहीं होते मैं तो माथे पे क्लिक ही नहीं होती कि ऐसा हो भी सकता है फक भाई
even though it doesn't really work out, where they use the high tide in the cove, so Jing can safely
Crazy shit.
last pack to make sure that they can set up a crunch into U-Hauls. Didn't really come to fruition in that round. Execute was cool.
double
You don't see very many
satchel
teams quite do it like that. So nice little
Rain got
some
spammed
work there. Opening trade, good for Meteor.
Oh, there's a showstopper.
हाँ
Can't get away from
ये
that,
कूद के
though.
डॉज नहीं होगा भाई
Was trapped in
हाँ,
back
ये
of
तो
sight.
नहीं
Now
है।
Gen G still trying to hold on to the back side. They will have control of it for now. As PayPX is
बेचारा
trying to push
जी।
through, but Texture and Munchkin are good with their shots.
भाई
Something
लोग
trades for one.
कितनी जल्दी
But still
स्केल कर रहे हैं
3v2
भाई
advantage for
कितनी
Gen
जल्दी
G.
अंदर आए
Now Showers control and backside control for Gen G. They're going to start to pressure onto the spike. The Molly
मुझे
already
दिखाने
having
को
gone down. PayPX, they will have to fight for this round. And my freak gets dinged. Something tries to go for the trade.
Stinger and
Karen
everybody
gets
got
one.
one with
Texture
Stinger
gets
bro
the other. And Gen G will start
Auntie.
to try to string together a couple more
वो हो
rounds.
जाएगा मुझे लग रहा है
Okay.
अभी।
no worries
Stabilizing a
no
little bit
worries
is Gen G.
ऐसा ही हुआ था पिछली बार वो किसने राउंड निकाल लिया था ना टेक्सचर ने फिर
हाँ एस मार दिया था और एग्जैक्टली 6-11 पे ही
That gets thrown their way.
नहीं 6-10 पे था वो बट हाँ मतलब भाई
Yeah, he gets taken
Close
down with
enough.
the shoulder.
हाँ,
It makes it a
उन्होंने-
lot harder for PayPX to push
फिर
space.
से भाई कर दिया
backside
थ्रो
of
वैसे
this
भी
plant.
PRX है ब्रो
So calm, so
PRX
collected.
आजकल आशा হয় না স্ট্রিমে বাট দিল সে হেটার আরে লাভ ইউ ম্যান যখনই টাইম পাবে তুমি আসবে
इमेजिन
আমি যাচ্ছি না কোথাও এখানেই হয় এখানে যা হয় এখানেই গেমিং হয় স্ট্রিমিং হয়
पोर्टन था ब्रो
যখন এরকম টাইম পাবে চলে আসবে বুঝতে পেরেছো ঠিক আছে
We'll see if there's any type of
उन्हें
force.
बनना
Of course,
था
quite a few rounds
ये
ahead,
क्या लिखी
but
शुरू
not
थी
quite a match.
अरे मेरा नाइट मार्केट में रिकॉर्ड नाइफ आया है दिलाओ मेरे पास एक भी स्किन नहीं है
अटैकिंग साइड था वो
Wanna
भी ये
go
भी
for a bit
थोड़ा
of a Hail
बाइक में
Mary?
लगता तो है
Or if they will
I will-
Mind और attacking है पूरा।
आई विल मैनिफेस्ट कि आपके पास वो
अटैकिंग और मोमेंटम भेज दिया मोमेंटम जिस पे
हाँ,
खींचा
We saw some
Momentum
laughter on the
based
side of Gen G during halftime, despite the scoreline. And perhaps they're just having faith in their ability to defend here on
Oh, भाई,
line,
beat अच्छा है
waiting
बे।
for that half to switch. Alex, looking a lot more calm today than usual as well.
पोर्टन नॉट 610 अरे
He wasn't
पोर्टन था
earlier.
बट PRX
It wasn't earlier, that's true. And I'm
जरे जेनजी फॉर द विन
feeling
करे
there's
वापस
probably
अरे
reason we didn't see
ऑब्वियसली
too
यार
many
जेनजी
videos
जीत
during
रही है
Lotus
डोंट वरी
either. Perhaps a bit more animated
प्लानिंग देख
during
रहे हो
that
दो कोच
time.
मिलके प्लान कर रहे हैं जेनजी जीत जाएगी
They're going to be able to string together a few rifle purchases. The rest is going to be Sheriffs or PayPX, but you know, we see it all the time with these two teams.
Last it.
Thrifty buys. I'm actually going
Missed
to
it.
downgrade to a Spectre, but Thrifty buys
Super
are
Damachi.
something to be
Huh?
weird, no doubt about it. And
मैंने क्या
Karan
बोला
Hero
set
buy
that
करा है
orbital
मैंने।
strike in case things get dicey for Gen G on the post plan or something like that. But
I mean,
Mind
anything
freak,
to buy
mind
time.
freak.
Yeah, exactly. You got the
Exactly.
pit coming up soon as well. Meanwhile, PRX, they're close to another thrash, so could be something that they're working towards. They'll actually go towards the Seekers this time for a divide, now 2 points away, and they plant GENG. Now, Meteor changed up his cam position. Doesn't want to lose control of showers too early. Finally gets taken out, though. Realizes the lurk from GENG very deep. Ruins the plan for PRX as well.
शावर का flooding रोक सकते हैं, वो one way भी है
Either
उसका
thinking about
cage का.
trying to go for some kind of hit, maybe
अच्छे
similar to
change
the
किया
previous
उसने.
round. Kind of set up some kind of crunch there.
भाई वो बी वाले तो हिले भी नहीं अपनी जगह
Necessarily
से.
accounted for by GENG.
तो जिगल कर रहे हैं अपने position में.
Maybe just a reattempt.
इतने
at it.
कॉन्फिडेंट है कि भाई ये नहीं
Close to
आएंगे.
It's going to be different, a very different high tide. Try to give them the ability to take a little bit of space, maybe set up some crossfires. Texture trying to go for the early spam on the back of that poison cloud coming through from Munchkin. Here we go.
They're all decayed, but they have to destroy the tripwire. That's the key for Texture to fire off once again. So all these smokes on the side of GENG doing their job. Dizzy taken down, tries to clear the
DZ को भी
wingman.
exactly मारा
He goes for the blast back, stays alive. That means so much, but eventually he gets wrapped around. Now the orbital strike with the
बना दिया भाई.
comes in, something
Nice
able to
one.
stabilize
Two
things before the
picks.
Cyber Cage comes up. Lock is here.
Balanced off a 3v3.
Now a 3v3, but weapons upgraded.
सबके पास gun है ना,
Spike will
something
go
bench पे ही
down.
है. हाँ gun है उसके पास.
Get another
Gekko
lease
को
in
blind
this
देना
round
चाहिए था,
18.
उल्टा था.
Something spots the side of Munchkin on that jiggle. Munchkin as well goes for the
वैसे
check, but it's the
position
spray down from
वो
Jig
जीत
and
गए भाई,
Mindfreak.
जीत गए.
And now the IGL
ये
of
round अब
GENG
तो नहीं
all
हारना
alone gets
चाहिए.
one, but can't get the second. Mindfreak
Oh,
with
nice
another
trade.
triple
Oh,
kill.
nice.
Well, he
Just
goes
think about it,
भाई
man.
कितना तेज मार
देखो,
रहे हैं.
इधर क्या कर सकते हो
कितना
इस
तेज
चीज़
मार
में?
रहे हैं.
They're just better.
Yeah, there's
अभी
Watch party की
Mindfreak
permission
आगे
कैसे लेते हैं?
GENG.
So basically it comes to you from the your area's influencer manager ऐसे
भाई
कहते
बहुत
हैं.
तेज ट्रेड
Get selected.
तेज हो रहे हैं ना, एक
And
एक
then you
सेकंड
get
में ट्रेड हो रहे
the
हैं.
option to do it if you wanna do
A
it.
potentially really bad situation, but the coordination off
Maybe.
the back of using that ultimate doesn't seem to be quite accounted for by GENG.
Not
That
sure
cost
what
Meteor
I
his
think
life
it
because
is.
he's
I
going
said
for the
na,
Cyber Cage.
GENG
He's
for
going
the win.
utility. Doesn't expect something to be pushing out that side of that
पोस्टर नहीं
ultimate.
आया guys,
That
पोस्टर
cost
किसी
his
को नहीं
life
आया क्या
and
चैट
that
में?
cost the round.
उनको मिला था.
लॉल
Would
भाई.
be that Odin coming out just to pressure GENG.
Oh,
Sure, a
that's a
quick
good
swing
play.
out, but
बड़ा
not going to be able
broken
to
by
pick
है
up
वो
the
लोग
weapon
का.
upgrade just yet. And that Odin
और
is
भून दिया भाई ओडिन से. हाँ मार दे भून ही दे.
letting them know
No.
they will not
बाद में
push
करना
out
भाई.
ever again on this map as it's about to end in the hands of PRX.
जिंग उसको देख रहा है बे, आगे आके हेल्प कर दे भाई.
Lakia stuck in guarded. He
तो
will
उसने
get
निकल गया पूरा.
surrounded. And Meteor's too
ये
far
फोर्सन
away.
मार दिया
Lakia
उसको.
goes down. Meteor all
जी,
alone
भाई, so
with
well
just a
played.
GENG classic and a stinger. Is
क्या
it going to be
खेला वो
enough
PRX
against
ने?
4
Revenge is
members
here, guys.
of
Easy खेला.
PRX?
ये तो
Quickly
बात
trying
है.
to go.
जैसे खेला.
Maybe try to get a weapon upgrade. Wants to go all the way for a rotate. Now it's going to be the orbital strike coming down. PRX, they really want to just end this map right here, right
भाई वो
now.
भागी
By
तो
pushing out this
कहाँ
far,
है भाई?
they should be aware, even without a TP, that it's going to be a deep lurk around.
Forsaken
Phantom
सुन
picked
लेगा.
up, but so much time spent. And Forsaken, he hears it. He's
भाई
ready
मेरे
for
को
it.
बूस्टर
Mindfreak
वाले
there for the
कॉमी
trade.
मस्त लगते हैं.
Casing
ओ
skull
सॉरी,
awry, Meteor.
डर के वाले.
Would have to be a 180 flick of his lifetime to get this. He
Oh,
finds
मुड़ी
one, trying to spray down, but too much
ओए
time.
तब भी बहुत
Forsaken
कसम
slows
बे.
down.
अरे
बहुत
बाप रे.
कसम बे.
PRX answer
Free Fire
back,
होते में भी.
putting down their claim to the throne once again in
Finally.
VCT.
PRX is just being better.
करने के बाद PRX
Just
हरा दिया.
being better.
जिंग
Let's
बस.
go.
दो बार हारने के बाद.
Creative stuff here from
ये मेरे
PRX.
जहान में बात आती है कि आपके हुस्न निगाह को भी का कोई जवाब नहीं. आया है क्या बात की है. हुस्न निगाह.
And yeah, it looked good coming out of
खेले
Lotus
भाई
for
ना.
GENG.
Let me feel the word. हुस क्या?
माइंडफ्रीक भाई, रिस्पेक्ट भाई. बहुत
मेरे
step up
जहन
किया.
में बात आती है कि
आज के
आपके
2-3
हुस्न
games में
निगाह
बहुत
का
मारा
कोई जवाब नहीं. भिंच ब्रो.
आज
Bro,
2 गेम खासकर
मेरे
बहुत
कानों
अच्छा.
का ऑर्गेज़म हो गया. मुझे लगा जहान नहीं जहन. मैं जहन ही तो बोला. जहन ही बोला ना मैंने. सही तो बोला. PRX for the win भाई. Let's go. Did you know Forsaken brother Jojo gameplay? I have heard about him. I have not seen him play.
All the
I've heard
PRX
about it.
fans here, both in Korea and traveling from abroad.
Hi.
Something to cheer
Genji,
for
hi.
in a tough
Genji
matchup
supporters, hi.
to kick off week 2.
नेक्स्ट मैच किसका है? नेक्स्ट मैच है T1 वर्सेस DRX का. जो मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि मैं वॉच पार्टी नहीं करूंगा. मैं चला जाता हूँ बिकॉज मुझे शाम को भी स्ट्रीम करना है.
He might be ice cold
समझ
in
रहे
the
हो?
server, but not always.
इधर चैट Genji for the win will come back hard. Okay. I'll see you.
So much to talk about.
Revenge.
Send it over to
Revenge
Jess.
completed. PRX का.
Yes,
Yes.
there is so much hope to talk about. PRX defeat beats Gen G today, the first time with Jing
भाई
back
फाइनली
on the
जीत गए
roster.
भाई.
And it looks like
अब लोग
we
बोलेंगे
have
the
a
only
strong
difference is Jing
rivalry
being
going
there.
on
तो
between these
तुम
two
समझ रहे हो
teams.
क्या फ्लो
It's
बनेगा
gonna
उसका?
begin. I feel like the coaches, they're gonna go at it again at some point, sometime. You
वो
know,
तो है, मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा
they're
है
so
जिंग के
much
आते ही थोड़ा
to
फ्री
set
हो
here.
गई टीम और ना
Right
थोड़ा.
now, PRX have adapted on
ये
the
जैसे
मतलब OG
पहले
synergy है
confident
bro.
रहते थे ना,
especially
अब
in this
वापस
round
कॉन्फिडेंट
6.
है.
हाँ.
Yeah.
एंड आई थिंक इस विन के बाद अब और होंगे क्योंकि टेक्निक इनसे हारे थे ना पिछली बार.
Jing का डिंग डिंग.
इस बार अब तो और कॉन्फिडेंट होंगे भाई कि
मैं पूछ लूँगा शाइन्स भाई, शाइन्स मैं पूछ
मेरे को ये बुरा लगता है कि हर बार
I
ये
am
थर्ड ही आते
not
हैं.
sure exactly what is going on. मैं मैसेज कर
मास्टर्स में
दूंगा.
चैंपियंस में हर बार थर्ड आते हैं.
ठीक है. वॉच पार्टी करूंगा तो आज शाम को वो नहीं कर पाऊंगा, गेम नहीं कर पाऊंगा. इसमें मैं अभी बंद कर दे रहा हूँ. ये वाला मैच मैंने कर लिया. अब नेक्स्ट वॉच पार्टी होगी ऑन 15th. जी का मैच है, वो करेंगे, है ना. यार बहुत बड़ा जिंक्स है ये हवला. मी अच्छा अच्छा. हाय हर्ष, हेलो. भाई ask Adi or your editor about Adobe exam. It's like GENET knitting industry. Adobe exam, right? ठीक है. मैं पूछूंगा. आदि को पता भी नहीं होगा शायद. आए तो चिल है, आए तो सेल्फ टॉट है. Yeah, maybe I have an idea. Hello Zeref, कैसे हो? I'm good. Imagine कैसे हो? Long time.
Like players like Texture, like looking at his player camps, he's really trying to kill himself back into the game. He wants to get those frags.
Okay.
Not like that. Sorry, Achilles. Not like
Really
that.
interesting phrasing, but I know exactly what you mean.
He wants to find those frags so they
कैसा
can
बोल
find
रहा है
that
वे?
groove going again. But then, you know, it just doesn't quite happen. It's only easier on the defensive
Okay,
side.
chat.
Holding these positions. You know, even
चलो मैं
some
चलता हूँ रे.
rounds where he's
चलो
doing
मैं भी
everything right,
मैं ही मैच
he's
करूंगा वॉच
Next
पार्टी में
नहीं
जा
देख
रहा हूँ ना. नेक्स्ट देख रहे थे, शाम को खेलूंगा ना, थोड़ा ब्रेक चाहिए होगा.
And then
Bye bye,
spraying
bye bye.
the
See
right
ya.
side, shooting down
Bye.
the wingman and then tossing paint shells, blast packs away. It's
I
all
can do send watch party, yes, if you do want me to do it. मैं send watch party कर तो सकता हूँ. देखते हैं, मैं देखता हूँ शेड्यूल, बिकॉज 5:30 बजे है ना सुबह. 5:30 बजे. फक भाई, 5:30 बजे देखना पड़ेगा वो. तो बेसिकली कैसा होगा मैं तो बताता हूँ, बिकॉज मुझे गेमिंग वाले पॉइंट को उतना कट नहीं करना है. मुझे गेमिंग करनी है बिकॉज आई वांट टू फोकस ऑन दैट. तो एवरी वीक 2 मैच का वॉच पार्टी करना होता है. दैट इज हाउ द थिंग इज डन. ठीक है. तो फॉर एग्जांपल दिस वीक आई हैव डन 1 मैच ऑफ दिस एंड एक और जी का मैच होगा, तो वो करूंगा. ठीक है. तो अब अमेरिका अगर मैं लेता हूँ पर्म्स, तो 1 विल बी सेंस मैच एंड एक और देखना पड़ेगा. चलो ठीक है, हो जाएगा. आई कैन डू दैट. आई थिंक सो. PRX announced Jin's return. I think it was already announced, isn't it? Huh? Anyway, चलो guys, please make sure आप शाम को आइए. ठीक है. जैसे हम नॉर्मल टाइम पे स्ट्रीम करते हैं, we will do that. तो we'll meet at night again. ठीक है. Chat is as usual. Yeah. मिलते रात को. Bye bye. See ya. Love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow बोल रहा हूँ. Sorry, today. Bye bye. See ya.